This should work. This should work. Bang, boom, 200. Yo! What's going on, YouTube chat? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Welcome back. If you were here earlier for EU. If not, welcome to the stream, dude. We got NAC FNCS Grand Finals. This is where you win the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and someone gets the champion title and the pickaxe, and you know the whole thing, right? This is grants. Very exciting. This is day 2. So whoever wins out of these 6 matches today is the winner of FNCS on NA. Could it be Peterbot? Could it be Clix? Could it be someone else? I don't know. We're going to see. It's going to be very, very crazy. If you're on YouTube, please let me know how the quality is. I'm testing out some new stuff. I'm doing 1080p and like messing around with some other things. We've been having some weird issues with the YouTube streams recently. Like noties aren't going out. And it keeps like restarting the stream for people and you can't rewind and like a bunch of other stuff. But anyway, let me know how it is. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch is for polls and predictions. If you want to check me out on Twitch, it's HaloBT. But yeah, we got 10 minutes until Game 7. I started a little early just so we don't miss anything. They're going to yap for a bit. I'm probably going to play a little bit of Infinite Box Fights. I don't know. You guys want me to yap or play Infinite Box Fights? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Brilliant quality. Okay, perfect, man. I also lowered the stream delay on the YouTube stream, so let me know how that is as well. It should be like super quick. I'm gonna mute this.
I think we know exactly how that starts. It's gonna start with some of the damage down.
I'm seeing half yap. I'm seeing half box fights. I feel like because it's day 2, we gotta have them yap. You know.
Hold on. You said how much?
We got a lot to yap about.
But yeah, I mean, as we compare,
horror games will be tomorrow, guys.
I think what's interesting is when we look at.
Make sure to check Fortnite tweet important if you haven't. The thing from yesterday.
Kelly, when we flip on over to those later zones, it actually flips again.
Yeah, play skate, dude. Low key.
More damage.
Maybe.
Well, it's definitely indicative of their style. Acorn and Bolt's liking to rotate early, establish themselves so they can get Storm Surge tags, whereas Cold and Rapid are definitely in-game players. Destroying that mid and low ground Vivid is what they are known for, but Acorn and Bolt definitely have a different play style.
Yeah, we can see it right there. First and foremost,
hang on, chat. I'm going to post a new HaloBT Games video in like 15 minutes, okay?
In the moving zones of the game, like that's crazy. Usually, you know, you're box to box with people, you're doing all that shotgun damage, but what kicks it off is
gaming video very soon.
On the north side of the map. They have access to a launch pad. They're of course going to combine the effects of a mist and an overdrive grenade to make sure that they can fly as high as they possibly can. What this allows them to do is, even though they're landing all the way on the north side of the map, they can kind of fly all the way across the map and still secure themselves a very good position inside of the zone. What this kind of allows them to do is base up, just deal all the damage that they need to do. Like we saw zones 1 through 7, it's an incredible amount of damage that they are able to do. But because they're so safe, because they're able to land in those high priority spots, they don't really take any damage. And with the way that the new Storm Surge works, they're able to consistently make it to every single one of these end games, and that's why they're towards the top of the leaderboard right now. It's so crazy. We gotta look on the other side then, right?
Let's go.
About Cold and Rapid.
I'm ready.
Insane.
I'm ready.
You're coming in a single points difference, but for these guys, they're landing middle of the map, right? So talk to me about their strategy.
I gotta claim my.
So successful.
Wait, I can't claim anything? Oh, come on.
Cold, right? I think you can just put that name right.
You lost
there,
the prediction again? Wait, you guys were hosting predictions again on will he be back? Oh my gosh, everyone said no as well.
Rapid have really shown themselves of kind of being able to just handle
y'all are not real, dude.
They have the center of the map, which allows
y'all are not real. Wait, did I get rid of the text? I did. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, it's going to be a similar strategy to what Acorn and Bolts are doing. A little bit different, right?
What's 9 plus 10? 21.
But because they do land center of the map, they're usually pretty close to all of the zones, right? They can kind of just walk over,
Halo for what?
Base up, and again, from there on out, it's pretty much just the same thing. You've got this tall tower. You don't really take damage while you're in it, but you're in one of these high priority spots where a lot of teams are going to be rotating by, so you can get all of the damage dealt that you need to.
Hang on, I'm trying to do a prediction for NA here. All right, who wins this game? Game 7. Clix, Peterbot, HaloBT, Cold, Visuals, Veno, Muzz, Acorn, Bucky, Reet.
Them and Veno and Curve, man, I think they would have a big lead right now.
Yeah, okay. That seems good to me.
Oh, man. It's
all right, I got 10 minutes to predict. Go.
Right, day 2 will bring new things.
How do I get to your map? Yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to queue. All right, so it's called Infinite Box Fights on Fortnite. This is my profile. If you want to, you know, follow me. Wink. Wink, wink, wink. Hear me out. Anyway, you click Infinite Box Fights on my profile, or you search Infinite Holy typing. Like that. Bang. First one. Then bang, and then boom. I'm gonna wear the Zadie skin, so if you find me, you find me. Also, Redhead, thanks so much for resub, dude. Appreciate that. 2 months. I'm seeing a let's go, Clix. Let's go, man. Thanks so much for resub as well. 2 months, bro. Appreciate that a lot. Also, we got 2 subs earlier. I'm sorry for missing that. I was taking my little break. We had Tyson with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, Tyson. Really appreciate that, bro. And Gavin with the Prime sub. Thank you so much as well. Gavin, Tyson, shout out to y'all. As well as Redhead with the resub. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, bro. We are at 285 subs on Twitch now. That is good looks, dude. Maybe if we hit 300, I'll hit the gritty in Fortnite. Maybe. Top 10 qual. Well, this is the big event where you win lots of money and it's crazy. But for the LAN event, I think it's top 15. And you qual for LAN, right? Something like that. What video were you last playing on the playlist? I don't know. I closed it. I don't know, man. I'd have to check. Who do you want to win FNCS? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I want to see Clix get it, but like, it's looking kind of wonky right now. I did 200. I think he's 8th, 7th, right? Something like that. They were doing really good, and then they had some weird games, and so yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. And then Peterbot was doing really bad, and then started popping off out of nowhere. And then, gosh, and then a bunch of other people took like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd and all that. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be intense. I think it's gonna be close. Oh, thank you, Sicko. Thank you. Wait, they're adding a bigger prize pool. What? Okay, guess I'm gonna check this out. Why is this dude looking at my... What are you doing? Alright, let's check this out. Okay. Bigger prize pool and increased qualification opportunities to LAN. 25 duos. Interesting. Okay. 150 players. More teams will advance than ever before. Interesting. Up 5 from previous. Interesting. Okay. Seems like most people are either okay with this or they like it. Okay, cool. That's a little something. W Epic Games. Can ChatGPT make a summary? Yeah, reading's hard. I feel that, bro.
Eric Kelly and of course Zeke always keeping us
on W Fortnite, bro.
I don't even know what I was gonna say after that one. Visual Braids 4th place.
That's actually a really good way of handling
28 points behind 1st place, and I gotta tell you, Kelly, I'm happy that you kind of broke it down because we talked about all the chaos kind of.
All right, Game 7's happening in 3 minutes. Chat, lock in, bro.
These guys have stuck together and it's working right now.
3 minutes.
Really happy to kind of see how that's panning out, and I gotta tell you, I'm looking at their match.
Type a W in chat if you guys are excited for the tourney, bro.
Yesterday,
and type also who you think is going to win. Type that in the chat as well. Let me know who you think is going to win.
If they had a good game like they did in all of the other games, they'd be in 1st place right now.
Fortnite fam, I hope you see that what me and Vivid see all the time again on these the broadcasts is that Kelly is a menace, okay? Why don't we talk about one last duo? It's Javi and Aminished. You know, they're currently in 5th place, right? 270
I'm seeing
points,
Bolts, I'm seeing Clix, I'm seeing Cold, HaloBT.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Day, new strategy,
a lot of Clix, a lot of Cold, some Bolts.
Well, you say the word new, and that
Pigs,
immediately makes me think
visuals,
of how this team
lots of W's in the chat. Okay. Chat, y'all got 5 more minutes to do the predictions on Twitch. If you're on my Twitch, twitch.tv/HaloBT, you can predict on who's going to win using your channel points. Lock in. We got 21,000 channel points on Clix at 79% of the votes.
So to see Hobby and Aminished form together and be this new duo with that juxtaposition.
You know, if we get tickets, does this mean we'll have a 3-day ticket instead of 2? I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the Summit LAN event.
To what their advantage is.
I'm playing a map and I can't get the pistol. You gotta angle it weird. I don't know. It's a strange bug. You can pick it up. You just have to angle it.
But when it comes to the FNCS, sometimes that's the most important thing.
Doesn't sound silly at all. Consistency is key when it comes down to Fortnite. And right now, these guys, they have an average time alive of 20+ minutes. So they're kind of consistently making to those later.
Go back to Fortnite. There's no point in cranking. Like, the match literally starts in 1 minute, guys. You see that?
Top teams and how many times they've been struck by storm
bro,
surge.
claims say massive. Okay.
They were kind of up there. I think they
Hang on.
took like 20 around. Like
I'm gonna yell. So if you're on a TV, you might want to turn it down.
I saw visuals and braids 0 times for those guys. Acorn and Bolts 0 times. So Avi and Minish just a couple of fumbles. Storm surge, but if they could fix that, man, they could make a run for that top 3, top 2. They could win it too.
Another duo we actually didn't talk
Well, I know what
about,
else is massive.
Currently in 3rd place.
Fortnite.
Ritual,
And using code Halo7 in the Fortnite shop.
That's only 8 points behind Acorn and Bolt. I mean, come on. We're gonna make this happen, right?
Yeah, it's H's and Rituals. They already got Victory Royale. They already got a 2nd place. There's a few games where they're making it to the very end and they're just not being able to stick together and survive to the very final moments.
You ain't funny. Okay, my bad, bro. Dang.
We saw from yesterday. But Agers and Rituals
That was
are definitely
me.
within contention. It's crazy looking at this leaderboard. Literally,
I miss that meme, man.
8 could make some crazy plays today, Vivid, and jump into that.
The low taper meme was way better than 6-7.
I'm
sorry.
Top 7.
Not even close.
Clix and Higgs sitting in 7th
Yo,
place
hello,
right now.
what's
They
up?
started yesterday so hot. It looked like they were going to run away with the competition. Their high ground, it was so clean. I want to see them
redo. That was weak. No.
Today. Have a good 6 games and see where they end
Chat,
up.
I'm gonna lose my voice, man. Y'all got me screaming way too much.
They're right behind Peterbot and Pollo. Right?
I gotta chill, dude. I'm gonna lose my voice.
Behind them. So there's just so much that could happen today. 6 games to determine it all. Fortnite fan, we hope you are as excited as we are. With that being said, Game 7 is ready. Let's kick off.
Let's go, chat. Who's ready, bro? Who thinks that Peterbot is gonna land on Clix?
Coming into today, Monster, I'm looking at the leaderboard, trying to get a feel of who actually
I paid you 20K. Dude, read the description of what it says.
Reed and Cooper. Then I thought Cole and Madden. They're
read the description. Go on.
Curve. They know how to take over games. Threats and Veer,
say massive.
Have been performing phenomenally. So when I come in today,
I said massive. I did the requirement.
That's the thing. You know, we have these teams that are
turn up the Fortnite stream? Yeah.
better on day 2, but then again, anything can happen. You see that breakaway performance.
Sorry, this guy in my chat's yapping.
Get a little lucky. Some players just outperform plays above and beyond their usual selves, like we saw with Bolts yesterday.
YouTube chat,
really
is the quality better or worse?
I mean, I'm with you.
Compared to my stream from earlier today.
Obviously, if you're in a 300
better or worse? Better or worse?
You gotta prove it first.
What we feeling? Better or worse?
Throughout day number 1, Monster, we've seen
Can you
big
turn it
games,
down now?
over 100-point games, almost every single one by at least one of those teams. So I kind of agree with you.
All right, turning it down.
Crazy to think a lot of these teams can't catch up, but with a day break in between, a chance to VOD review, fix some of these mistakes. You got a new chance.
Let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens.
Jack and Penn.
Threw my cam back for yes.
At the split drop, it is going to be a 50-50 instead of trying to take 2 different sides. And Penn getting tagged up down to 26 HP. Jack as well. They get the first knock onto Dragon. He can't clean it up though. He just falls short of that mark. Now it's going to be up to Penn to try to push in, but he gets taken down
1v2,
as well.
dang.
Creon really clutching up.
GG, man.
Yeah, this has just gone back and forth. You know,
2 shotguns as well.
Their
it's pretty lucky off one.
Individual moments essentially, but Creon and
can you look at your Fortnite for 1 second? No. You guys are gonna be doing party ups on me.
And then he exposed himself. And no, you know they're gonna push here, especially after seeing the shield crack. There's no reason not to.
No, he's
and
dead.
not only that, don't forget, Electra was playing really good yesterday.
Dead.
I mean, they even got the best of Veno and Curve at some point. So this is not a team that you could just push over.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's time to talk about adjustments from day 1 to day 2. Electro and Ope were one of those teams. They landed up here. They landed at Battlewood. They came back up here. So already you can see the feeling to start their day. We're going to do better off towards the top. Let these 2 teams fight it out, and let's try to crash as a third party and clean it up. Paper and Rezi, a few struggles yesterday. Paper going down to a little bit of fall damage in the off-spawn fights. But one thing I've learned about Paper over the last 2 years is he's someone I feel like you could never count out. No matter how bleak it looks, he's somebody that usually ends up inside of the bubble.
Yeah, he finds his way, man. When there's a will, there's definitely a way, and Paper is a vet that's been around the block for quite some time. Now, other teams that I want to see a little bit more from today is obviously Veno's team in the end game. We saw how much of an explosive early game they had finding.
Yeah, they were doing good yesterday, and then they had a couple bad matches that
like
kind of stumped them for a bit.
On the outskirts.
It'd be good to see them pop off today.
The early team fight right now is the first for Neo. Noisy have zipped it down right now. Void just playing roll around here, trying to stay in the game right now. They might have given him a little too much space to work with.
You should change the title since it's past 30 hours. Nah, that's fine.
Being a 1v1 is very interesting.
You guys are getting extras, you know?
You really don't want to let him get that res off, but it's kind of hard when you almost leave yourself open to getting tagged up once you play a little bit too aggressive. Third parties are all around on this side. He always going to be able to clean up that first knock, the elimination. Cypher quickly goes in, gets the materials. That could be the difference maker in him surviving and going down to Neo. He's looking to press in this fight.
Definitely like what I'm seeing right now, but at the end of the day, Neo gets a little opportunity to
37-hour stream. No, bro.
For him to do that, they understand the general area dynamic. Is
Y'all don't gotta be greedy, man.
As well, right? This is no.
I'm already at 30, bro. We're pushing 31.
At least, obviously, given yesterday they had all types of third parties.
I think that's good.
And Chance on the other side seem to be doing things a little differently here.
From Battlewood, they know that
sneaky action.
The south. That's going to be Slips and Toronto. They're lurking up on one. Just a little cheeky shot.
Oh, that'd been nice. Piece control if he got it.
They realize they have the numbers advantage. They're trying to take it while they can and instantly get that first knock onto Slips without even taking too much damage, Monster. That's one thing we always
I don't think they took any damage there.
Like this. It's great to get the elimination, but how much damage did you take back because of Surge? Threats, Veer winning their off-spawn fight as well, but you got to be careful. Veer was down to a sliver of HP.
Yeah, talking about that damage exchange, that's not the kind of position you want to be in when you're finishing it up. A lot of it obviously getting gifted right back to the opponents. Such a different dynamic, the way Surge plays out. Chance and Tyler doing a good job right here, though. Pushing down Toronto. Toronto missing those important shots.
They're just playing with their food, man.
A bit of room. Gets one counter fire off, but in the end, Tyler, Chance finds
himself. Spectated that guy before? I have, yeah.
Here. And Jacob,
I feel like I spectated the entire Fortnite community, man. Oh, Peterbot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
76 or so. You see even
just hopping in there.
Recognizing that they have to play for a big game right now. Peterbot's someone that yesterday towards the tail end, I'd say the last 2 or 3 games, seemed to be playing really aggressive in the early end.
Yeah, I think you kind of realize, especially with a lot of these teams, Clix and Eggs, Peterbot, Poyo, and you even saw Acorn and Bolts in some instances where they were either on the line of Storm Surge barely ahead or in some instances below that actual damage threshold. So sometimes you're going to have to think differently and probably pull out one of your tricks. We know Peterbot can get aggressive and flip that switch in a moment's notice. And I think a lot of players are feeling that same way, whether they're contested or not. I think Kelly was one of the ones that spoke about the point differential in eliminations from a 1 point
What's good, Halo? What's up, Ghost on the YouTube stream?
This is 4 points per elimination. We broke it down yesterday. The very last major that we had in NA Central was decided by 3 points. That's 1 elimination. Honestly, that's 2 placings difference to winning the actual FNCS.
Yeah, we saw there was a moment yesterday when Clix was going for that victory royale that they knew, and he knew he had to risk it all. And
it's probably gonna be slow matches for a little bit, man.
Just to try to.
Everyone's trying to ease into the day,
He knows better than anyone how close things can get towards the end. You want to put it all on the table for G Monster and Magma, though. You can see there, he have officially been exposed here.
Yeah, that.
No, they already lost the fight.
Builds. Get you a little bit of shields, but doesn't really help.
Yeah, that 150 to start is just.
Go ahead and move in, help out Magma. He takes a big shot.
Why not shoot?
He's going to attack from the other side. 20's there, still trying to put pressure, but playing a little bit more careful. Doesn't have shields, can easily. Wait,
no, they reset it. This is a fair fight now.
He's just trying to put down pressure with Neko, but now that Magma.
The other team's sold, not pressuring fast enough.
It might be a wise decision to finally pop those heals. Eventually, that wave will burst through this area and break all the build spot if you're ready for it. 20 with a cheeky angle, landing some good shots onto G-Money yet again. This is such a claustrophobic fight here with 20 and Neko still having a huge advantage.
Great angles, however, they've already
gotta run out of shotgun ammo right now. Oh my gosh. Right bullets.
Big investment so far. This has to come to a screeching halt here soon, or it's not going to be looking good for anyone involved in this fight right now. G-Money jumps back over, gets some
it's a bit awkward.
Heals, and I think they're trying to find an exit strategy.
Yeah, it's not every day you see fights going down.
I mean, they got some surge tags at this point. Both teams are griefed as ditch.
Where there's kind of the 2 ways in and out that you kind of port through, then usually 1 exit. So we'll see if that fight does continue or either teams do try to disengage out. Peterbot Poyo this time around. I know you talked about that one elimination, but it seems like teams are getting more and more comfortable rotating in towards Squibbly Shores. Maybe you have to account for yesterday, one of the big focal points of their strategy was building that massive surge tower just outside towards the gas station. So teams are maybe saying, hey, we can go in, sneak some, maybe try to get out. But a different change of pace for Peterbot and Poyo. They're actually going in, looting up the entire POI. So for CDZ and Raven, this might be a chance for them to lurk or get caught off guard.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can think about how aggressive they were playing. They were actually leaving their POI to try to fight other teams. So for CDZ and Raven, maybe some of their strategy revealed to them, like, we can kind of come around. They might not even
Someone's
be
gonna be
here.
lit for FNCS?
Clearly
Yeah, dude.
not.
Aren't they doing the land like late this summer?
Lurk onto Visual Embrace. That would have been
I'm pretty excited for that, bro. That's gonna be cool.
Elimination
Massive.
right there. One that would have
No, I'm kidding.
surely
Chill,
shaken
chill,
up the
chill, chill.
leaderboards. Given that both teams are neck and neck.
I'm not gonna
now.
bother trying to bring that meme back.
Visual and Braids get lucky enough here and don't let their guard down.
It's long dead, man.
Yeah, this is the
Sad times.
blessing and the curse for Visual and Braids, though, is because in the last
That's in May?
game
Oh,
of
it's
the
in
day
May.
yesterday, they went
Oh, gosh.
down
I thought it was
to
early-
a team lurking
early,
on this
like,
exact spot. Visual
late
Braids, for the
June?
most part, since they land just
Something like
outside
that?
of Dark Dominion on this split drop and there's
Dang, dude.
mountains. And then on top of that, Monster at center zone. How
Okay,
much
that's
better can
sick.
it get? They usually stay here for the first 4 to
Yeah, and then
5
they'll
zones,
end off this
depending on
Fortnite
where it
season.
pulls.
When does
They
this Fortnite season end
consistently
again?
gets damage, 'cause no matter
Is
where
it
the
also
zone
late
goes,
May?
north, south, east, or west,
Or probably have to be
the
early
chances are
June, a little bit
very,
after
very high. Teams will have to
FNCS.
rotate around Visual and Braids in order to get inside of the zone. So just make it a huge
2nd of June.
focal
Okay,
point of their
gotcha. Thanks,
strategy.
chat.
So if you guys VOD reviewed yesterday, coming in today,
Yeah,
you
I
can
think I'll
see
definitely
that.
lock in on content
Sure,
in
Visual
May.
Braids, maybe you can try to plan around it. The Acorn and Bolts.
Try to like really get on it. And then this summer I'll have such a good schedule, bro. I'm really excited for this summer.
They mix with the utility, and another instance of that as they quickly get to
Oh, we just got fried there.
One of two teams that had a near perfect day for the most part. Not really dropping any rounds, but
Oh, he's not gonna be able to get the res.
Short right now. You have Reap falling here. Off from
Oh,
the team
gosh.
in the distance. Muzzin Sphinx recognize the danger immediately after the Flowberry miss comes down, and in they go to get the finish up right there.
Yeah,
It does seem like
It's
they are
June
now
5th.
rewarded.
that's fine.
All that extra
I mean, it's a
loot.
couple days, it
Cooper
doesn't make a
rotates
difference.
Right into CDZ. Raven puts down
Appreciate
some
the chat.
good pressure onto Raven there. But do they recognize there could be
September's
just a solo
globals
here
and
on
then the
other side
lands
of
in
wall?
May.
That is the question here. I think Cooper knows
September. Oh my
that he's
gosh.
in big danger here, so off he goes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a minute.
Continuously getting worse. Look at where
What's up,
he's
Bar X? How you doing, man?
Peterbot and Poyo, and they're one.
Oh,
team
no, do
for
not-
certain.
do
If they
not
know
run into
you're a
Peterbot
solo,
here. Oh,
especially
my
isolated like
gosh.
This, they're gonna go. They see Cooper trying to rotate
No,
in. Big
man.
damage coming out from the both of them. Cooper backed up
No.
against the wall. They continuously tried to spray it in. Just one of those shots needs to breathe through the builds in order to connect, in order to get that elimination. But Cooper is swiftly moving in and outside of these builds.
That's
dropping
terrible, bro.
bits, able to
He
get
actually just
minimal
stepped on a
amount of
landmine.
shield. At least he's able to help him survive his onslaught.
Yeah, he's
for an
dead.
Extra couple of seconds here, but Peterbot and Poyo continuously on the look. Again, they know
Yeah,
this
GG,
player,
bro.
Cooper, is a solo, so they're not
That
going to
is
stop
so
until they
unfortunate.
secure that elimination. 4 more points for Peterbot and Poyo in a game that's looking very, very accelerated.
Gifted.
Is Clix
Gifted
died?
that
No, no,
time
he's up.
around as well. Just landing
Clix is up,
right on
Peterbot's
them
up.
as they were trying to finalize their metal reserves for the.
It's gonna be fun to watch, plus no school. Yes, sir, man. You guys are out of school late May, right? Most of you guys for US.
Be overly consistent when it comes
I think
to
it's
elims
late May for like
and
half of US, and then East Coast it's early June.
What is Venom gonna do? Is he gonna chop
Right.
this down? Like I'm
Like
curious
West
at this
Coast
point.
and
Much easier to chop than some of the
Central.
metal and brick
Wood.
bases that we're seeing. He's going for
I'm
it. Doesn't
pretty
look
sure.
Like Aviv or King got the
Oh, May
signal yet.
15th.
After
Dang,
they
you're out
they're
soon.
dropping down.
Early
This
May,
is actually
mid-May.
Venno- Yeah, this was actually Venno's base, so maybe they had
Oh,
an
dude, that's
inkling he
so
was gonna
hype.
work on
I might
over.
got a super
Not sure if they
lock
got
in
the
May.
audios
Hold
or
on.
Not, but able to
Oh, dude, I
survive
forgot a lot of you guys are out that early, dude.
disaster there.
When I
Venno
did
just
school, I was
scurries
out
away,
by, like,
reunites back
July,
to Curve, who already has his base set
for
up in one of the
online.
main buildings north side of the Battlewood Boulevard.
For-
But you
yeah,
see
most of
where the
my
zone is
online school.
actually
It was, like,
pulling. So
July.
You see why and Venno and Curve are taking a different mountain or a different approach to this game
Oh,
than
dude, I might gotta
usually
lock
every other.
in then. Do I lock
Definitely
in?
interesting there.
Type of one if I should lock
Almost
in, bro.
edited the whole base down. Just had to break an extra piece
Oh,
of
dude, that'd be
wood there.
good.
Ends up working out though in the end. Brett's V on the other side.
I
There's
might
two
have to.
elims here. Have them set up and
For the summer break, you
bit
know,
of a different ending.
hey, we
Maybe
might gotta do like a little Halo
Zone
VT
right now.
summer action.
see how this ends up playing out. All the zones that came this way. pretty
Daily
much Clix and
gaming?
Higgs performed
Perhaps.
absurdly well.
I don't know.
Continue to pick up the pace
All right,
here
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Back into a top 3 position. Cold and
I got a little bit going on IRL. I still gotta finish studying for my permit, and then I want to get my license this summer. So that's gonna be sweaty.
In-game eliminations. Clearly
and I got a few things I'm not gonna yap about that are gonna go on, and then
based off of elims alone.
Yeah, in 5 games, Monster,
yeah, no, I should be able to lock in.
With their worst game being
my summer break is like July 15th. Yeah, no. For the US, it's really early, man. It's crazy.
26th place, so outside of placement points, so all they got is those elims, which allowed for Acorn and Bolts, who's been consistent.
I can't imagine Halo driving a car, laughing my arms off. Really, bro?
See how things continue to shake out. Javi and Aminish here.
The laughing my arms off was unnecessary.
Going into this game, and this is where there's a little bit more of a gap. Everybody in the top 4.
I'll be a great driver, Chad. You gotta trust me, bro. If I can drive a car in Fortnite, I can drive a car in real life.
Overall tournament. You can see
let's be fair.
Place with 4 eliminations was going to be their starting.
Hear me out.
And each and every one who got better.
You don't gotta look at me like that.
Minish Javi here on the move. Playing the outside. I kind of like
bad,
this, right?
gang.
Using this storm
you sure, Cap? Okay.
The north side definitely is a strat. Now, this is a team that didn't tank storm early, right? So
never mind, then. Never mind.
Jacob here to take a
I mean, those horror games say one thing. Okay, no, but those horror games have like weirdly programmed cars. That's not my fault, bro. You know.
They are. Zone moves right into
like, those brakes are stiff. Like
it's
a car's fault.
So you can easily pull off of that mountain, but if you're up there, you can shockwave off. You can go ahead and take high, or just simply use the running shockwave to cover the distance. Fifth zone. Could
you do more supermarkets in the summer, please? Yeah, if I see a bunch of love for it, I'm done. I really like that game. I just stopped playing because the YouTube wasn't doing as well.
You're seeing why a lot of these teams are staggering themselves so long.
Wise words from Halo. If I could drive a car in Fortnite, I could drive a car in real life. No, it's true though.
And they just want to dodge all the chaos of this mid game, where typically you will.
How old are you? 18.
From other players trying to rotate.
Nah, but I gotta learn how to drive, chat. I can't keep putting it off, you know. I gotta do it this summer. I've been procrastinating this junk for 3 years. Like if I procrastinate any longer, y'all are gonna compare me to SpongeBob SquarePants, and that'll be really annoying. So
they're gonna fall below, but
just gotta get my license, bro. Oh no way! What a shot there! Let's go, Bucky!
Elimination as well. That sends him flying up that Storm Surge leaderboard.
That was crazy. Big performance, big opportunity there for Bucky to keep his team.
Definitely don't want to get
greased
greased here, though.
Danger territory to well above and safe now. They just have to survive the onslaught. And look at this. They eliminated that team long before they can even get situated and start digging into
Show us your Fortnite driving skills. Nah, I'm good.
In the reserves.
I'm good.
Ritual, it is not looking good for him.
Is bro wearing SpongeBob SquarePants right now?
All up to Agers now. He's putting his team on the back.
Yo, wearing a pet in FNCS is crazy. Think of the input delay, man. No.
We'll see if he ends up having time to double back now. So no. Is pushing there. There it is. And luckily for him, I mean, the pressure eases up. Now, we are in the in-game,
hey, thank you, Morgan.
So Agers is positioned just well enough. The shockwaves, all the extra maps.
I don't know how good I'm going to be, but, you know, we're going to try.
Still into a positive-sum game for them.
Yeah, it's 264.
Do a duo now.
Threshold. That can teeter-totter.
Bro's going to be driving on the grass while listening to Coral Chorus. Yo, that might be the first song I play when I get a car, bro.
Only solo there. You see Salt.
Facts.
Some others on that side of the map. Probably easing the tension, though, since they're all Peterbot. The chances of getting the rest on.
Dude, we had a Peterbot win first game. Oh my
gosh.
That'd be crazy.
600 above the damage threshold. And you're seeing almost a different approach to start the games yesterday to start the games today. Yesterday,
who's first? I think it's Rise.
Most of these end games going from
that's first. I actually kind of forgot.
They're going to start at the low ground and probably elevate themselves with each and every pass.
I don't know.
Gonna have to definitely find some new positioning. Not sure if I've ever seen Peterbot and Oya be so passively tucked in the low ground on the backside of zone here. Look at this. The zone's gonna pull far in.
Nah, bro. 18 with no permits, low-key bad twin. Nah, it's not.
Here, so they're gonna get a lot of value.
If I was like 30,
catches if opponents start
okay,
to
but no, 18's not bad.
Pretty much a bit of that high.
I know most people get their permit at 15, but 18's not bad whatsoever, bro.
A bunch of fire.
I know a lot of people that
find themselves
also are in my boat, so it's chill.
As opposed to looking for a fight right now, so.
Rise got DQ'd.
Oh, be fishing for damage here on the moving.
I'm dumb, bro.
26 below.
Never
Even
mind.
with that contested off spawn fight, you got to imagine.
Yeah, bolts,
Since it is
bolts,
on
bolts.
spawn, 100 HP. If they took damage, you saw Spear down to a sliver of HP at one point to start the
I was
game,
reading
so
something else, man.
just because you're contested,
I
just
do that a
because you
lot.
win
I'll
doesn't
read a
mean
message and
all
then
joy at
like
the end of the day.
confuse
But
what
you're
I'm
right.
saying with what I'm
First 10
reading.
is going to be out healer, but 17
Ah,
players
man.
need to go down. They're just on that line.
What'd your first car be? Probably a Bugatti.
And his duo above. They're trying to get one of those shots to bleed through. They have the Thunderburst, the consistent pressure, but no luck on their side. 60 below, taking damage. They
I mean,
have
first
no
car with a
extra
license.
heals monster in this moment. They are going to jump above.
Obvious.
Storm Surge for them.
You gotta
It's not
send
going
it.
to be a thing, but they need to be persistent, try to put down the pressure, because just because they're ahead here doesn't mean they're going to be ahead in the next zone.
Nah, I don't know.
Peterbot Boyo, though, continue to do what they do. We said that they
Oh
were
my
looking
gosh.
uncharacteristically positioned on the backside of zone.
W
You
beam?
can see it's ending up playing out in their favor. They find a Elim here, and then they rotate
You think
in
Fortnite's dying now?
smoothly right afterwards. But when you start looking up towards height, when you start looking at who's trying to position
I'm doing-
for
how you
the
doing? I'm
big
doing good.
win,
How you,
once
Sledge?
again here, it's Clix and Higgs. I love that they're trying to take on
Yes,
this
they're going height
identity
again, bro.
as a high ground
Let's
team,
go.
and one that's willing to put everything on
They
the line.
win when they're on
here.
height.
Yep. 8th zone, though. We've seen so many instances yesterday with team after team after team sending it for that high ground, trying to fight.
Yeah, for sure,
Akers
Morgan, for sure.
Was one of them, but it's not going to be one of them in this game. 77 below the damage threshold by himself. Tries to sneak a shot in onto Jarku and Carillion. Doesn't find any luck there, but he needs to be persistent because he is out of heals. 165 HP. He can only take about 8 ticks of this zone total.
No way
Even
you
if
hit
he
that.
was full health, and those
Dude.
ticks are being a huge difference.
That's huge for
maker,
Surge, yeah.
forcing him to try to make a play here.
Are you gonna play any games today?
145. He's gonna be able to make it
Nah.
above on that last one because
Just
of the
having sales,
shockwave
guys.
of
I'm
somebody
pretty
else.
locked in
Now
on
he's
this,
gonna
dude.
try to shockwave
I
He
need to
takes
see who
that
wins this.
Same amount of damage.
I
The blessing
need
here,
it,
though,
bro.
monster for him is Storm Surge just deactivated.
I
That's
need
right.
it.
We are inside that top 40 from the high ground, though. Clix and Higgs
Why does
doing
the audio
exactly
keep
what
going
they do
out?
best, already finding several sets of elimination, little extra damage onto what looked to be Curve and Higgs there, but while we look away, Zen tries to come up here. This is, of course, Bucky and Zen trying to make a play.
Are they
for
gonna
height, but
zone
Clix
wars
and Higgs
PG
shut it
Clix for
down,
height here?
And they remain successful.
I don't know about that.
In control here at the moment. Now, do keep in mind, they committed very
I
early
don't
here,
know,
and they
man.
didn't have max material. All that they're trying to do right now is show that they are willing to
Oh, he killed
dominate
Bucky.
height here and play for the win.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Higgs finally getting that elimination, getting cleaned up for Bucky, looking towards the backside of the zone, trying to find Loop, and instead he finds Tyler Chance. Not sure if they see Peterbot and Poyo either. They're going to shockwave to the front, not just yet going for height. We still got a few more zones for that to be a possibility, but if you look at their material count, they might have to get an elimination first. Muzz and Sphinx will be above. Acorn and Bolts down below in the mud, find themselves 2 more eliminations here. Acorn not getting one, so no siphon for him, so he has to beeline it to the zone. Not a lot on the Chug Jug either, so a dangerous position here for Acorn to be in.
And there's opponents in the storm as well. Bolts is somewhat
Yeah,
left
no one's looking for
behind
height
here,
either. I
trapped
think
in the
Clix is
build.
gonna win this
Meanwhile,
match.
Cold and Rapido, a single
chilling on height, bro.
We've seen them do best. I won't count Cold out any further, as I've done that once before, and I made
They're
a
definitely a height
mistake
duo.
by saying so. Veno, Curve on the other side have 4 eliminations. Pressure coming in here. This is what we wanted to see from Veno and Curve. Yesterday, they just couldn't quite figure out their end game and find their footing. But now, here we are, seeing a
Oh,
stronger
no. Wait,
than ever
Peterbot and
Veno.
Poyo are still doing
Yeah,
pretty
they
good,
have
though.
almost maxed out materials compared to everybody else. Peterbot and Poyo running out, trying to get
If they
into
can
the
get a
box. They
refresh
don't
on
find
low
any
ground, dude,
opportunities
that might
there.
be kind of
So
bad.
just continue
Might be a
on, get to
2v2
the
Pete
front
on
side
low
of the
ground and
zone. Chug
Clix on
Jugs,
height.
Pizzas. Poyo has plan B
Oh, no,
ready.
wait,
Here
no,
we
no,
go,
no, no,
come
no,
down.
no, wait, Clix
The high
died?
ground gets
Down.
contested. Clix falls. Higgs
Oh,
being forced
no,
out
no,
of
no,
zone.
no.
It's Salt and enough. A whole
Oh
new
my
team
gosh, no way they
entering
yoinked that
into
junk.
the mix, ready to make day number 2 count
No
here. They already have
way.
those 3 eliminations. They're looking up, making sure nobody else is up there. They don't see
Higgs is
anybody.
playing
so they
Storm now.
Immediately set their eyes back
and
to
then these
down
guys are
low,
going high.
and
It's
that was
Veno.
the distraction. That was the mistake. Flying from
Bro.
outside of the zone. Curve
I think the
and
NA
Veno
players
are now
realized
our
that
new
no one was
teams on
going for
high
height
ground.
yesterday.
Excellent execution as well from
Oh, gosh,
practice
man.
to putting it into play here. Curve and Veno
think
have the
Pete's
high
still-
ground here.
yeah.
No heals though, so we'll keep an eye on them. Boyo is down and out. Peterbot left to clutch this up by
Peterbot.
himself. He makes it
200.
right into the top 10.
Yeah, it's over.
It's a little bit of HP
GG,
there, but
dude.
unfortunately will fall just short. Now Curve and Veno assessing the situation here. They have mats to play with. They have the height and the distance
potentially
from
a
the rest of the
Veno win here.
opponents, but can they put the pressure down?
Yeah,
Potentially.
this game in 10th place on the
I'm
leaderboard.
seeing it.
Not
I'm
where
seeing
they
it.
had hoped. And one thing we were both
It is a
questioning
potential.
is what is going wrong in their mid to end games, because if they can make it there, they can make the plays happen, and they're showing it here early in game number 1. Cold and Rapid get pushed. Cold goes down. A sacrifice for Rapid. He gets the E-limit. He's trying to get out. Wagers goes down to Muzz and Sphinx. This is just chaos ensuing on the low ground, and for Muzz and Sphinx, they might be the only duo left alive down below.
They're playing the music
Rapid
early.
goes out.
They did that
down.
yesterday.
They
Oh
have
my
full
gosh.
Control of the bottom side of the map.
No, man.
Now, if they could just get a little bit of material here off one of these refreshes, they'll
Gotta
be
lock in on the
huge
production,
here
dude.
To actually fight for the win right now.
still got
There
another
it
2v2
is,
here.
The most important elim.
Yeah, I'm feeling a Venom win here.
Are really down and out. They're pretty much down bad here. This is going to come down to all accuracy.
See Venno just trying to use the audio.
Yep, they win.
The mythic
Yeah,
bomb
GG.
takes down Sphinx.
GG,
gets the Cypher,
bro.
at least
Oh
he's
my
trying to
gosh.
Keep himself alive, playing Disruptor against Mars.
Beautiful.
Curve and Venno start day number
Beautiful.
1, game 7.
Oh, I'm gonna challenge points to claim.
And Venno is that guy. He's the guy that we knew that coming into a second day, he's going to tweak
I think we had a
the
prediction
game
for Venno,
plan.
right?
He's going to make sure he's going to be able to perform here, Jacob. And they did just that.
Guys.
What a win for them right there. They're going to wrap up the first game here on the second day. Game 7.
Y'all gotta learn how predictions work on Twitch, bro. Y'all just gave every single channel point to Morgan, dude. Let's go, Morgan. Bro just turned 10,000 channel points into 43,000. Twitch chat, y'all gotta learn predictions, bro. Like, dude.
Kelly. I'm losing it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
you are,
man.
but they are, and I think that there was a lot of us wondering if they were losing it after date number
Y'all gotta
1.
lock in on the
They also
predictions,
place,
bro.
Which, you know, reasonably isn't that bad.
That's
of a position,
bad,
but
man.
against
10 to
Venno, we were kind of
46K.
expecting them to be in the top 5 after day number 1. But
Holy
if they
cow,
continue
man.
to play like this,
Bro, on the
Vivid,
lottery
if they're
over
able to
here.
run that mid game and then wait for the opportune
That's
moment
crazy,
to
dude.
steal
Let's go,
rank,
Morgan.
just like they did in game number 7. Then I
There'll
can
be
imagine
channel
we'll be
points.
seeing Curve and Venno climbing up that leaderboard as the day goes on.
I mean, Venno coming over to NA, he was one of those
Nah, I'm
players that
good.
people were kind of expecting to see up on the high ground, and that conversation kind of fizzled out. It felt like,
Nah,
kind of,
I'm good.
you know, coming into these.
All right, we're gonna
grand
do new
finals,
prediction
like today,
chat.
Peterbot
Lock
and Player,
in this
they were the
time,
two
all right,
main
all right.
contenders that everybody was kind of talking about, and it feels like finally in game number 7, we get to see
Y'all really
exactly
selling on the
why
predictions.
those initial thoughts of Venno looking to control the high ground,
who
even
wins
a
game
team to
8? Yep,
begin
there we
with.
go.
And I gotta
Bang.
tell you, this is very, very scary for this grand finals and everybody that was above Venno and Curve at the start of today. Because yesterday,
Y'all better
in
start paying your
game-
HaloBT
game
tax, by
number
the way.
1, they did not have any singular game.
All these channel
where they
points
got
we're getting out
better
here.
than 10th place. This was their first
You don't read
time
my chats? Just did
jumping
200.
into the single digits of placements, and they win it. And they
Right.
look disgusting. I mean, that shot right there from Venno, you guys couldn't
There we
see
go.
me.
Now I'm out of
My
coconut
jaw
water.
was literally as far down as it possibly could go. He looks like he's in form right now. The duo's looking good.
That was a good one,
They
dude.
made it to the end game all the way.
10 prediction already
They were
did,
on
dude?
the higher ground. I don't know.
Look at your phone,
I'm
man.
scared.
Nah, Drip Master with the
Oh my God,
tax.
this
Let's
is why
go.
Sometimes we talk about like day 2 teams, right? Day 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Should I make the taxes cheaper, guys?
Has Venno
It is kind of
been
expensive.
Set free. Is he off the leash? Is he going crazy? Oh,
Are you gonna watch the
okay.
Backrooms movie when it comes out? Oh, you bet.
Don't worry. We still have 5 games
bet, dude.
left to go. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, you know we have to take a look at those standings because
Oh, yeah.
there's been some changes. We'll see you in just a minute.
All right. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Oh, y'all are still here. Help! Help! I'm literally stuck. I can't move, bro. I'm full boxed. Oh, wait. I thought I was going to break his ankles. W reaction time. Just in time, bro. That's crazy. Alright, I'm not gonna read people's messages that say I don't read chat, because then it causes an issue where everyone just types Halo doesn't read chat because you know I read it. Y'all know gosh darn well I read the gosh darn chat, gosh darn it. You know what I mean? Gosh darn it. Not bad. I did. Full piece. Hello. Whoa! Oh, the aura loss. The aura loss. The aura loss. Oh my gosh. Hey, if you would can't decide what to have for dinner, bro, I don't even know anymore, man. Low key, I've been messing with breakfast for dinner recently. I would recommend some breakfast for dinner. I would do like eggs and toast or something. That's been my go-to as of the last like week and a half or so. Wait, he moving? He moving? No, he went down. Don't do that. Hey, dude. I'm down. Whoa! That was rude. Yeah, he doesn't read chat. Guys, I am serious though. The rage baiting is going too far, man. Like, if y'all keep typing that, I'm just gonna make it so it automatically times out. It times you out if you type Halo doesn't read chat. I'm serious. Like, it's getting annoying, bro. Y'all know gosh darn well. Gosh darn it. Gotta read. Breakfast for dinner is... Wait. This is classic. I'm gonna have scrambled eggs. Let's go. Mongrel classic. Yeah. I have a friend. Let's go. A dollar sign? Whoa! Everyone's just gonna keep killing the other dude in the box and then proceeding to emo with me. I didn't know you're live. What's up, bro? Halo really reads the chat. I do! I do, bro. You know what? For the next 10 seconds, starting after I do a triple edit, I'm gonna read every single chat message. Starting... No, you broke my thing. No, man, no. I just want to do one triple edit. Starting now. W, how Halo reads chat. W, what region do you play on? I have no idea. Hi, Halo. What's up? How you doing? Please stop. Are you in my game? I don't know. Bad word. Halo does not read the chat. Halo read the chat. Play Arc Raiders. No. What keyboard do you have? Looting. Yo, Halo. What's up? Yo, your buns. Hi, Halo. What's up? How you doing? Watch FNCS. I'm about to. What's up, Halo? What's up? Your hairline's moving dead side. No, it's not. 6'7". You're not funny. Chun-Li's so cool. Vouch that. Bad word. Bad word. Bolt BT. Cuss word. Is Halo bald? No. Halo, everyone's predicting Venom now. That's funny. Halo's sweaty. Hi, Halo. Hey, Halo. Hi, Halo. Are you graduated? Yes. I skipped a year and graduated early. You missed a lot. No, I didn't. What are your settings? YouTube video. Look it up. Hi, Halo. Hi, Halo. Hi, 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 Halo. Hi, 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 hi. How old are you? 18. Yo, what's good, Halo? Hi. Halo is so cute and so rich and so successful and so cool. Oh my gosh, HaloBT. I'm going to use code Halo7 in the Fortnite shop. Yo, who said that? Yo, I really appreciate that, bro. Favorite car? All of them. Read my name? No. What's for dinner? Don't know. Wait, my mom said that. I don't know. It's up to you. Hi, Hello. What's up? Hi, Halo. Love your content. Thank you, bro. No one said that? No, I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. Halo, so handsome. What region you play on? I have no idea. Excuse me. Read my name. I love your streams. Thank you so much. What's your credit code? Halo7. Who's winning FNCS? I have no idea. I love your streams. Thank you so much, River. What's your real name? I have no idea. What's up, dude? How you doing? What's up? Hi. So we're reading fake chats? Nope. Respond for 10 gifted on Twitch. So easy, bro. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. What's up, Aiden? How we doing? And then you're reading chat. Yep. See? I'm reading the chat. Now, please calm down. What is that then? That is a red chat right there, bro. I read every message. Did not miss a single one. It was just straight cooking the entire time. And it was good looks. Now I'm going to FNCS.
How close all of this has become after a single game, Kelly.
Yeah, and I mean, we're taking a quick look at Peterbot and Pollo right now, and that looked actually like that could have been a very successful game for them. However, Peter was a
My message,
solo
read
player
it?
towards
No!
the end right there and did
I don't
go down,
wanna.
I believe, in 9th place. There was a moment in that game, though, where it looked like they were taking a peek up onto Height. They saw that it was Clix.
You did
and
not
Higgs,
read
for
mine.
sure.
River,
thought
I
they were
literally
gonna
said
go
your
steal for Height
name.
again, but it didn't look like it went
Brother,
that way
what?
for them, Vivid. However, it does seem like they're already starting to change
What is
up their
this
strategy
sad
just
level
a
of
little bit
rage
from what we
baiting?
saw from day number 1, so I can expect some more changes as well as the day goes on.
Yeah, saw a little
game
bit
it in
more
1 minute.
aggressive plays out of them. I mean, we're kind of used to that in past seasons. It looked like they were going for a couple of extra fights, but I mean, once again, we jump over to them when they're in the end game and they just have nothing, you know, no builds to kind of work with. Not sure what's happening on some of those rotates to where they have to invest so much stuff, but we have not been able to see Peterbot and Polio be healthy enough in the end game to kind of push for any of these victory royales.
You know, and it's tough because this is just the first game of the day. We have 5 more, but we also can't really skip a beat, can we, Vivid? Like, we need to make sure now more than ever.
All right, chat, I'm posting a new gaming video
little
on my
mistakes
gaming
or
channel. I know it's a
whatever.
little
Like,
late.
Again, look at the top of the leaderboard, right? We
But I'm gonna
came
post it in
Acorn
just
and Bolts
like
was
literally 1
point
second.
ahead. Because of this last game, Acorn and Bolts fell in 12th place with only 2 elims. You look up, Cold and Rapid, a 4th place with 3.
All right, 3,
This
2,
is
1,
gonna come down to
bang!
this
New video out on the
over, like,
gaming
the
channel,
next
HaloBT
5
Games on
right,
YouTube.
Kelly?
It's called
A
I Played a
single
Cursed
mistake.
Kids Game.
Everybody
Berry,
is
berry, berry.
taking steps farther
Bang.
and farther up the leaderboard. A single mistake will
New
suddenly
video.
shift everything.
You can watch it later. You can watch it now.
Suddenly,
You can watch
the
it tonight
point
when it's
thresholds
extra
are gonna
spooky.
see that patented
Just make sure you watch it soon, you know?
like Sundown called out.
Well, you say these
So we
single
posted a
mistakes,
reacts
and I
video
think
today,
a
and then we
reflection
posted
of that
a
is that
gaming
you
video.
can't just have these teams
And
that
I
are
also
kind of
streamed
playing a
literally
little
all day,
passively,
so
right? They're going for placements,
you
maybe
can't
they
call
get
me a
in there,
part-timer now.
eliminations. You need these teams
That's
that are able
full-time
to
at least.
pull out these pop-off games, and that is why Cold and Rapid, although they might not be having these wins that all these other teams in our top 5 are having,
Pre-recorded,
they did
Liam.
have that 11 elimination second
Liam.
place. So these pop-off games are now what's going to be separating our top from the rest of the roster.
about?
Golden Rapid, man, they continue to be consistent. They're trying to pull away. A couple of teams are on the hunt. 5 more games to do it.
Let's
Oh
go.
man, let's get right back into it. Game 8 is ready. So casters, take it away.
I'm ready, bro.
Monster, they're talking about 5 games left. It
I'm
almost
ready.
feels like that's a lot of time.
Finally,
You and I
he's
both
gone.
know
My
these
eyes can
games
rest.
Will go quick. We already seen an accelerated game 1 in terms of eliminations.
Yeah, definitely. That game 1 started off so fast. We looked up, 76 players were eliminated or left in the lobby. There was no first kind of surge warning that we're really used to seeing with ED+. So we just kind of jumped into the mid game and things were so different. The dynamic, you can tell, is already shifting. You know, there's something new in the
I'm not
air
mad,
here,
I'm just disappointed.
And our top teams are starting
You
to
know?
break away. So let's just go on the battle bus one more time.
That's a whole lot of bald for a win.
Standings are just getting so much closer
We're just saying
than
stuff,
ever
man.
before. And you can even look down to that qualification spot into the top 13. That is as stacked as the race at the top of the leaderboard. So we'll have our eyes peeled on both the top and those qualification spots throughout the day. But Curve and Veno, when I was kind of looking at some of those stats, there are the top 5 players in damage. Curve and Veno are 2 of those 5 players. Both of these guys are firing all cylinders. And this is when we were going into the heats, Monster. I was talking about the makeup of this team. Obviously, the accolades aren't there on Curve, but it reminds me so much of that Queasy and Veno duo that dominated EU for so long.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. And, you know, we called it out at several
Okay, I'm
different
done
points
reading
last
chat
time.
for a minute.
Game
Okay.
1, Curve and Veno's, you know,
Y'all are
ability
on your own
to
for a minute.
ambush multiple teams at different vending machines was honestly commendable. And then we tune in like game 3 or 4, and they have like 7
I'll look
elims
back
in
in
the
a
early
minute.
game. So clearly,
I'm taking a break.
they have figured that part out. And if today it's all end games with Veno and Curve, I mean, all they've been doing all season long is practicing psychoing for height and dominating, right? And hey, this is the 3rd time now Veno basically makes an end game, 2 of which he went for high ground. So he's showing us if he's got a shot at it, they're gonna take it.
Seeing so many teams really kind of emerge and their game plan set in stone, but these quick off-spawn fights really prove to kind of be the difference maker. We're taking Mafia against Jack and NPen. Already 1 elimination being cleaned up by NPen. Mafia is going to be the one going down, but they kind of switch up their drop spot a little bit. It's not too far away from the split drop towards the left, but they're actually full committing to the south side of Frigid Fortress this time around. Not sure if it's a bus path change or an overall game plan adjustment, but for Jack and NPen, that might be the difference maker, but you got to be careful because you got Minished on the other side, you got Osin and Scare on the north side.
I'm live on
so it's
YouTube
not
and
gonna
Twitch
be
right
as
now, bro.
free as it seems.
There's a lot going on here.
You're
Definitely
partly a
kind of
part-time
in the mix
streamer.
here.
No, I'm
We
not.
do
Okay,
have,
wait.
like
Let me look at my
I said,
hour stream
duo
this
in here,
month.
So it's a single player left in the duos.
I'm at 102 hours stream this month, bro. What are we talking about?
Opportunity to jump back in the mix. Jack has to come to the rescue.
I've streamed 102 hours.
There it is.
Technically, that is part-time.
What a shot by the tick here.
That's close to full-time.
And this is
If
what
I do
you know,
140, that's full-time.
This is what happens at the highest level of play, right, Jacob? Like, anything can happen. Pros do have their moments where they end
The
up
crash
catching up,
out
and
stage.
although he
I'm
does get
borderline
full
there,
finish
yeah.
here, it doesn't matter. MPen is now in a much worse
Low
position.
key, bruv.
Yeah, MPen is just hoping that OSID and Scare get bored. They don't look for him, and you can kind of see in the feed that MPen did not get eliminated.
I wasn't showing
But
up on
in comes
YouTube.
Dragon.
Yeah, I've been getting that a
This
lot.
might be
I
a
think
blessing
YouTube's
for
having
MPen
some
to try to
issues
get
with
out. He does
streaming
have this
recently.
zipline, though, leaves you open to taking shots.
Here, chill now.
Free on Dragon, not slowing down. Big shot onto OSID. It's going to push him back into the box. They have to try to find a way out. Freon there on the other side. They even get the roof. Dragon pulling full aggression on this fight against OSID and Scare. They already get the first knock. Creon with the other angle. They get a full-on wipe.
They played that perfectly as well. Leaving that weakened wall there while Dragon distracted from the high ground and then takes it at the prime
That was a
time.
good pre-edit, yeah.
The timing just couldn't have been better. Looks Karis trapped, caught with this pickaxe out. Just
Oh, no.
not much you can do here. Meanwhile,
Dude, this is like their favorite team to
Peterbot and
WK,
Boyo
man.
back at
They
it.
fought this
time
team
onto
so
Chris
many
and
times.
Drew.
They're practically just
We've seen
PGing at
this
this
fight
point.
happened before. The last time Chris and Drew were left almost in shambles, chased across a big section of the map. And it seemed pretty similar when the zone was kind of keeping Squibbly in play. They essentially went for the battle.
Peterbot and Boyo early on are willing to take some of these risks, but you can say Peterbot takes a big shot, forced to back up. They didn't necessarily win the trades here when it comes to Surge. So they're going to have to go back on over to Squibbly, where in essence they do have almost infinite heals that do spawn up over towards that rift. But Riptides, we saw threats
The
to
music.
Fear win the fight in
Bro's
that last
chilling
game.
right there.
Fear almost going down.
Oh my
You see it
gosh.
kind of led into them being affected by Storm Surge, but Mako and Blanks, a team that qualified out of Frigid Fortress with a victory royale, just changing up their drop spot.
If
here again
Fortnite is your
today.
power,
And that's
what
sometimes
what are you
have to
without
do.
it?
From day 1 to day 2,
Nothing.
you hit the VODs, you figure out what changes you can make.
Absolutely
Threats and
nothing.
Veer successful
Not even
in
a
the last
flopper.
game this time. Threats is left
Hey,
to
you're
play
good,
this one
FN
out
Gamer.
by
Appreciate you,
himself.
bro.
He's
You have a good night, man.
Shark. And once again, though,
This is
Jacob,
game
looking
2.
at that
This is game
overall
2 of the
player
day, but it's a game 8
78
in total.
remaining, so
So we got
it
4
seems
more
like the,
games,
early
not
day
including this
jitters
one.
are out the window
And,
here now. You're back to Curve and Venom
Actually,
playing
yeah, including
similar to
you
the
know what I
last
mean.
time. It made sense. why
We
there
got
was that
4
big
more
win
games,
basis.
including this one,
Just the early game
and
strategy.
yeah,
Committing here
and
to
someone's gonna be
play
crowned
for a
FNCS
surge
champion.
tower.
It's gonna be cool.
Where he's going to give up all the loot to Curve right now. You know, Curve is kind of, I wouldn't say the mastermind by any means, but he's the main guy, the main source of their early game damage. Trying to get Surge. You see them breaking open the tops of buildings.
Smart.
That way nobody can safely lurk nearby. And I think that's one thing for certain, because we saw Veno try to make that attempt in that last game, lurk back towards the Surge base that was momentarily stolen. And I almost wonder if that's why. You see a lot of these Surge bases, Monster, Metal, Brick. Veno and Curve, for the most part, they build it in wood.
Yeah, they know it's temporary. They don't want to attract too much attention. And maybe when it's wood, it
Yeah,
kind
good
of signals
strats.
to other people, no one's going to be based up in wood, right? Surely not. It's all part of the strategy. Mind games at play here. H-Cube and Cryptid do end up finding threats there. So from Solo now back to the lobby there. That little
I'm seeing what the predictions looking
update
like.
here with Cold and
We
Rapid.
got 49 on Veno, 26 on Clix, 5 on Peterbot, nobody on me.
Threats going down
Oh no,
low
we got
here.
20 points on me.
Huge loss. You know, coming into this game alone.
okay,
They're in
okay.
11th place. They're 20 points ahead of the line.
Not too
13th
bad.
place for that
I still think you guys are
second
selling a bit
spot.
on the predictions, but you know.
So they're gonna have to really
is good.
hope the rest of the competition doesn't fare as well.
Hey, yeah,
in
you're
this
good,
game,
Cam.
Kind of giving them a couple of
Appreciate
chances
you, bro.
to
All
close
good,
out
all
the
good.
day.
You have a good
2
one.
more games left for them. 5 overall.
How often is
including this
Globals?
one for Cold and Rapid.
Globals is
Kind of
kinda like a
business
once a year
as
thing at this
usual.
point, I feel
Set
like.
up center map over at Dark Dominion.
Give or take.
Cold was able to get the mythic Chaos Reloader, and you can see all sorts of goodies that they have. Multiple pizzas, med kits. So they can honestly stay here just like they normally do, rotate late, and just kind of pad that surge stat.
Yeah, at least 4 or so games yesterday. I think whenever we tuned in, essentially, they had a mythic shotgun or AR or otherwise. So they have had a fair amount of success and a little bit of luck finding their kind of loadout situation. Bolt and Acorn in a fight against Electro and Oak right now. It's a bit of a messy one. You see other teams putting their influence into the mix here, throwing their ammo into the bucket, if you will. Electro manages to sneak out the side, though, turn things around, puts himself in between those firing shots.
Was prepared for this, Acorn, but for Electro and Oak, they don't want to overstay their welcome here. Shockwave outside of range for Acorn and Bolt, but they end up in the range of Cole and Madden. Also been performing well so far on day number 1. It looks like Electro and Oak are looking to get aggressive here, maybe for some early surge or eliminations, depending on what they're looking for overall, if they want to try to fly up that leaderboard. But there are 4 teams directly in this location. Acorn and Bolt's all the way towards the north, and a couple of teams stacked up in between. Electro and Oak got all of
just
that
worth getting out of there. I'm gonna be live tomorrow, yeah.
I
should be.
Right,
if I don't go live,
instead of staying on a stacked edge.
I'll be live Tuesday.
Loadouts. Yeah, they don't have nothing.
A couple of fished up floppers
already. I should be live tomorrow.
Get their material count back, but you saw there.
I want to do scary games.
They thought they were spotted out. That's why they based up almost defensively out the gate, which gave Electro the signal. Like, yo, wait a second.
Hey, you have a good one though, Eagle.
These dudes are hiding from us. Like, maybe we should take this fight.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
He's out though. Peterbot Pollo back at it right now, finding CDZ and Raven here. It's like the worst nightmare for CDZ and Raven. You know, we gave them a lot of grace yesterday.
Dude, we need TG in this event, bro. We need Peterbot's nightmare up in here, bro.
Whatever they're doing right now,
oh my gosh.
Up in the war path with Peterbot and Pollo. I don't like
I'm just gonna go on a tear this game.
Sure they don't either.
Hey, they almost got the
anyone near their POI, they just get hunted down.
It's
over, bro.
It almost makes me wonder, CDZ and
How many servers you watch? Just EU and NA.
In that last game, they did not fight Peterbot and Pollo, so they're probably thinking like Peterbot and Pollo, they're not going to be here. They're going to rotate on out this time. A whole different plan for Pete and Pollo. They stay around Squibbly Shores. They spot out the team rotating in, and they just fight.
That was cool for real.
8 more points.
For real. You getting off after NSC? Yeah.
Rise up that
which is in like 2.5 hours.
And they're already closing the gap again, depending on how.
So that'll mean 33-hour stream total. I think that's pretty good, right?
This game started with
is that good enough?
Lead between 5th and 6th place. Well, they've already cut it down to 5.
I hope so.
Pigs want to do that as well. I mean, clearly the #1 problem with their entire
dude, what a loadout, by the way.
That they need way more eliminations.
Chilling. I don't even get that kind of loadout in ranks.
Or so. If you look at all the teams inside of the top 10,
oh my gosh, bro.
Definitely towards the bottom.
Yeah, Wonky's a good PY.
Elim activity. Their placement points are exceptional.
It's not because you slept. Yeah.
And I mean, they even do have those 2 wins. Like, let's not forget that, right?
Okay.
That's super impressive all in all.
Who's King Peace? That's
right.
right.
Me believing that Clix Higgs, first time FNCS champions, he's gonna be able to channel that. They're not going to get high elimination games. They really need to start picking up consistent placements inside of the top 5 as Aegis and Ritual. Uncontested at Sandy's Trip. For the most part, this is one of those POIs we don't see very many
Did Venno die? No, I think he's still up.
In and around. I think they know how
just go to bed, Halo. No! I can't be going to bed at 4 p.m., bro. That's just sad.
Surge and avoid rotating around so they don't.
I'm not unk yet. I gotta stay up. Do a 50-hour stream, no breaks. No, I'm never doing that. I will never, ever do even a 24-hour stream where I stay up the whole time. Not happening. I'll do 12. Not doing 24. I gotta sleep, chat. I'm not ruining my health for streaming. You know, it's not worth it. After you stream for like 4 hours, the quality of my stream goes downhill because I get tired. So it's like I'm not even getting any good content, man. I turn into a zombie.
However, the big
not only am I ruining my health, but I'm also a zombie. That's not very entertaining, you know. Like, it gets to a point.
Sphinx here. Don't see Sphinx. Yep, looks like he must have been caught in some of the action here.
Is this land? No. This is FNCS, bro.
First, like, 2
online
zones have played out, and then from then till now, it's almost as if no one's been eliminated. We're still at that 76 player mark.
Yeah.
It's almost the feeling of some of these contested drops or the surrounding lands. There's a little bit of freedom because everybody has that time limit where they have to drop, they have to get their loot, they have to mat up, they have to grab their resources. So maybe that's the little window of opportunity some of these teams are going ahead and taking for their own.
What's going on right now?
aggression is going to be the name of the game if you're looking to make up with some of those points. We see Benno and Curve already doing it. We're seeing Peterbot come online with doing it. In instances, we talked about some of the solo clutch impact points monster. Agers wasn't necessarily on
I think they were
list,
lagging.
but if we would have kept the list going for these last
gosh,
couple
if
of
anyone
games,
chat noticed.
that Agers did move, I believe, into the top 5 of solo clutch players.
Nice guy.
I mean, this is a great.
It was a pretty nice guy,
Talk
yeah.
about Visual and Breeze's journey, right? Look
Yeah,
at this.
they were
The
lagging,
zone's
man. They were
pulling
trying to get
south,
the
and it's
angle.
actually favorable for them because
Cameraman fell asleep. Yeah, the cameraman was lagging a little bit, bro. He's trying to figure it out. He was like, "Wow, this sunset looks kind of nice, man. Not gonna lie."
They have their clear pathway to success to overdrive out. And then they have teams all in the distance here.
Missed a lot yesterday. Did they fix the reset grants problem? Yes. Most people are pretty good with it.
Oh, end up by the Dark Dominion. We'll just have to figure that
wait,
one
Higgs
out
is
here in
dead.
a second. But he's lost Clix in the process.
Oh gosh, man.
Higgs.
Oh yeah, they fought Cold and Rapid.
Big part of their game plan.
Yeah, it's a hard duo to beat.
It almost looks like they might have been rotating underneath. Not sure why Rapid and Cold would be down there, but you can see why they were getting aggressive. They're rate 252 above the damage threshold. Clix is actually pushing right back in. He's
No way.
on the offensive.
No way we're keying this, bro.
The plan right now, or just to simply try to push them back for the free reboot card.
Oh, I think he's
Either
getting
way,
surge. Yeah, he's
great
22 above. He
play
needs
coming
it.
out from Clix.
I
Probably
see.
knowing
Okay.
that Cold was weak, a lot of HP missing, and he's actually
That's a
going to
two-tick as
steal
well.
away a pizza out of the
That's
hands
actually
of Cold
huge.
and Rapid. It's just a matter of Cold and Rapid
Yeah.
rotating
Good
out.
play.
Clix probably checking to
Surge
make
plus a
sure,
pizza.
and now everybody is out of Dark Dominion. So even though in this moment, Monster, it looks like disaster strikes, they're going to have a breath of fresh air and time to breathe if he can get that reboot off.
The only thing I can think of, and we will have to go to the replays to find out, he had to have been fighting for Higgs' reboot card, right? There's no way he's just going to go challenge a team like that, right?
No,
Like,
it was
not
definitely
for no
Surge.
reason, at least, not as a
It
solo.
was definitely
so.
Surge. Yeah, I mean, it could have been
In the
reboot,
end,
but
though, it
it
plays
looks
off.
like it was for
He ends
Surge.
up doing exactly what
He
needs to
needed
do,
that.
and he
They're
comes
so
out
far in
ahead.
zone.
You know, the extra pizza boxes definitely.
No surge there. You die before you get the reboot off.
Peterbot Boya, though, in a bit of a standoff right now, and they have the zone. Okay, this is actually perfect. 800 damage above. Material count not exactly maxed out, however, though, they have everything else going for them.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Team next to him.
Who's winning right now? I don't know, bro. They haven't shown the leaderboard in a minute.
Pressure, possibly force Peterbot and
W
Pollo
pizza
back,
activities. Hold on.
but They're gonna have some time
Hold
here in a
on.
moment as they drop down a whole nother
W
layer.
pizza.
5-tick zone, and we tune into Rate right now. No Cooper in sight, having to burn through his materials. Multiple teams looks like they spotted him out as a solo. Send some fire his way, trying to put down pressure, but the zone max pulls yet again away from Reed. Just got to see if he's going to actually try to go for the revive here with very little materials or play it out as a solo. I think he has no other choice but to play this one out as a solo, but it's not enough time to get the revive. Both of them will end up going down. So Reed, a lot of pressure on your shoulders here to finish this game.
Pressure on Bolt and Acorn as well here. Below the surge, we were highlighting the fact that teams like Acorn and Bolts didn't have problems with the Storm Surge at all, at least doing damage to them. And then we come in now, and already that's not the same story here at all. Acorn, so much pressure here, doesn't even have time to go and heal. But Bolts comes in to back him up here. This is onto paper. This is really going to come down to whether or not Bolts can buy his teammate a little bit of time. He's done it so far. He finds Paper there, and Paper goes rolling away
he's definitely
off
clutching
to
that.
the side. Resi now in a one-on-one against Acorn. Acorn,
Wait.
you got to fend for yourself, son. This is going to be tough.
Wait.
Resi's trying to hold it down. Acorn,
No,
no.
they got
big
each other,
Acorn
bro.
is here, and he does what he needs to do to stay in the game. But no. Bolts
Yeah.
has to leave him. Oh, my gosh.
GG, man. That's just a hot mess right there.
I can't believe that series
No.
of events. Acorn and Bolts forced to fight. They shockwave away. Bolts tries to make a heroic play, but just gets cut a little too short. This game right here in terms of the leaderboard, Monster, they are going to feel for sure. Outside of Elim, those are the only points they got. See possibly going down around 29th, 30th place. No points for that effort. Peterbot and Pollo, though, surviving a little bit of an onslaught, not only able to get eliminations, but a little bit of a cleanup, some extra loot for them to work with. And it's just something I think Cold and Rapid need.
Venom's
You saw them get
X35,
chased by
yeah.
Clix underneath,
They keep
trying to
changing their
get
names,
revenge
dude.
for Higgs, and you can see what that has done to their position in this game. Barely 3 above the damage threshold. Cold with a huge chunk of shield missing. It's put them so far back.
I'm just thinking, like, Cold and Rapid have a chance to break so
Wanna see
far
Clix? I
ahead
think
of
he's
the
in Storm
competition.
still.
It's going to be a huge
I don't know, I
problem
didn't see
for
him
this
either.
lobby right now. If they have a big end game right here. No one's played perfect, though.
Nah, he's dead.
I feel for him here, just taking damage from Storm, taking damage from Storm Surge. No extra HP. He's 93 below. It's deactivated.
No way.
Moment. And
No way, bro.
Moment he needs.
Oh my
Literally,
gosh, he just got a little llama just sitting
He
there.
would have been ticked down for sure, but Reed
Wait, that's huge.
4 more points in this game. 2 teams need to go down.
What
and
the
he's gonna
heck?
start getting rewarded with
He's
placement
good now.
points.
Hey, man, he's
Papa
back like he
Flowberry
never
chilling.
left right here. He's got 2 big pots as well to bounce back in the game. Pressure
W llama.
brings some visuals from the side here. These are his walls, too. He can get in and make some pretty dirty plays here. But talk about a way to claw your way out of the grave for a second. Visuals and braids, though. Look at what happened here. Just shortly before they made that rotate, they actually find an elimination there, an important one as well. At 3 HP, the Siphon is what's going to keep them in the game.
Yeah, chat, I don't see Clix, bro. I think he went out.
I saw that while we were hopping around.
I don't think he got the
Clix
reboot.
actually eliminated too. So we have some pretty big top 10 teams
As
now
I just said that.
fully
Okay,
out
yeah,
the
Clix
game.
is
This
out,
gonna
bro.
shake up
They're not going to get
everything
any
as we know
points this
it.
game. That actually sucks, bro.
Visuals, braids get a little
0 point match is going to throw them down the leaderboard.
Very long.
Venom's still alive.
Shield allowing him to take the tick, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to find the damage.
Oh, no, there's Peterbot. He's in the back. All right, so Pete's still alive.
We saw Shockwave from the backside of zone to contest the high ground. Nobody's really making themselves known as the team above the rest. They're not necessarily ready for it. 8 zones. Sometimes we say it's a little bit too early, and I think everybody has that same sense in the back of their mind. Saving the material, saving the Shockwaves, make a play for it maybe in the next couple of zones, but for now, Aegis and Ritual, looking at what's in front of them. That's Slepsy, that's Wagers. They're putting down damage, trying to spray through the box. A couple of those are going to connect, but not enough to give them the green light to go.
Yeah, there's one thing about the way Clix and Higgs played. They played these single towers and not really overcommit with the tarps. And I would love to see teams do that because high ground is completely free right now. Even Rituals and Ages are looking up like, wait a second, bro. No one's up here. And you saw him kind of break off for it. Braids on the other side.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like NA players don't look up as often as Europe.
Zone gets a little siphon going, and now look up. Aegis finally secures it.
That's probably why, actually.
Come in. They were just waiting for someone to build a foundation.
Yeah, they just wanted an easy.
Try to take the investment away from them.
Wow, that's actually smart though.
Yeah, massive damage onto Aegis, onto Ritual, forcing them away, but you still got to be careful for Curve and Benno, full HP, front side of zone. Aegis gets left by
Wait, so
himself.
YouTube chat, quick question. Are you guys getting that replay issue from earlier today / yesterday?
This is another chance
is that
for him
fixed?
to do just that. There's a bunch
because I did some changes to the YouTube stream earlier, so y'all gotta let me know, okay?
4 points per elimination if you can clean those up. But yeah,
I'm doing 1080p quality now, less stream delay, and then I changed a couple like small settings.
Second height, put down a little bit of pressure, forcing him down a whole nother layer.
So it's not bugging anymore?
20 and Neko as well. They're building up step by step, taking a lot of the focus from Peterbot and Foyo.
All right, so we're good now.
Rapid may not have won a game this weekend, but they've been playing low ground very well. But look at this.
That's fine now. Okay,
about
perfect,
to celebrate
man.
Their key
Let's go.
positioning.
That's
they
good to
get
hear.
rolled up on from behind. Meanwhile, Curve.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Venno doing the same thing they did before. Play deep side of Storm. Come bouncing way on in with the Flowberry Mist of just support them here for the high ground take. But Venno's got to be careful. He's right outside the box of Peterbot Foyo. It seems like they've conceded to give away the high ground, and it is theirs now. Venno and Curve here, Jacob, are trying to play for back-to-backs. Boyo's down and out in the
Peterbot
storm.
a solo clutch.
It's
Hold
all
on.
up to Peterbot to clutch it up, too.
No, wait.
100% certainly possible,
that's not good.
especially with the tough competition out of the lobby as Brilliant takes out Cold. Their run has come to
That
an
is
end.
not
David
good.
was talking about if they could repeat that same game, they could close the gap. But now with first, second, and third place out of their way, this is an opportunity to do it. But Peterbot by himself, 6 HP and a dream.
There's a mini right there.
Little crevice there to hold on to down below.
Nah,
Not able to
Pete's
get the elimination though.
Top
He
9
gets
though.
taken out. Top 6 situation. 3 solos running around. 3 duos still intact. Venno and Curve are still up above, raining down fire, not really giving anybody a chance to breathe and think outside of the box, which is Force and Seek to take this storm damage. It's his only play here to try to get some extra placement points.
Love what we're seeing right now. Venno coming down here. No material, just forced to play chest to chest here while Curve's got eyes from the top down. Here comes the mist. Just give them a little bit of a relief here, but Tyler comes up, goes for the pop shot, doesn't quite hit it, and Tyler's got enough mats
to
that
been
actually
beautiful.
do work here. Jacob, this is not a safe endgame by any means. It really is going to come down to whether or not Tyler wants to contest them on height or jump down low for some elimination points.
That's not just the build that I'm looking
Wait,
at.
back-to-back Venom wins?
Reloader that can
Hold
turn
on.
the tides of fights in the blink of an eye, but he's getting pushed by
It's
the
a
solo
possi-
down
oh,
low.
it's not even a
He gets the
possibility. It's
elimination.
guaranteed.
Getting up to 200
Hey,
effective
GG,
shield
back-to-back
and HP,
Venom
more
wins
builds
is
to work
crazy,
with,
bro.
But up above, Curb and Venom, they're refusing
Morgan, you're
to
about to
drop
make a
down
fortune
low.
off
They're
of Venom,
refusing to
man.
give him a chance, so Tyler has no choice but to go
Oh, wait.
above. Big shot on the
Wait.
curb.
Wait.
Tyler is trying
Wait.
to make dreams
Wait.
come true.
Wait.
He lands another
Wait.
shot on the Venom
Wait.
down below. Trying
Wait.
to deny the
Wait.
back-to-back.
Wait.
Tyler, he just needs the one chance, but he is
No.
already down. He's by himself.
No.
1v1. Zone is closing. 3 HP. Tyler
No.
clutches up.
You know what? That might have been his biggest play of his
No.
career, and he definitely deserves it. There's one thing you cannot deny. A professional player with builds is dangerous no matter who you are. Well played to Tyler and Panther. What an exceptional game number 8 there we just saw, Jacob.
Yeah, I was
Venom
saying,
had
Tyler,
loot,
he
too.
needs a
They
chance,
had
but as
mats,
soon
they
as
had
they
full
chance he's
shield.
down, well, he got that
No.
second opportunity, and he ran away with it, Zeke. Are you not excited?
Oh my gosh, man.
That was...
Dang. Yeah, that was
Tyler's
devious.
walking
That
around
was
taking
devious,
shots.
all
I'm
right.
like, oh, myself. You know, I'm thinking like, oh, get out of the way. Get,
Oh
no.
my gosh.
You know, it's one of those situations, right?
I didn't
when
see
you're
that
like,
happening.
dude, this
I
is
thought that was
perfect,
like, okay,
right?
this
we're
is
about to see the back-to-back
guaranteed.
Day 2 grand. And then
Chillin',
the moment we
easy
pop over
win.
Tyler, and you just look at his build, you're like, this guy's
You had to
90
open your mouth.
builds.
I didn't jinx it,
Like,
bro. I mean, that was
GG, just kidding,
Venom.
it's all fine. Like,
I mean, come
and then just
on.
to hit those shots. To hit
I didn't
those
think they were gonna
shots
lose
in a
that.
grand- like in a
They had
1v2
it, bro.
In a Grand's lobby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know no one wants to be stuck in the low ground when there is so much chaos going on, but having
Crazy.
90 builds in the final moment right there, when there was literally only 3 other players alive.
All right, well, I gotta
goes
refund
to
it.
show that maybe getting those refreshes.
They're
can be
screaming
so
right now. They're
beneficial
definitely
because
screaming
you
right
just
now,
stay
yeah.
you stay so stocked up. But man,
Game
Tyler
9?
there,
Is
he
that what we're
played
going on?
Low ground so well,
That was
and that's not
7,
to the detriment
8, yeah,
of
one of
Vino
them.
and Curve. They played height really well.
New
too.
prediction going out.
You could hear our casters talking
That
about
was
it. They
insane,
don't want
yeah.
to drop down. They don't want to give them that chance. So that gives you that kind of understanding that Vino and Curve were aware of the position.
Dude, yeah, he played that good. W
was in.
Tyler.
And look at this. Even in these moments, he didn't have.
I mean, he
any
had 5
builds
kills. He's
right
popping off that whole
there.
game. Like, that was his game from the
It's
start,
what
bro.
made the difference.
We tuned in. He was in 11th zone and he had 1 build. Skip ahead 1
my gosh, wait, no.
elimination.
Yeah,
When's
you got
the last
8.
time we saw anybody in any
Yo, Tyler's
competition
teammate
with
owes him a cookie, bro.
triple-digit builds in the final zone of the game? And I mean, listen, I wanted Veno and Curve to go ahead and
Oh
win
my
this
gosh,
game because
beautiful.
the Surgeons up the leaderboard. Yeah, that would have helped them just that much more. But as soon as I saw
Yeah, that just
100+
chucked him up the
materials,
leaderboard.
100+ builds on Tyler,
He's
I was like,
locked
this
in.
one, he's gonna
That's
be
a true
an
definition of
absolute
locked in. Let's go.
hassle to take
I
down.
like these
He
Fortnite
absolutely
matches
proved it.
today, man. This is
Shout out to Veno,
exciting.
because even with the
Are we live on
odds
other than
stacked
YouTube?
against him, took him
YouTube,
down to
HaloBT,
3
and
HP. It
Twitch,
was
HaloBT.
close.
That's it.
It was, man.
2 platforms.
I cannot believe how much day 2 is delivering. 280 points. And now we are looking to cement ourselves in that top 13. Shout outs to Tyler and Chance. Okay, we're going to go to a break. When we
Yeah,
return,
what a game, bro.
again, we've got to take a look at these standings. How are things developing? More after this break. Stay tuned.
What a game, man. Whew. That was exciting. Yo, rock and roll. Thanks so much for resub Prime 5 months, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you. We're now at 287 subs on Twitch. That is so many. Thank you very much, guys. So we can hit 300 today. That would be kind of crazy. But thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. And thank you for enjoying the streams as well. That means a lot. Thank you, bro. Yeah, chat's going pretty crazy about that still. Oh. Hi. Hello. Okay. Why do you guys keep doing this to me, bro? What is going on here, man? That was scary. That was very scary. At least no one was doing party apps. It's because you can't. You can't emote there. Did I miss anything important? Nah. You just missed like the entire tournament, you know, like you kind of missed all of it. But it's fine, probably. I did. Hello. Oh, he's trying to break the walls. I got a bodyguard. Oh, okay. No. Let me out. No. You stay away. No. Gosh darn it, bro. I just wanted to sit in the box. I like my box a lot. It's chill, you know. Halo, you scammed me? How? What'd I do? What did I do, man? What'd I do, bro? Nah, take my wall. Nah, take it. Nah, take my wall, bro. Nah, take my wall, bro. No, he took it! Nah! No, man. 200. It was a prank. 200. 200. Or, what is going on, bro? 20 more days of school until I graduate high school. Let's go! That's what's up, bro. Congrats. High school was definitely sweaty, bro. 200. You just popped an ice cream gun. I did. Wait, what's the... Oh, wow. We're right there. Look at that.
Carbon Venom. Oh, man.
We're right on time.
Oh, man. Oh, wait till you guys see the standings. First off, in case you missed it, welcome back to the FNCS. It is a great day to be watching Fortnite. We just watched an incredible game, but Curvin Venno almost got another Victory Royale. Second place, 9 elims. I told you.
Shows leaderboard, they're about to.
Standings, right? Because I'm telling you, game to game, it feels like I have no sense of stability, Kelly. It feels like every time I have a semblance of like, this must be the way this is going, right? Wrong!
Is that
because
new
the
for
standings
you?
aside, you know what? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like instability is part of your lifestyle, Zeke. I don't think that's anything new whatsoever. But for the FNCS broadcast, seeing our leaderboard shake up this much, Vivid, might be a little bit new.
No.
I definitely thought the leaderboard was going to be ready. There we go.
I play
Vivid,
Fortnite and scare games and variety.
Curve and Venno.
Oh,
Started
wow.
the day in
Second
10th place. I talked about it.
Oh
They were
my gosh. They really popped off that
113
hard?
Points behind first place. After just 2 games.
Dang, dude.
They're now 20.
Okay, they can't be that mad about dying.
Behind
They might
first
win FNCS
place,
like that.
And that elim
That's whatever.
column,
Like if you die in 2v1, but then you win FNCS, like
now
it's
it's at
good.
49.
It's good. We ignore that.
I am just shocked. You know, like something that
They're really
Kelly
coming back to
said
that.
at the start of like yesterday, right? When we kind of like were hinting at this extra point, right? Again, it's like 1 point really doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put it in the hands of like a Curvin,
Am I ever gonna see a Clix FNCS
win? Want to
win?
take these fights. I mean, look at how it's paying off.
Oh
We have,
gosh, bro.
just after 2 games, we started.
My guy's been waiting years.
We're
He's sick
now
of this.
second.
And it's
Nah,
not even
I mean,
like
it's still
they're just
possible
kind of
today. It's still
running on the
possible.
low
They're not
ground
out of it, I
getting
don't
these
think, right?
eliminations. No, they're also making sure that they're stealing height.
They've seen a couple
taking
good
high
pop-off
ground,
games, dude.
Making sure that they're taking away other opportunities from other teams, so it's not
How
hit.
did they
What are
lose
they
this?
doing
Was it-
right,
was it
but what are they
Curve?
taking away from everyone else? And Curve and Venno are doing a
No, I was
great
definitely
job
on Curve,
with those
bro.
sneaky height steals that we love
Yeah,
to see.
because Venno had no
H4 do,
mats.
and to
Okay,
them
I see
use
what
that
happened.
strategy
Okay.
To be able to even just punish height.
Yup.
Obviously,
Yup, and
coming
then
into
all
this
went down.
final
Yup.
moment, the 1v2 against Chance.
Yeah,
or
Curve
against
should have
Tyler,
been with
probably
Venno
not the
there.
position that Venno wanted to be in right now, but
Yeah.
regardless of that, they are
And then,
pushing
yeah, he had the
themselves
angle.
up the leaderboard
Yeah.
right now. And you know, I'm looking at EU.
That's
the
understandable,
most
actually.
eliminations we saw out of a team coming
All right,
from
so
Europe
Clix and Higgs
was
are now
Giants goal with
9th.
57 eliminations.
So not
and
great,
looking
but
to
not
see
bad.
49
And Peterbot and
for
Pollo
Curve
are
and
top
Venno.
5.
And
They moved up
considering
one
the game,
spot.
or the day that
So
they
if
had
Peterbot
yesterday,
and Pollo,
the day that
wait,
they're having today, I wonder if they're-
everybody stop. If Peterbot and Pollo win this next match, they're now first. They're still in the running, so that might be kind of spooky. But they're at 380, so yeah, one win. I mean, even with like no kills, that'd put them first. So yeah, that's crazy. This NA leaderboard is actually really close comparatively to EU earlier today. I mean, even like top 7. Like if these guys won, they would be like right here. They'd be second.
Same way they took the exact
Clix
same time.
needs
And
2 good
like
games.
I mentioned, man, Game 7 they look
But
like
that's
a different
possible.
duo. Game 8
They were popping off yesterday, dude. 2 good games. Clix takes an FNCS
These
win.
guys look like they're gonna win this thing.
Possible as well.
Oh man, guys,
I'm just saying, like anything in the top 10, like all these guys could move up and down. You know?
Right now, of course, not a ton of points ahead, but what strikes me as crazy is Cold and Rapid. This last game, they hit a 10th place with 4 elims. They have only had 1 game outside of the top 10. Only 1 game, and that was that 26-1 that we called a quote-unquote mistake, right? The blunder that kind of cost them all of these additional points. But even in these situations where they're finding themselves in shambles situations, we're still pulling off 10th places, top 10 with 4 elims. That's scary stuff, Kelly.
Yeah, and that is exactly what Cold and Rapid are doing so well, is that even though they're not, like, even if they don't get their pop-off game, they're still making sure that they at least make it to the very final moment to get those placement points. And then when they do have everything right, that's when they pull off the pop-off game. So I'd love to see another game like that coming out of them.
Cold and Rapid, they keep trying to build some sort of a lead, but teams, they just keep keeping themselves close. They're like, what the heck? Where did Curve and Veno come from? I thought we were fine. Red Acorn and Bolts are doing a little bit worse today. Oh man, these guys got to be sweating, but they're cool, calm, collected. 4 games left to go. Hopefully they can hold on.
Let's go, man.
Game number 9.
I'm ready.
Only 4 left before we conclude the grand finals. Casters, we're going to send it your way to prepare us for game number 9.
I'm glad you guys had a little moment to breathe and relax there. One thing's for certain, Jacob, 2 games can change so much of the dynamic right now. Curve and Veno proving that every team that is due for a pop-off will have it, but to go back-to-back like that, so impressive.
Nah, it's definitely going to be tough, but one thing that I've learned from Fortnite, I've heard from Fortnite over the years, high ground, they might win games, but low ground tends to win championships, and I'm not sure. We've seen Cold and Rapid on high ground once throughout this week, and I'm not sure how much that will change, but the next game is ready, so let's jump right into the action.
Let's go. Is there chair photoshopped? No, it's just it's the green screen in the background.
And now, if you're just tuning in, you've missed
YouTube stream's a bit laggy. You can check it out. You're the only person that's commented about that, though.
We have been going through is all coming.
I don't see anything on my end.
An end here soon. Just 4 games ahead of us now, Jacob, as we're getting into the deep end, the deep water.
No, yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my end.
Competition, and Curve and Veno just proven to us that, hey, yesterday they clearly had everything on lock. Things just didn't quite line up for them in the end game. But today,
game 9
it is starting to click.
Let's go.
Chance, right? This is a team that's had a lot to deal with as well. But Tyler popping off right now, really getting his money's worth. And don't forget, they haven't been perfect either, but they found themselves inside the top 10 off of that monstrous performance.
Big moments here, kind of closing out the day. 4 games left.
Yo, thank you, Dancing. Appreciate that from the YouTube stream, man. Much love, bro. What's a box fight game called? It's called Infinite Box Fights FFA. I'm playing it right now. I'm AFK, but, you know, I'm on the map.
And fell all the way down to 15th place because of these off-spawn contested fights. So with Blanks and Mako, you can see they're trying to make a last-ditch effort towards the top of the leaderboard. But for Threats and Veer, they're right there. So we talk about mind games. What does that do to a team like Threats and Veer? Do you play aggressive? Do you try to go ahead and disengage, split the drop? I think there's a lot of decisions to be made for Threats and Veer, and there's not a lot of time to make those decisions.
Yeah, last game they only survived for 5 minutes. 5 minutes means they fell in 41st place. They were on track to remain in qualification range, of course, for that land spot, the prestigious land spots that are available.
That is pretty prestigious, yeah.
Now they slipped down.
The one EU Sky
so that
Scroll.
20-point gap that you talked about, I mean, that was given and then some. Now it's an uphill battle for them to find their way back into the race. Well, yo, Peterbot.
Even your last live video uploads lagging?
We're trying to
dude, I don't know then, chat. It's just YouTube, man.
Overall, you just
I literally can't do anything about it then.
Pretty good.
Because, bro, I'm streaming right now to 24,000 bitrate. For reference, my Twitch bitrate is 8,000. That is 3 times my Twitch bitrate. My internet is pristine right now. I'm getting 0 FPS drops, 0 lag notifications, and it's perfect 24,000 bitrate.
Especially, you know,
I mean, that's borderline 4K quality.
And their overall match history,
in terms of like bitrate
from
usage.
anybody else, you're like, man, that's a good match.
If it's bugging, it's YouTube, man. I can't do anything else. It's max.
You start off the first 3 games.
I mean, I can stream higher bitrate, but that's probably not gonna do anything.
It kind of sets the tone.
You only
and
really
the
need
pace
8 for
the rest of
Fortnite,
the
so.
tournament, but then things don't necessarily go your way. With one of the best POIs, they got 4 games left. I think anything is possible, especially since the last couple games to start the day. They have their head on straight. They're still staying to their plan, going for high ground when they can. It's just unfortunate. I think more and more teams are ready to make the risk with everything on the line.
Yeah.
For me, I still can't be the only one who's wondering why in the world did they end up at the Dark Dominion against Golden Rapid, who are clearly playing as a cut above the rest of the competition right now. So we'll keep eyes on this. This is obviously one of the stronger draw spot teams tend to rotate into for Metal. Let's give this little highlight here, some action. Noisy and Neo just holding down the Sanctuary once again, finding nice little lurk play there. Meanwhile, Tyler and Chance survived the Boulevard. Looks like Curve and Veno have not decided to push down south towards his team, and instead they end up disengaging and out towards the southern edge of the map.
This is something we saw Tyler and Chance do in that last game. They landed the south side of Battlewood. Sometimes it can be a little contested, so they immediately go towards the south and try to cut off the loot path of any of these teams that are on this portion of the map. Going to be plenty of opportunity depending on what your timing is, but it seems like Tyler and Chance barely missed their window. Players going to go ahead and rotate around for free. Aviv and King, though, another team. Aviv, we're talking about solo clutch and big impact points. Aviv was one of those players on the top of the leaderboard, and then you take into effect like the eval finals right before FNCS started. They were the only team to win 2 different games, so they have the blueprint. Just unfortunately, we really haven't seen the success that we'd hope for from a team like this. Kind of seeing if they can really bounce back in today's tournament. I think there's plenty of time and opportunity. They're at 174 points, though. About 80 points down away from that top 13 window.
Yeah, it looks like every other game they're making somewhat of a semblance towards the end game, but not quite being able to push the boulder past the peak of the mountain there. Get that momentum going, but Veno and Curve actually find Magma, G-Monster right here, try to set up. And I don't thought he was spotted out, but Magma's got no idea that he's actually approaching this close here.
Oh, no.
I want to know if he's going to go for the high ground player or the low ground ones. G-Monster's exposed as well.
I think they might just go for a straight chop, but Magma's dropping down low, so he's probably going to wait for the window to open.
No, they just jump on him. Yeah.
G-Money gets spotted out on the other side.
Good play from Veno, getting a free damage on. Oh my!
Curve are ready to go all in. Boxes up one, slides into the box on the Magma.
No, that was quick.
G-Money, a quick 2 eliminations.
Oh my
gosh! They're not slowing down.
Straight speed there.
Exactly what his thought process.
Dang, dude.
Put the pressure down on the other opponent.
I think Veno's letting out some of his anger.
He plays the switch reverse card, lands on a boxes him up before he even recognizes he's actually the one that's the target.
Yeah.
Veno is just playing.
That was clean,
right
bro.
Again,
that was really clean.
This is no different than what we saw yesterday. They have been overly successful in the early game, and now that they're finding the end game kind of formula, right? The solution to
they're cooking, bro. Imagine Veno takes first place and wins FNCS today.
So fast.
No, that'd be tough, bro. That would be tough.
Not sure how many teams can really take them on head-to-head with the way they're playing so far, so you maybe have to catch them on a rotation, maybe get them lobby focused. But Bolts and Acorn talked about their strategy. Vivid broke it down, that long launch pad towards the back. They combine both the Fizz and the Shockwave for easy rotations just like this. We jump on board Creon Dragon, the third party to fight to start the game yesterday. It was Reet and Cooper as well. We talk about threats and beer falling outside of the bubble. Reet and Cooper are surely close to that same situation. Not sure how Cooper went down in that last game, but we saw Reet by himself in some of those later zones, struggling to get out alive. So this is going to be a little bit of a makeup game, a little bit of redemption to kind of build that confidence back up.
We got tagged back in exchange there a few times, so just giving away some of that damage that they're, of course, hard earning. But Cooper was lost, like we mentioned, really early last round, right? So there is some more work to be desired here. Blake and Preston, though, already at 2 elims, and look at this. It's just trying to sneak up, find another player here, lurking in the box. Cleaning things up here. Visual's Braids finds himself under some serious pressure here. Now, I was going to mention, normally by now, they're already situated in a monstrous surge base. quite gotten to do that just yet. You can see he is cap metal though. Meanwhile, back on over Rituals and Dangerous here. What's happening now?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they heard the noise from Blake and Preston. Maybe a reboot, not sure, but they see Preston by
he's definitely going for a reboot there.
At the minimap, I don't see Blake anywhere in sight. Gotta imagine
You're watching
he's either
Bleach
gone or
Trust, the
outside
anime?
of the lobby, so Preston on the clock.
I've got a few recommendations for it. I don't know if it's actually good though.
They are tracing him
Is it
down.
super worth?
Gets the patch up, which is huge.
I haven't watched anime in a minute.
HP,
The Clix died? No, he's still up.
time to pop
Him and
the
Higgs, they're
shield,
chilling
though,
at
to
Wonky.
find himself a good amount of time, and the longer they stay in the zone, if
They're
Aegis and
chilling.
Ritual don't heal up, they could be one shot away, but they sneak the shot through in yet again, and the numbers advantage work in their favor. Aegis and Ritual solidified their second elimination here. My only question, Monster, is how much damage they took overall chasing that one down.
Yeah, definitely wasn't.
That might hurt their
in this
surge,
fight.
actually.
SU Dozer against Acorn and Bolts right now on the edge of Storm here. Dozer Esho looking to rotate out right now. Little do they know, though. Seems like there might be a duo here watching this little angle. It's actually Ravens and CDZ who have a bit of a choke point here down in the low ground. But Acorn and Bolts hold strong. They want to maintain position here in the bush. CDZ had no idea they were there. So there it is. They get a couple attacks. Off they go.
Good rotation here for Acorn and Bolts, putting them much ahead of the curve. But one thing I noticed kind of looking at that leaderboard, you got Cold and Rapid in first, Venno and Curve in second place. Which you're thinking both big teams, right? But remember the reason why Venno came from EU to play on NA in the first place. It was to play with Cold. They had a bunch of lackluster performances, which caused them to split different ways. At one point, you saw the Peterbot and Poyo split
Bro,
up.
anyone
Venno
else
was gonna
feel a
play with
headset
Peter,
done
but then he
forming?
went with
Any of you guys
Curve.
wearing headphones?
Cold was like, I'm going with Rapid. They already
Ah,
qualified
man, I
for
like
the Reload
feel
Elite Series finals, so they already had
a
that chemistry.
crater in my
You
head
saw
from wearing
that
this
one
all
coming
day.
from a mile away. So it's interesting to see
Oh
two
my
teammates
gosh.
who broke up now fighting for
Can you
first
scare
and
games,
second place
please?
on the leaderboard.
Tomorrow or Tuesday,
Right,
guys?
Minish has that land experience as well, right? So bringing something totally new to this team here.
What is this? You guys can see at the top right.
Continue to, do what they're doing and stay on track.
Already
to
have
make
one,
it to
man.
land.
Hey,
That's gonna pay
there we go.
off for sure.
Bro, locked in.
Think about this positioning here from Bucky and Zen underneath the base.
He's still in, yeah.
Always
He's top
Neo.
5.
I like it to not take too much damage or too much focus. Kind of makes it a little bit easier to rotate without shockwaving a high distance away to take damage. But they're not going to get as much opportunity to get surge. The team above is going to get first strike at that. By the time they can even open up
What's
their
up, Halo?
walls,
What's up, LMS
try
from
to get
YouTube
their
stream?
own
How you doing, bro?
shots to connect.
Oh. Help. Help. Help.
See, the zone
Oh,
not
there
too
we
far
go.
away from Dark Dominion at the current time. Cold and Rapid position.
That was
up
their stream.
above.
Everyone else is saying
And
lagging.
honestly, there's no real reason for Cold and Rapid to stray away from
Interesting,
their strategy.
interesting.
You know, you don't fix what isn't
That was them,
broken.
guys,
If
not
your
me.
worst placing
That was
is going to be
Fortnite.
a 26 and kind of an outlier game, and after that it's a 10th place, honestly, you'd be crazy to switch things up for no reason.
Yeah, I'm just starting to think, should we be upset if Venno flies in from EU and then wins an FNCS here in NA? Now we got to start asking these types of questions here.
Oh, dude, that'd be
I don't know
kind
how
of
to
crazy.
feel about it. It's getting pretty contentious.
That
up
would
at
be
the
kind of
top.
crazy.
It's definitely going to help his case because you know how he feels about the comparison for EU to NA,
Yup.
and he's just right there. Honestly, less than 20 points away at this
Yeah, that would
current
give him
time.
some good ammo for
Closing
that
gap
argument,
as
too.
the game does go on. See Reet and Cooper on the distance, trying to make up for that last game. You see them kind of waiting, biding their time, and this is where a lot of teams, if you look at the strategy from Clix and Higgs, and you were asking the question, how did Higgs go down? You can almost imagine a situation like this, coming in, using the wonky wheel, and a lot of these teams, just like, Reet and Cooper, Cold and Rapid, are positioned high up in their surge tower bases, so you're not going to be out of render distance as you would think.
Yeah, they got eyes on the boxes, right? Already kind of called this before.
People
Teams
got
that
it or
are
not, just came back.
positioned up in these bases
They're
do
top
tend
5.
to wait things out and
They're
try
top
to look
5.
for
Clix is top
opportunity for those that are gonna
9 or 10, I think.
pass.
Why do they keep looking at the sky randomly?
This is game number 9.
Venom's
12,
top
2-day
3.
format here, always keeping us on our toes as things are starting to heat
I
up.
don't
The
know.
50-50
We
zone's
get
gonna
really
pop,
shuffled,
and it's
bro.
coming up
Leaderboard's
this
moving
way.
up and down.
You know, and this is kind of risky, right? But, you know, Jacob, we talked about teams that kind of play deep into the storm right here, and then the zone pulls your way, and you just stay here, right? And you kind of tank all of this storm. Now, what you're doing is you're opening yourself up to potential sickness, but also, obviously, it's going to cost you a lot of heals.
Yeah, a lot of their resources. That's kind of the give and take of a game like this. You know, we talk about
could be worse. You get that high positioning.
Somebody's getting struck down by Storm Surge.
Not terrible.
Do you out heal it? Do you try to get eliminations? So hopefully, with
what's up, Song? How you doing, bro?
They do full zone.
Watching FNCS.
Cooper, they're gonna go through their splashes, maybe some pizzas to try to
hour. I moved back
position.
in 24.
Not only on high ground, but on the north side of the map where it's gonna open.
It was the end of 2024.
A little bit slower to travel through. Muds and Sphinx. Storm Surge does activate 175 above the damage threshold. You're seeing they're only peeking for small opportunities. They're level with the ground, so they're not gonna get as much information from all the teams rotating in.
Confused for a second. It looked like someone literally fell out the sky. I'm like, do we have an in-game event happening right now? What was that?
No way.
Sphinx and Muzz just kind of hanging out right now. I like the spot that they're
I remember when you lived in the middle of nowhere.
Not
Hey,
too
still do,
bad,
bro.
Not exactly safe. However, it can go.
But now
either way.
slightly less.
See Curve, Venno now.
Yo, HaloBT tough.
Right? They find their
with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Y'all are getting more and more strange Twitch names by the day. Thanks so much for the tier 1 sub, though, bro. I really appreciate that. We're at 287 now. Moving up. Can we hit 300 today?
A little bit of damage onto Curve.
Hear me out. Thank you so much for the sub, though, bro. Appreciate that. Let's go. W in chat.
Yeah, those are the risks versus the reward that I kind of look at in situations where you're shockwaving off of height.
I still hope Clix wins. Dude, it's possible, man.
You have a good bird's eye view.
I can see the vision.
Kind of be up
I can see it, bro.
Once you shockwave down, you kind of leave yourself open to taking the shots, just like you saw there. But they were very, very proactive in the early game. They're able to pad.
Clix and Higgs, bush camping, they're set up too.
Surge, so they can take
it's possible, chat. I believe in the dream, dude.
I see Clix and Higgs still rotating in from Wonky Land. A little bit of slower rotation than others. They're taking a lot of the focus, and this is what happens when you fall behind with the rest of the pack.
I was wondering if we were going to get a little update on Clix and Higgs here. Their performance definitely coming up short from what we expected. It's hard to live up to that hot start. Look at this, though. Sleep 10 wagers here. Tries to go up and over. They get caught in the process, also find themselves below the surge, so there's just all types of problems here to deal with. Meanwhile, Venno takes full advantage of that. They get the refresh that they need. They might even build into the zone here with a monstrous metal base if they wanted to. I was going to say, they obviously have enough mass to do so. Let's take a look at it. It's Venno who connects there, Jacob.
He's locked in again, bro.
Damage. Not sure what Slepsy was thinking, but I saw him 500 below the damage threshold. He's probably trying to drop on anybody with a surprise attack, tries to get the one pump. But I did see, you know, the teammate just kind of go down right behind Paper, who was looking not even in that direction. Probably after the elimination got cleaned up, the loop kind of made itself known. Paper looks around like, ooh, what is this? Kind of gets rewarded there. Cold and Rapid. See them continuously staying on these mid layers. They don't want to have a target on their back going for high ground, especially since they're already in first place. They don't have to change up anything here. 313 damage above the threshold, just waiting for the next zone to pull, and more than half of the lobby just got a max pull over towards Humble Hills.
We have it. Things are about to start heating up real quick here now as we're approaching the final moments of game number 9. Endgame is on. Storm Surge is here. And Clix and Higgs are 150 below right now. Still plenty of room of damage to be had here, so they have to play aggressive. Into the box they go. Higgs gets a monster shot, Clix into the box. Wow. And Clix does what he needs to, but no, it's Agers and Rituals are here to clean it up. And they take out some of that close.
Bro, I looked away for 2 seconds.
Competition there.
I was changing my YouTube stream title.
And the runway is starting to open up now. Meanwhile, Curve and Venno.
Wait, what happened? They just get lobby sprayed?
Blue skies for the team over here.
I heard it, but I figured they were fine.
And max material once again.
No, man, that's going to kick them out of the top 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these are all of their bases or not, but essentially shockwaving from base to base to base the last couple of zones to make sure they maintain their presence.
I'm going to have like 24 cars, a mortgage, and I'm going to be 30 years old by the time this man gets an FNCS win. Oh my.
For a moment, one below the damage threshold. They quickly prop
Oh
themselves
my
back
gosh.
up.
And
89
P and Poyo are
above.
chilling.
Poyo looking towards the backside of zone, trying to get some easy
I'm going
damage.
crazy,
Peterbot
dude.
on the hunt for some of his
They jumped in
own.
his box.
Almost bites off more than he can chew in that
I think
moment.
they were gonna key
But
that.
either way, Poyo's
Lock in
able to
Halo,
pick
dude.
up
I
at least one
was. I had to
elimination,
change
continue
the
to build
title
up
on
on
my
that
YouTube
storm
stream.
surge. Only 3 players need to go down before it deactivates. But as
I was
they
changing
get
the title,
eliminations,
bro.
so do Cold and Rapid. There goes another one for Cold, adding to his total.
It's crazy, man. The amount of eliminations they managed to find in the end game is so impressive.
Today's my
And they're in the
birthday. Happy
lead, mind
birthday,
you, right? So this
Razor.
is really
Hope you have the best
gonna
one
give them
ever
that
today,
room to
dude. That's what
run
I'm
away
talking
with it.
about. On the weekend with
You
that
start looking
NCS.
at players like Rapid,
Oh my
you start
gosh.
looking at players like
You gotta get some
Curve.
ice cream today, bro.
Having an FNCS
go, Razor.
championship under your belt is one thing, but having it on NA just hits a little different too. So for
Hit a
some, they're
clean
looking to
fry on
unify
Tyler
their
there.
belts. For others, they're trying to put the stamp on their name. And for folks like Curve, talk about really showcasing you're one of the greats now of the new era. First, you got to do it.
The new era.
Rapid and Cold continue to play the strat. Going for low ground front side here. Now, this time they do have low material count, so they will need a big refresh.
Which honestly doesn't
Venom still chilling.
worry
Curve
me
getting a
just
kill.
one
He's
bit.
locked in. They
Curve
got 8
5-1
now.
though.
Dang,
8
bro.
eliminations already, continuing
Yo,
the
if Venom
pressure
wins
on the lobby.
FNCS, that would
Absolute
genuinely be
destruction here on NA.
crazy, man.
And really have to take note.
Yeah,
if
Pete and Poyo
Venom
are having a rough
finds
time now,
himself in
too.
first
Wait.
place when the tournament
It's
is over,
possible.
He will be a new 2-region champion, EU and NA
Oh,
Central.
no, they got loot. They're chilling
Two
now.
of the hardest regions to win a championship on, but they still got a quarter of the tournament left to play. Tyler, forced by himself, loses chance. Backside of the zone, he's getting pressured
wait.
by Jack. And
This could be Tyler's opportunity. Wait. This is kind of his thing, though.
Finds a Fizz, trying to take advantage of
Hang
that,
on.
but he runs into Peterbot and Poyo on the other side of the wall. Luckily for him, it looks like Peterbot and Poyo have their hands full, so they don't even look back. But as we tune back into Cold, he's by himself. No extra heals, no build. This is what the entire lobby needs to have a chance.
And they're only in top 20 right now, like barely holding on here. For Cold to fall, the runway really starts to become available now for everyone else. But look at this, Veno lost in the process. Curve forced to play high ground by himself. Meanwhile, Acorn and Bolts
Oh my gosh.
find a 2-set elimination now.
Poyo with the 4 kills, let's go.
Poyo, who also has a refresh of their own, and everyone is clawing back into this competition now.
Yeah, with first place gone, we got Curve by himself. We got Aegis Ritual, Acorn and Bolts, even Peterbot and Poyo. That all could be
No
our
way.
first place team after this
Wow,
game. And they're
there's
ready to
yoinking
make
that.
it so big.
Okay,
even
now this could
up
be a
towards the
Pete
top. Peterbot and
and Poyo
they
win
send
here
it up
for this
towards
match, at
high,
least.
give themselves a huge advantage. And another
They're
4
cooking now.
points for those eliminations, even more with the placement as it comes in. But down below, the counterparts, Aegis and Ritual still running wild. 5 eliminations of their own. They have pizza, they have splashes, they have materials on top. So they don't even necessarily need an elimination.
You line it up, they will knock it down. Bolts and Acorn here, 4 eliminations now on the low ground. Peterbot and Poyo, we already know, have solidified their high ground
Ooh.
position.
Great
Bolts just
shot there.
continuing to do what he does best. That's a monstrous refresh, and he picks up everything here.
Oh, no.
Gets the chug jug
No,
as
he's too
well.
far from
He's just
Acorn
living
getting that,
off
though.
the
They had to be
siphon, but
together
no,
there.
Acorn gets caught there by
Wait,
Javi,
Tyler's
and then
still alive?
Tyler still holding
No
on
way.
as well. Somehow
Someone get this guy a
finds his
medal.
way
Oh my
into top
gosh, no, he made it
5.
top
When we last
5.
checked in, it was 20th place, and Tyler is just
Dang,
clutching
dude.
up, showing us how badly he wants
Tyler
it.
carrying
Bolts
his
on the low ground, though.
teammate on his
Javi
back,
and
bro.
Dennis here, full duo.
Oh my
First, of course,
gosh.
Peterbot Poyo pressure from the
Yeah,
top.
Peterbot and Poyo
It's
win this
not
match for
looking
sure.
good.
Yeah, Bolts just getting pressure from all angles. Both of the duos
Yup, this is a Peterbot
sandwiching
Poyo
him
win if I've
alive,
ever
but
seen one.
There comes the drop
They're
down
both
coming in.
alive, they're both
Peterbot
healthy, and they
realizing
both
it's
have
going
mats. There's no way.
over-recycled builds. They can maintain their presence, but a blessing for them is the same blessing from down below.
That's gonna shoot them up the leaderboard, bro. That might put them in, like, top 3, top 2.
And rightfully so. Look at their material count.
'Cause they got the kills. Look, they got 8 kills that match.
Altogether.
So far. And I mean,
Peterbot knows what to do here. He's just
They got
gotta
another
keep
2
that
here?
relentless
That's a lot.
pressure coming down. Hopefully he can pull for the win.
Ooh,
But
wait.
Javi comes up, finds a little cheeky angle from the side there, but he's got no mats. Peterbot
No.
also punished too. Aminish's got nothing
They're
before
fine.
he's coming down to finish the job.
they're
Peterbot's
chilling, they're chilling.
already got the full conclusion there, and now Jacob is
2v1.
just looking like a 2v1.
Yeah, basically, Javi's living
Mosey
on
mode.
borrowed time here. He might know it
1v2
as well.
Peterbot and
extra
Poyo. I mean, like, what are you gonna do here,
material,
man?
zone
No
pulling
mats?
over. Yes, he can farm up a little bit, but
No
double
mats,
thunder
like,
first
bro,
up
it's
above,
over,
the
bro.
mythic AR, they're gonna melt through those
It's
builds, and
over.
That's why you see layer by layer, Peterbot and Poyo drop
gotta
it
be
down.
scary.
They just don't want to take any big risk here because they know this one
Chat,
is
it's a
definitely
1v2
in the
for
bag.
when you got no
9
mats or
eliminations
nothing.
so far,
Peterbot and
if
Poyo
they're
are on high
able to
ground.
clean this one
What are you
up,
doing?
Get that elimination onto Hobby. This could be a
We shivering in our
double-digit
timbers?
elimination victory royale. They catch fire at
Oh
the
my
right time.
gosh.
Peterbot and Poyo on
Yeah,
top.
that's gonna launch him up the
they were
leaderboard,
due
man.
for a win. That's what we kept saying. We're looking at their performances. We're seeing them make these end games. But the biggest question that was remaining was, when are they?
I don't think I've ever seen someone give up at the end. That's actually the first time.
And at a better
That's
game,
hilarious.
right? When you have Cold and
Yeah, chat's going crazy for Peterbot and Pollo.
That right there.
Let's go, man.
Is gonna conclude game
Game
number
9
9 now. Peterbot and Pollo Zeke have finally done it.
Okay, yeah.
It's happening!
You guys are getting some good points for Peterbot. Let's go. 15,000.
Okay, everything. Nope, Kelly, it's happening. We knew it was gonna happen. We didn't know when. We didn't know why or how, but it's happening right now. 3 games left.
W bars. Hold on.
Number 9. They finally decide.
New prediction out on Twitch. Go. Twitch.tv/HaloBT. Go.
We've been under the radar. We've been consistent, but on the DL. You know what, Zeke? We're gonna make a statement.
On the down low.
Overdrive.
For you youngsters out there that don't know what he just said.
Take it over, and you know what, Zeke? We're
I'm kidding.
Get ourselves a victory royale.
No.
Kelly, they're doing it. It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening.
You know,
Let's go,
they say that
Zeke.
there's 2 inevitabilities in life: death and
Oh.
in the final games. It is just inevitable. Peterbot and Pollo.
Wait, what'd she just say? She got muted.
Narrative has popped up time and time again.
She got muted. What'd she?
Over. Peterbot's done. And then
Wait, what did she
they
just
wrap up
say?
game 1. Always still in the top 10, by the way. But day 2 is
The
where
producers
they come
muted her.
Show how they
Her
do
production.
it time
The
and
production
time
muted her.
again. Peterbot doing this crazy height steal to go
Oh,
on to
no.
Kirk, who was a solo. Poor guy had no chance when you
All
have
the
Peterbot
casters are
Pollo
getting
flying
muted.
off this guy.
I mean, you know,
That
this
happened
is kind of
yesterday,
a
too.
conversation amongst us saying, yeah, you know, they've been pretty quiet this grand, and they really haven't. I mean, their best placement was a 5th place. We're used to seeing these guys just win games, take high ground convincingly, and it just has not happened. But that being said, they kept themselves in contention, right? Even though they weren't having these pop-up games, even they weren't having those performances that we're used to seeing out of them, they were still in like 6th place going into that game, right? Just close enough the first place where it's like, okay,
45. Yeah,
technically
what is,
it's
does that put them
possible for to
third?
kind of catch back up.
32nd?
There's like, they're just always flying around, always buzzing around. And then it
Something like that.
happens. They win the game. It's like we literally brought it to fruition by speaking it into existence. These guys are back. They win the game, and I saw how many points they have. I can't wait to see the leaderboard after we come back.
Yeah, they're gonna be like 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, Vivid. You stole what I was going to say. 485 points. We knew going into that Cold and Rapid had 446. But where did they end? Have they overtaken that #1 spot? Let's find out after this.
I think they're
short break.
2nd,
Don't
if I had
you
to
go
guess.
Anywhere. We'll see you right after.
There's no way they took 1st, bro. You know what? I'm too impatient. I'm gonna look at Fortnite Tracker. I'm gonna look at Fortnite Tracker. I don't care. I'm not gonna wait. I'm done waiting. Let's see. Day 2 cumulative. Right? No way. No way. Chat. Oh my gosh, bro. Clix got knocked down to top 10. Peterbot's in 1st. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm making the boss call, man. I'm making the boss call. We gotta get Typical Gamer in here. Hold on. Yep. Mm-hmm. Nah, imagine. No, bro. It's over, man. It's over. They've climbed their way up the whole leaderboard. Ay, dude. It's not a huge lead. It's Venom still could win. Colds could still win as well. I mean, Agers and Ritual, they're not out. Acorn Bolts, they're not out. I mean, like, it's not a huge point difference between the top 5. But if Pete and Pollo keep playing like how they are now, they're definitely winning. They got a really good average elims to place ratio. And that includes the games they sold yesterday. But now they're playing a lot better. They hit the VODs and all that. Oh, man. Chat, we thinking another Peterbot win, bro? Oh, I got kicked. No. That's not nice. Let me put back on. All right, let me do this again. Boom, boom. Oh, that's tough. All right, I'm going to join back, chat. Back on Infinite Box Fights. Let's go. I'm going to crank for a minute. I mean, it's not surprising. Yeah, it kind of is a little bit. Because they were, what, top 10 yesterday, but like they really pulled it back today. If they win another FNCS, man, it's GG's for NA, bro. It's GG's. Everybody just gotta retire. It's not over. Yeah, it's not over, but like, hey, dude, it's looking rough. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. It's over, man. It's over. I only got 5 in here. Y'all gotta join me, dude. We gotta get a full lobby. Boom, boom. 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 Bang. 200. 360. 200. 360. 200. 360. 200. How's that not 200 bombs? What server is on? NA something. I don't know. Probably. Wait, they're yapping. Do we want to hear the yap? Chat, yap or nar? Yap or no? Yap or no? I keep getting Pokemon. I'm just friendly, dude. I'm chilling. I'm just a friendly neighborhood HaloBT. I'm seeing a lot of no's. You guys don't want to listen to the yapping? Box Fights is better. Wait, how long? 4 minutes? Wait, they're showing the rest of the leaderboard, though. Let me see what they're saying about this.
Down, but again, that drop is not that far.
All of these teams are close enough. I mean, 30 points separates first and fifth place. But, I mean, Peterbot and Polly, it may have taken 9 games for them to finally go ahead and take that throne up there in the #1 spot on the leaderboard. But from an individualistic standpoint, Peterbot is still playing like we're used to him seeing. Like, I'm looking at the damage dealt over the course of these 9 games. He's currently at 8,300. In second place right now is actually Agers with 7,300. So Peterbot's 1,000 damage dealt ahead, and that's exactly what we are kind of used to seeing. Sure, he's getting beat out right now by the likes of, you know, Agers, Curb, Veno in the elims category, but he's still up there with those guys, top 4 in individual elims. These guys are doing good. All of a sudden, finally they get that win, and now they're at the top.
I just can't believe it. I
Chat, Peterbot FNCS win here, bro.
The story is what it's gonna be, and of course, right now is when Peterbot and Pollo decide to pull out a win and take over the #1 spot. But let's start to look at this top 3, right? Curve and Veno. We see them in this last game get a 12th with 8 elims, right? And it's funny because Levin joins our call and he's like, "Oh man, that's crazy. That Veno guy. Where's that Veno guy from?" He's from NA, right? We're just like, okay, buddy. Okay, Levy Poo. Man, these guys are going crazy. 57 eliminations, Kelly. You called out a number not that long ago on the over on EU what their record was. We're right there. We're right there with 3 late games left.
Levy Poo.
That is right. And we can imagine that if a little misstep happened over here with Veno, if that misstep did not happen, that they would probably even have more eliminations, if not win that game. But unfortunately, Veno did go down to this right here. However, Curve was able to hold the high ground for just a little bit, but once some of the other teams noticed that Curve was a solo on high ground, obviously it was going to be stolen. But regardless, still having that many eliminations is going to keep them up in our leaderboard. We're going to ignore that, okay?
Levy Poo is wild, by the way, Zeke. But I mean, yeah, the standings are just going absolutely crazy. It would be a lot different right there.
Thank you, Vivian.
Did not get bumped off of the high ground. He's going to be kicking himself for that one. But close on their heels, man. You know, I talked about this 1st through 5th place, only separated right now by 30 points. Cold and Rapid, for the first time, we kind of see them slip out of that top 2 spot. It's been a while since we have not seen them towards the top. Rough little go for them in that game right there, but still, here's the crazy thing. All 5 of these teams going into the last 3 games, any one of them could win it.
Yeah, I mean, even look at Agers and Ritual, right? 467, right behind Cold Rapid, a single point. Even Acorn and Bolts, 455. And Acorn and Bolts get a 3rd place, 5 elims in that game, right? Like, this is absolutely going to come down to the wire. Right now, there is no clear in a way like, hey, you know, this team is ahead by 100 points and they're just flying. It's like every team right now on NA in this top 10 is shining, right? For different reasons and at different times. So I'm almost wondering, like, now that all of these trios or duos, excuse me, the top 5 are firing on all cylinders, where do we go from here, Kelly? Where do we go with 3 games left?
I mean, for Acorn and Bolts, I
Nice
think
on,
that today, for the start of day 2, it was a little bit
All right,
rough.
log back in.
Them only place out of 11th yesterday, and then today starting.
What are you doing
off
watching
in
FNCS, bro?
12th and
How old are you? 18.
Place, and we actually saw them for the first time getting storm damage, which they didn't take out all for day 1. So obviously having these tiny changes that we've already seen them make, and now seeing them back in the leaderboard vivid, that's what I want to see out of Acorn and Bolts.
Yeah, we'd love to see them kind of make some sort of resurgence, but no time to talk. I'm excited. I want to get back into the games.
Oh man, Jacob here, our NDF. We got
iPad kid. I'm not an iPad kid, bro.
Boys, take it away. Bring the hype.
We definitely do. And I mean, we have the best jobs in the world. We get to sit here and watch this go down in real time. Y'all see it in about 3-minute delay, Jacob, but my gosh, it is so good right now.
No, it's definitely been exciting for sure. Our last 3 FNCS majors before
Does
this
Halo watch his
decided
YouTube
by
chat?
4
Yes.
or less
Yes,
eliminations.
I do,
yeah,
guys.
The point is a little bit more
For the
spread than that,
1000th
but the way
time
this
today,
one
I
is edging
do.
out to me,
Yes.
We got another photo finish on our hands. I'm strapped up, ready to go. I'm literally at the
Please,
edge of my
man. It's always Halo doesn't read YouTube chat. Halo doesn't read Twitch chat. Halo doesn't read chat. I read chat, guys. Like, do you want me streaming or not, man? Like, please, bro.
One of the most
like, what do you think I'm reading?
Somehow finding themselves in the conversation for a championship run, and no one is playing perfect so far. But I hear the battle bus, so let's see it one more time.
3 games left, Monster. Just 3 games remaining in this tournament. And already, for the last 3 games that we've seen that leaderboard.
Hi, Nolan from the YouTube
so
chat.
Much from Cold and Rapid being
Hi, Jay from the YouTube chat.
Having a chance to now Peterbot and Poyo.
What's up, Zaro from the YouTube chat?
Top. And even that
But some for 1 year. Thank you, Faz from the YouTube chat.
Going to Dusseldorf and having to go.
Just enjoy the game and read the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so
Thank
crazy,
you.
man. Teams like Clix and Higgs now are
Thank
suddenly
you.
finding themselves in a whole different type of scenario, right?
Going
Where
crazy,
they have
bro.
to fight for
Mods, just ban
being
everybody,
in the top
bro.
13 at this
Let's
point.
just get a
Trying to
reset.
the championship win is starting to be pushed out of the question. Curve and Veno, though, switching up their strategy a bit, opting to go a little bit more aggressively.
My game 10, game 10, game 10. This is gonna be a big one.
If there was something here to be.
No, don't ban me.
Happy about
No, mods aren't gonna ban anyone. It was a joke.
Was Curve contested, or did he get those out of the sky? That's just my biggest question.
I don't know.
Yeah, either way, it's just a testament of like whether it's the beginning, middle, or end of these games. I don't know what they ate for breakfast, but I need to order me 2 of those because they are just firing on all cylinders. QK, Contrap. They had such a great moment to end the day yesterday. Most of us didn't even know where he came from. That first place, 8 eliminations, that bursted them inside of the bubble. Today, however, hasn't necessarily been going their way, but they are still so close to contention. They just need to close out strong.
You know, what I'm thinking about is Veno and Curve. Veno's probably telling Curve,
Prediction,
like,
it's already out, dude.
Be on the lookout.
You literally voted in the prediction. You have a 2 next to your name, bro. You already voted.
And if you know Veno, he's got that main character energy, right? So does Peterbot. Like, Peterbot,
Hi, hello. What's up, Jeremy?
The way he treats Clix in a finals or any other rivalry that's neck to neck, he will definitely land on someone like Veno as well, just because the storyline will be so exciting to watch. And
Who won grants for you?
Right,
it was Scroll and Sky.
20. Neko just trying to go ahead and get out of
What's
a
up,
bad
Aiden?
spot. Both of them kind of separated. Like Flex has got a good opportunity here. Took too long
What's up,
to go ahead
Gator?
and execute on that chance, so they're going to be forced to disengage as Neko reunites along with 20, trying to push them back further and further.
Halo's been longer than
And that's the
30
thing about
hours.
these
Yeah, we're at
split
32 now,
drops,
bro.
Where if you don't go ahead and get those eliminations on the contested
looks.
drops, it makes finding that loot that much harder. Mako blanks.
All right, for the rest of the stream chat, I'm not going to read any messages of people complaining. Just giving you a heads up.
They have a good 2v1 opportunity here.
I will actually ignore messages complaining. I don't like the negative vibes.
Another big tag, 26 HP, even the knock on the blanks. He has a chance to 2v1. In comes Liquid. His duo finally arrived.
Oh no, yeah, it's gonna get third party hard.
Does not stop here. Threats and Veer, who are once inside of the bubble, fell out, are ready to make up for those mistakes early on. They have the Fizz, they have the Shockwave. They're trying to close the gap and figure out exactly where he went. Heard the noise onto Mako, so they're just gonna drop down and try to clean up this even.
Yeah, doing a great job chasing them down right now. Veer's got full sights here. Threat's got control of the coast as well. Should be another tag. And
what is this music in the background?
Don't quite find it, but this is still great damage, and they want these points right there. Again, found themselves in the top 10 and then fell within around that 15th place range after slipping out. So Veer and Threat still have some big games to be out here.
Dude, cooking Evan says, I promise. Thank you, bro.
Getting more
Let's Peterbot. He's in
here
first.
towards the Riptides, though. Got Nick and Skinny Cat moving on over. Threads and Veer kind of gave up position.
It's weird my braces off Halo, dude. I bet.
Yeah, must end.
I didn't feel like myself for like 2 days afterwards. It was very strange.
I think they advanced their position.
I got my braces in.
They get the legendary drop this time out of Wonky Land.
2020 I got my braces, and then I got them off in 2022, I think.
Already at their POI, they almost get maxed.
I really don't remember. It was all kind of like a blur.
They have everything they need in terms
but yeah, it felt weird for a while.
And early on, obviously, it is only the first zone. It seems like it is moving on over the western side of the map.
Can we see her dent? No.
Last time we saw them pull a zone like this, though, Jacob, they did.
That was 2022? Okay.
Came this way.
Mm.
It was something like that, yeah.
And Higgs.
Why is Clix in 10th Halo? Dude, I don't know. You want me to send a DM? Let me send a pigeon to Clix's penthouse. let me see what's going on. Like, bro, like,
I can agree. They're not changing up their strategy. They don't even.
I think they just need to get like a good win here, bro. Like they're not playing as confident as they were on day one. That's what it looks like to me, but I'm just viewing, right?
Rapid, the big brain.
But yeah, they're not playing as confident. They're taking height, but they're not holding height as well. They're getting robbed mid-match or mid-end game rather.
I think those would be the ones that hurt the most. 10
yeah, they gotta play more as a duo. That's all I'm seeing.
1 eliminations, kind of giving up that top spot on the leaderboard.
We are just spectators, exactly. Yeah, like I don't know what's actually going on, but from spectating, yeah, it looks like they gotta stick together better, and they gotta work on their height because they're not playing very confident.
Rotate for them right now, but close to this Dark Dominion.
But
I am curious what the strategy here is.
I can see the vision, bro.
Moments.
I can see some game in here.
Continue to
I think it's possible.
Themselves around some of that.
They just need to get that confidence back. You know, they get one good game here. I think their confidence will be immediately back for the last 2 matches, and they'll cook.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, losing confidence in Fortnite, like Fortnite is very much a confidence-based game.
Over towards the
yeah, like you play with a lot of emotion. So if you're playing very confident, locked in, etc., you're gonna play very good. I mean, look at Tyler. Like the second he popped off and got that clutch in that one game, he's just been clutching nonstop. Just saying, confidence. Freeze man, thanks for the $1, bro. Appreciate you, thank you. W Freeze man. Thanks so much for the 1, bro.
Damage from the storm itself. Yeah, they have to get in the same box, heal up with those splashes. They were 1 shot away from going down.
One healing separates them from the top 13 lane spot right now. Cannot afford to fall here.
The difference between them is and us is we're broke and they're rich. No.
Healing a bunch.
Chat, we're rich. They're broke. Okay. Lock it in. We got this.
Oh, well, they don't want to get the elimination code for free. They get the good damage onto power. They shockwave. They fizz. They close the distance, and now they get the knock. Instead of cleaning up instantly,
they're doing good.
They know they're going to take damage.
They got their good POI. They just got to rotate in, play confident. They got it.
He's Penta trying to run away, and he's just trying to follow suit.
How big is he done?
He only has 1 shockwave left, so yep, he's going to have to use the fizz to really make that shockwave worth it. Getting up on top of
8 out of 10.
That's going to give him a huge bird's eye
really
view to try
forming.
to figure out where Penta actually ran to. Spots the builds in the distance, safe landing into the water. But he is
What's Halo's map called? It's called Infinite Box Fights FFA. Map code 4981444266816.
There's no way he's
or you can just search HaloBT and then go to my profile, and it's right there.
They came together. Cooper's here waiting to catch him. More good damage here. Now this is starting to track what seems to be
Who's
other
overrated in your
duos here
opinion?
in the area that are just going to stick into their right now. So you have to be careful. But
No one really.
there it is. Finally, they clean things up here at the Latte Landing.
I don't know. Who would you guys say is overrated?
Two-piece elimination.
I'd say there's people that are
little
correctly
bit of cushion
rated.
that they were looking for here. They're not.
I'd say
quite
there's people that
safe
are
again
underrated. I don't know if
inside
there's
the top
anyone that's
13 just yet,
overrated.
but they are there now.
How many maps have you made? 1 billion at this point.
In there.
No, I think in total I made over 30.
What is this? This is a completely different.
No, not that
strat.
I've made, but you know, posted. I think I've made
Even got me
3.
shaking my head, scratching it, trying to
Maybe
wonder what
4
went
actually.
wrong. Typically, we see a team like this spread out on
No,
these
4,
mountain
4.
ranges that you see there in the minimap.
I'm saying
And that's
Clix
how
is
they get a
overrated.
lot of
Peterbot's
their serve.
overrated.
This time around,
Cold's
maybe trying to
overrated.
wait for somebody to lurk in
Booga's
late,
overrated. Bucky's
find
overrated.
something. Hopefully, they make a mistake.
Okay.
Timing, if it doesn't work out though, might
A lot
put
of
them
different
behind
names.
The rest of the curve.
I'm kind of surprised. I feel like y'all are like the biggest glazers, so
Instead of going on a wild goose chase though, they're gonna let
I
that
don't know,
solo
man.
player run away. Maybe they
I
can
don't
turn
know, I
back
don't know.
and get the elimination later. We know we're gonna go for a reboot.
Everyone's
eventually.
overrated besides Halo.
King Khan, man, this is gonna be
True.
a good start to the game. Get that damage
Correct response.
early, and once you got that storm surge damage early, it kind of opens up.
Nah, I really don't think anyone's overrated on the pro scene.
Just getting damage.
Because overrated would be like, yeah, that guy's super good. He's so cracked. He's so cool. You know, whatever. And then meanwhile, they're like,
because like you said, that is such
they're
a massive
mean
risk for them
and
to
they
take.
place
They're waiting
bad,
inside the base, hoping to ambush
and
someone.
they're mean
And
to
then you look at the
everybody.
map. Look at how
and they
much
emote on everybody, and then they
distance
place
there is
bad, but then
between
they
other
act
players.
like they're the best. You know what I mean?
And from
That'd be
here,
like, okay,
looking at
they're
it, might
overrated,
not
but
pay
you just
off.
don't see that.
We'll just have
Like
to
they're either
see.
correctly
Peterbot
related
though,
or
back to the same trusted
rated,
strategy,
or they're
keeping this
under.
huge surge tower. This just seems to work out.
Am I saying that right? Underrated. Yeah, I'm getting tired, bro.
Tend to weaken on the way.
Ugh.
Susan Agers, one of the
I'm
two
tired.
down here at the Dark Dominion. So we saw
I
them
need a
working
slurp
past
juice.
this. They didn't go around to actually contest cold.
Need a slurp juice.
Shots coming in.
I need a
Peterbot's
slurp juice,
duo
bro.
up top.
Anybody got a slurp juice? You just described Peterbot. No, but he wins though. That's the thing. Like I wouldn't say he's overrated because he actually wins. You know. Like if Peterbot got the amount of glaze he does, but then he couldn't place top 3 or top 5 or you know whatever. Let's say Pete magically was like number 48 on the board, but then people were glazing him this hard, then yeah, he's overrated. But like he's winning, so therefore he's correctly rated. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like yeah, everyone glazed Booga when he won World Cup, but it's like dude, he just won $3 million in the greatest Fortnite tournament ever hosted. He's correctly rated. You know, the hype is there, you know? So it makes sense.
I think everybody here on this side of the map has just been gifted a little bit of opportunity, which includes Muzz and
Poyo's
Sphinx,
underrated,
who's
bro.
currently positioned 8th on the
I
leaderboard.
think as a duo between Peter and Poyo, yeah, I'd say Poyo's more underrated. I'd agree with that.
A lot of in-game.
They're both pretty crazy.
So for Muzz and Sphinx.
I don't think Poyo gets the amount of clout that he should in comparison to Pete.
So on pace right now.
But they're a very good duo.
Zone's gonna be
Bucky
coming in
chilling.
slowly, so gonna make quick work of this team here. And get going themselves.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Not Mister.
You gotta have a
Appreciate that.
lot of patience because there's a lot of
I was
moments
expecting
to
Shark to
where
win
you typically
FNCS.
think, I
Yeah,
gotta
he had a
rotate
bad
to zone, I
day
don't wanna
1, but day 2 they
damage, I wanna
really
keep other
came back. So
teams
I don't
there.
think they should be upset
Sometimes
by the
it's more
performance.
beneficial, especially if
I mean,
you
they
have
went from
one
like
HP
top
heals.
30 to top 5. I mean, it was they moved up the leaderboard, bro. So I think if they just get their day 1 down for the next tournament, they could definitely either get like a third, a second, or
in the
a
last
first.
couple games, we see them very, very early on try to be the team on the high ground and really condition the rest of the lobby. This time around, just like we saw Visuals and Braids taking a whole
Oh, they're back to their
different
wheel
approach.
strategy. Interesting.
Slowing things
Interesting.
down and just minimizing
They
the
got a
risk of
metal
them
tower this
actually
time. Oh my
getting
gosh. That gotta be so boring to farm that much metal, though.
Too, so
Ugh.
they're feeling pretty good about their overall damage.
That's like 400 metal.
As we start talking about the way this zone played out, it's going to be Clix and Higgs who have this monstrous base set up here at the Wonky Land, as the zone has favored them for quite some time here. And look at this, plenty of extra heals to work with as well. So he's going to have to pick and choose here what they want to take on the road with them.
Plenty of time to wait. Zone is pulling towards the south. They have their wonky wheel. They have their combination of both the fizz and the shockwave to really dodge a lot of the teams at the earlier portions of that zone, kind of move out of render distance, make it easier for them to move in. And you see the zone is kind of pulling off the shores of Squibbly.
Chat, we're
over
ordering
into
takeout
more
again.
of
Do
the
you guys want
mainland.
anything?
And this is where you do have a few different mountain ranges that
Let
will
me know, right?
be in play. So rotations being quick, that is of the essence here. And that's
Let
where
me
you
know,
see
let me
now
know,
all
let me
those
know.
other players that have waited until this zone to
We're
try to move
ordering
their way
healthy
in.
food for
Cold and
dinner.
Rapid, they're pulling that edge of the zone.
Not pizza,
instead of
we're ordering
straight-
healthy
going straight
food.
in.
I
They
wanted
know
pizza,
this
but
side
then
of the map
everyone
is
else
more
was
than
like,
likely
no, we're gonna have
uninhabited by a
healthy
lot of the
food.
players, so they're just going ahead, taking a slow approach yet again. They don't seem to be in a worry, and they
So
don't
yeah,
seem
quite
to be
unfortunate,
desperate to
but
make
it
any
is
big
what it
plays.
is.
Yep, and they got little bushes.
Salad,
to play
yeah,
with
it's
as well
effectively
here.
what
So
we're getting.
Zone coming back their way. Look at that. They have a nice little ambush set up there. Lots of teams rotating
I'm
in.
seeing burgers. I'm seeing
Peterbot
apple,
still finds
pizza.
himself safe.
Get some mac and cheese. Yeah, I got you. I
in
got you. Liz.
positioning here. So long as they found their damage, they'll be just fine. Majors and Ritual haven't really moved either.
Burger
since
King. Okay,
rotating
bet,
there.
bet, bet. I got the list. I got the
Position
list. I got the orders.
They're only 83 above, so this is a
Let's
much more
go.
competitive situation to be in.
Yeah, it might look good. It might look good now with the damage being above the threshold.
Halo
You know as well
first
as I
time
do, the
healthy.
way that some of
Okay,
these games have
chill,
been
dude,
going,
chill.
Could be above in one zone and then instantly fall below in the next. So we need to get down to a certain minimum of players for each and every one of these
20
zones
piece
so the game
chicken
does
nugget. Bro's about to
progress.
handle 20
Eventually does
pieces.
turn
Oh
out
my
down to
gosh.
40 players
Oh
overall,
my
so they're
gosh,
really,
20
they're really
pieces, bro.
playing, tiptoeing with that line when it comes to
That's a whole
Surge.
lot of chicken.
Rapid, similar situation, only 143 above.
I
It's
fell
not
asleep, I'm
easy
up
for
now.
them
Did
to
Shark
rotate
and
point A
Teeny
to
win?
point B. About 30 damage is going to get taken
Brother, that
off
was like
Surge.
was like
I think
6
to note,
hours
though,
ago.
They were max material coming
We're
out of that
hibernating
storm,
out
so
here.
they are in a prime
Yeah,
position here. Don't let that material
Skynes Girl
count
won.
fool you. They are getting late into the end game here.
Nah,
a little
40
bit of
piece chicken
storm
nugget.
Full luck here, and you'll
Dude.
be in a great spot to be in. Overall, though, Peterbot and Boyo.
I don't
seem to be
think
set for
that's
them. They have
possible.
this high ground base. They've had the zone this entire
That's a
time. They're
lot
finding
of nuggets.
A tremendous amount of damage from this advantageous spot, and now
Is
they
that
get to
possible?
shockwave out and play into the Dark Dominion. So this is actually Cold and Rapid's
I don't know,
drop
bro.
spot. And again, normally when you get the drop, obviously we've seen those teams turn these opportunities, if you will, into huge wins, if not better. But again,
Yeah, they're trying to like that supply drop right quick.
determined is now we're starting to push that end game. Venom and Curve. No pressure
140?
so far.
Okay,
They've
no one's
been
doing a
sitting on the
140,
vending
bro.
machine, trying to see if anyone was willing to come this
40's
way.
already
Clearly,
crazy. 140
some
or
people got a little too close to the fire.
you
and got
lost the
burned here.
plot.
It's Magma and G Monster. This is another Venno and Curve elimination onto the same team. They just can't catch a break from them.
Yeah, and I know the game's still going on, but with those eliminations there, they take first place in the tournament. Placement points haven't
So
set
close.
in. It's going to continue to jumble, but it goes to show how close the leaderboard actually is through and through. Am I watching a replay? Am I watching another clip? Peterbot and Boyo are just finding opportunity
Yeah, they're getting
after
those free
opportunity,
kills.
and it's on to Veer. That
They're
is
gonna hold
going
their
to be a
first, chat, for at least this
heartbreak
match.
right there if
They're looking
Threads
good so far.
cannot clutch out some good points in this game. He is only 4 points away from that bubble.
Yeah, they were doing so well after finding those two elims, and now to lose your teammate kind of here is going to be that much more tougher. Well, you have to make at least 20 or 30 points. As we were jumping
Yeah,
away,
good
I
rotate
think
there.
I saw Venno find another
Higgs and Clix are
elimination there
top.
too, so the rotates are clearly well. Yep,
right.
here it is. We get to jump in
Lock
with that.
in.
They're at 5 elims now, Jacob. Things are just starting to get really pieced together for them. Take a look here. They find the lobby focus onto Jack. They get the elim credit. It just can't work any better for them now. So all that matters here for them is just going to be key positioning, playing for the end game. No one's in that base up top either. Somewhat of a vacant Storm Surge base from before. The zone is bounced back.
It's 1 AM here. Yo, appreciate you staying up, dude. Oh my gosh.
Barely holding on to us. They found themselves only 20 above. I see Clix and Higgs there in the distance too. Meanwhile, Peterbot continuing to find eliminations.
Yeah, to start the game, Venom and Curves, 2 off-spawn elims, put him in first. Peterbot gets an elim, they take first back. Venom and Curve get a couple more elims that pushes them in first, and now they take it right back. We're literally ping-ponging as this game goes on between first and second place, but you still got Cold Rapid, Agers and Ritual, Acorn and Bolts all still in the mix, and you can't forget about Clix and Higgs. All it takes is one moment to catch fire in these next 3 games to really kind of shut everything up. They do have that gold Chaos, they got the purple AR, they got Slap Pizza, they got Fizz, they got Shockwave.
They're
they got
stacked,
all
dude.
the resources
No, they're
necessary
actually
to
stacked.
have
This
a
is so good.
game here, but the zone might play a
Higgs doesn't really have
role
shotgun
depending
ammo,
on
but
where
it's
it
fine.
goes. I see it moving towards the south. We're going back in and through Dark Dominion. So even though we got those buildings we need to worry about, it's not as drastic as a North Pole and all those mountain ranges.
Jacob also saw visual embrace still alive as well. So it seems like their risky play did pay off. They're in the bottom right there, still fully healthy. Clix and Higgs opting to go for high ground here. Once again, this time,
who's above
early
them?
as the 8th zone, while teams are playing pretty close
Wait, they're
to
gonna
second
draw?
height. So this is extremely risky. Hobby and Aminish
No, they're
the
going
game
back
as
up.
well. But Clix with the big Elim onset enough there. He doesn't get too risky either.
Oh,
right?
gosh,
He
Bucky's going
allows
for
the
it, man.
boot to fall there.
No
Comes
way.
to back up his teammate Higgs here up top.
2v2 for the
It's
height?
Bucky and Zen who are trying to fight for it, though.
Yeah, and this is another reason why I think it's just
Oh, wait,
a little bit
Poyo
too
went out.
early sometimes.
Oh, no.
Poyo's down.
Not only because
Oh,
of
he's full dead
material,
now, too.
but it's
Oh, my
because
gosh.
everybody's sending it up above.
He got the
said
loot, though.
yourself, Poyo
Man.
down. There's a lot of pressure
me.
here on the Peterbot to maintain their position
This
on
might be
the
chill.
leaderboard. Quickly peeks up, steals some
Poyo
of
has
that
the loot for,
away.
or
Corbin
Peterbot has
Benno
a,
are on the other side, literally
I'm so
first in
tired.
place, staring at
Peterbot
each
has
other
the
through
loot for a
wall.
solo clutch.
I think Peterbot knows that danger's around the corner.
Is he actually
Tries
going
to
for
go
height?
up.
Oh my.
Shockwave
Oh
above,
my
makes
gosh.
the play onto Zen.
He's gonna 1v2 for height.
Nobody does
No
that
way.
as a solo, and he's even backing
No,
down
he don't
Bucky.
care.
They have the confidence to go up.
Wait, how did I not max him?
Higgs, but now it's falling short with Peterbot storming him down.
Just doesn't get better, you know. He's just sticking to the game plan. He's like, you know what? We want to come into these games and play for high ground. It's what's going to open
Crazy.
up positioning for me. I'm just going to go ahead and do that.
Oh,
But
Clix is going for
Clix
height.
of course,
Oh, no,
have the
Pete's
same
dead.
strategy
Oh,
too.
wait.
Peterbot tries
Oh,
to bail
no.
off, of course, but it's not going to
Oh,
be enough. Clix
no.
has just got his number this time.
They just joined that
This
high
is
ground
an
back.
opening curve, and Benno needed. Bolts is by himself down below. Acorn is gone as well. Another
Too
top
early.
team sent back to the lobby. Not only Curve and Benno's chance
Oh,
to
wait.
increase that lead for first place, even with Cold and Rapid still alive, but for Clix and
Wait, are they
Higgs
keying
to
that?
play catch up here. They have the high ground. A lot of the teams are already out of their
Oh, they're
path,
keying that,
but
yeah, they're trying to take
another
their
one
height.
sends it towards the north. Another team is
They're
trying
looking
to
for it.
battle up above for the high ground. Meanwhile, Cold and Rapid has let all the dust settle. You guys can have it up above. We'll smoothly walk through that finish line.
Don't
No, they
forget,
want it.
Hobby
They
and
want it.
Aminish
They
were
want
in
it bad.
6th place coming into
Oh
this.
my gosh, this
They
is
have
up
a
and down,
chance
up and
to fight
down.
for first as well, and they're trying to just show us that they have life in them as they go up. But Clix and Higgs is willing to battle it back on over into their head. They're really just wrestling for high ground right now, and it's cost them so much material. Clix and Higgs have almost given away the win condition at this point if they can't catch this refresh.
Yeah, you see Curve and Benno just waiting in the shadows
So smart.
for a moment just like
Oh,
this. Everything
yeah.
up above is suspended, but they're actually looking down below.
They're gonna
The
go
material
for
gap, the
height
lack of
soon.
resources. They might have what
I didn't
they
realize
need
they were
to
still
take
looking
the high
healthy.
ground, so Clix and Higgs have to give it up. Hobby in a minute. You said it yourself. From top 6 to start this game, this is their chance to increase their positioning, but Venos backs up against the wall. 6 builds, tries to find his way to the front side of zone while using the bare minimum. Curve ends up in a
Oh my
scuffle
gosh,
against
Clix with 2 health,
no
bro.
builds left. He's gonna have to reposition.
No, man.
And now Clix is by
He's dead.
himself, 2 HP.
Oh, the Veno, too.
He
Curve went out.
back to the scene of the crowd to take down his former teammate.
Wait, is Veno gonna take first place then? Because they got kills too. Yeah, they have 8 kills. They're gonna take first.
To back him up, and then he has to back off here.
They're gonna be first place instead of Peter. So it'll
Look at
be
this. Veno didn't even get to pick up
Veno,
any bats
then
either.
Pete,
So now he's down to 4 builds.
then-
but hey, look, inside
I don't know
the
in
top
third.
10 now, still earning points, but you have Cold and Rapid making up for time lost. But Veno's still going. Down
That'll be
goes
interesting going into game
22,
11.
And now he's at 9 eliminations here, Jacob.
This is a legacy at its finest. Veno is really trying to put on, not only for himself, not only for Curve, but the entire EU region, saying, hey, look, it could be that easy. Cold and Rapid, though, still
that's
a
crazy.
big pain in their side, but Rapid
I don't know about
goes
NA being
down.
easy. I think Venom's just
Face
good.
drop down from
Whoa, a little
above.
bit of a difference
this
there,
is
but-
literally chaos at its finest.
This is crazy.
Yeah, Veno's
The
definitely
points
first
here
now,
being
right?
Added up. Meanwhile, Veno's just soaking up placement
9 kills
points
plus he's getting the
because
placement.
Hobby's doing the
Oh
hard
my
work for him.
gosh.
And he goes into
Wait, he's
monster
locked
shot
in now, bro.
onto Ritual. Oh
Yo,
my
we needed this
gosh.
yesterday.
Veno just continues to do
Ow.
it time and
Bro,
time again.
him.
And don't count him out just yet.
Bro, is him.
That's another huge shot. The full barrier
42
drops
HP.
too. Can he get some time to pop it? There
A little
it
bit
is.
extra from that.
Tries to break out through the top. Look at the game sense, the awareness
still one
to
shot.
break out of the dangerous layer. Veno is firing
Oh
on all
my
cylinders
gosh.
right now, and he is still
I'm
going.
watching pure Fortnite
I
cinema.
can't believe what we're witnessing. Veno is taking over in this endgame, but he has to be careful.
Wait, height
The
play?
only
Oh
solo
my
left-
gosh.
No.
Wait. Calm down. We're gaming a little too hard here.
It's a 2v1 monster.
Oh my gosh. If he
How
wins
is
this,
he
he's
still
him.
doing it? How is he managing to
If he wins
earn
this, he's
these
him, bro.
points? He's trying to get it back in
I
blood.
promise you.
He might actually get this elimination here too. Zipta falls
No,
down.
he was
Points all
close.
week, and he
Oh,
gave
if
us
his
the
pump hit a
performance
little harder
we
there, I think he
were
actually would have
looking
1v2'd
for
them.
there, Jacob.
Dude, he's
Oh my
him.
gosh, Monster, I needed a moment to
Oh
breathe
my
there.
gosh, yeah, he's winning FNCS tonight, boys. There's no way. He's playing way better than everybody.
Benno came to
Holy
NA.
dude.
He is taking over. He picks up Curve, and this team
What a
is
game, man.
bulldozer in these
That was crazy.
NA lobbies. They're
That just woke me up. I've been so tired all evening.
Top team after top team
That was some
by
gaming, dude.
themselves, but Zyped Up Void, they deserve all the praise in the world, Zeke.
Still W clutch though, yeah, 100%. Dude, but if he hit a max there though, he actually would have 1v2'd that. Because he hit him like 30 and then he had to jump down to low ground. If that was a 140 or something.
Obviously, we want to talk about Benno, but we need to highlight Zyph and Void. Oh my gosh, the chaos that was that game. And literally, Benno is just mowing down players.
That kind of felt like that one Benji fishy clutch.
It is a 2v1.
Anyone else remember that?
Zyph the Void, they take advantage.
It was in
of that,
chapter 2.
right?
He's like going from high ground to low ground, just bang, 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 200, 200, 200.
Can bleed
You know?
sometimes. We'll walk
Kind of felt like
the
that for a little
victory
bit.
Royale, 219 points.
Pete's in 4th now, no way.
Looking to secure themselves a spot going to the
No
summit. With
way.
only 2
You got knocked
games
down that
left to
much?
go. This puts them in a really
Wasn't even a
good
bad match
spot,
either.
Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, considering how crazy the low ground was, to have a full duo in that moment, being able to take on Benno, I mean, 6 eliminations definitely
Dude,
gonna
yeah,
help
if he
them up
got
the leaderboard.
max.
But my goodness, that looked like that could have been a 1v2 in Benno's favor. But
Dude, yeah, that would have been. If he hit a max there, that 100% would have been. Then he would have had the Siphon, he would have sat in Storm, he would have had the height advantage on the other dude. Bang,
That
200.
one was close. What
100%.
a nail biter for the duo. Yeah, they were kind of just hanging out,
crazy.
right? We saw how many solos that were in that lobby, and amongst all of the
All right, so I think I gotta refund the prediction, right?
Went down all the lobby. That duo there at the end, they just get to kind of look up and like,
Yeah,
wait,
I gotta refund the
where'd
prediction.
everybody
Okay.
else go? Right?
Game
Really
11
got
prediction,
one
twitch.tv/HaloBT
player
going
to take
out
for the win. All of a
now.
sudden, they go ahead, they clutch it up.
Game
they take
11,
the win
go,
as
go,
well.
go.
So it'll be interesting to see how that win right there shakes up the leaderboard.
Oh man, we're gonna go to a break. When we return, we are absolutely taking a look at Curve and Benno. That solo clutch was incredible. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't you go anywhere.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough, man. Okay, I'm actually gonna dip during this break because I also need a quick break. I'm gonna grab some water, chat. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute.
Watch me arrive. Watch me arrive. Watch me arrive.
2 teammates have his back. There's Nash. Gets the drop on Marius. Stays alive. They're targeting out Vanya. 3v1.
I'll go here. I'm popping med bit. Wait, short. Got 6 builds. No, max up. Wait, if you're mid, wait. 100. 100. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And I don't know how to feel about it.
You're not used to losing. Getting beaten?
Not like this. These players are just so locked in.
Could it be the milk?
Stay there.
Fortnite fan, we're just gonna get right into it. Benno and Carve, what the heck? Benno comes out game number 10 with one of the greatest solo clutches we have ever seen. Guys, look at this leaderboard. Peterbot and Pollo just got a VR last game, right? We thought, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Peterbot, Pollo, they're taking over. It's crazy. In a single game, Benno solo clutches here for a second place with 11 eliminations. Kelly Link, we are at 68 eliminations on the day.
I mean, and that is a solo clutch off of Curve and Benno having 8 eliminations before Curve went down. So it wasn't like it was just Benno in that game. But regardless, even with 8 eliminations, having Curve go down, Benno was not done yet. He is never done, Vivid. And to see him play that, for a second, I thought this was Game 11, Peterbot solo once again, because we've seen that in North America. But Benno wants to show that this is not just the NA show. EU is here to represent. And look at these eliminations, Vivid.
Insane. I mean, it's like he can't miss right now. If this guy has a shotgun out and there is somebody anywhere near him on his screen able to go ahead and hit, he's hitting the shot every single time. And how chaotic some of these end games are. I mean, he is just switching layers when he needs to. He's using overdrive grenades to fly up, and even mid-air, opponents are moving, he's still hitting the shots. And everybody that was watching this must have believed that it was possible for him to win this 1v2, right? Like this, it looked like he was unstoppable. Everybody's like heart froze for a second watching that right there. And I gotta tell you, the rest of the lobby right now is in absolute trouble. We kind of saw it after game number 7. We were like, wow, whoa. These guys look absolutely different. Take a look at the individual eliminations over the course of the 10 games that we've witnessed for grand finals today. Benno is leading the pack with 37, but what is possibly a little bit even more impressive is that his duo is right behind him with 31. This isn't like a solo shot. I mean, obviously, yeah, the solo clutches came out, but they are both just performing on an incredible level right now, Kelly.
I for sure thought that production was wrong, that this was incorrect, and that they misplaced Curve's name. That is insane. These numbers represent everything, and I feel like I'm gonna have to add a 4th star to this airplane real soon, because this is what I want out of North American Central. And you know what? Maybe NA Central was getting a little bland, and you just gotta add a little bit of spice from EU, and that's what makes everything just taste so much better.
Yeah.
Whew.
I lied.
I am just shocked by what we just witnessed.
Yeah.
We have 2 games left.
All right, I'm locked in reading YouTube chat for the next 30 seconds. Go.
Wow. As we look at the standings as well, I mean, guys, even look.
Halo getting lazy. Okay.
Right. Only 75 points separating Curve
wait, what's the
and
leaderboard looking like?
Javi and Aminish.
Ooh.
I mean, I am just in awe. Again, this is why we call out, right? A single game
wait,
can change everything, man. You just string together eliminations. The way Benno just hit even a second
Dude,
place.
those elims are everything, man. It's actually crazy.
You can find yourself climbing the standings. Oh my gosh. Agers in Ritual as well.
Look at the leader. What do you mean?
Jumping up 2 whole
on the challenge points
right now, Kelly. Off of a 6th place with 7 elims. Now, Kelly,
Peterbot,
now, more than ever. These eliminations are so critical. There's so many points locked behind these eliminations. That's what
well, the bean burgers that I have are,
I mean, Agers and Ritual,
solid.
Like you said,
I'm not really like a burger person.
I'm sorry, they got 6th place with 7 eliminations. Cold and Rapid that game only
back.
went
What's
down
up, Jax?
in 8th. They only got 3 eliminations.
Cam,
and that is why Agers and Ritual are jumping up.
Like,
literally, you could be doing really well, making it to
you're
the
seeing
end
less
game,
if I do that.
Grabbing eliminations. But if you are not just pushing yourselves above just a little bit more than everyone else, that is literally going to be the difference of tens of thousands of dollars and being able to say that you are the best in North America Central.
As I've been wrapped up in
I'm ready. Game 11. Let's get it.
That we have been presented with this absolute domination. I blinked and I was like,
I need this.
We've played 10 games. There's only 2 games left. We are approaching that point now where it is possible that some of these other teams that are in the top 5 could potentially be thinking about, okay, listen, they're playing way too good right now. How do we stop them? I know we kind of
Can you move face cam, brother? Where do you want me to move the face cam to?
The attempt to potentially stop
Where do you
them
want me
early
to
on.
move?
Does somebody have what it takes to land on Curve and Veno to stop what seems to be unstoppable?
Oh, Vivid saying it on the broadcast.
Into existence. Kelly, we saw this over in EU and it went a certain way.
Uh-oh.
Do you think it's happening? Do you think it's happening in game 11?
No.
Uh-oh. Make the face cam smaller? Okay, yeah, I got you. Hold on.
2 games left to go here before we say goodbye. I cannot believe what has transpired so far.
Lock
2
in.
games left to go. All of these dudes are thinking the same
I'm ready.
exact
I'm
thing.
ready. I'm ready.
How do we either get in the top 13 or fight for that number 1 spot? Casters, it
Let's
is
go, bros.
time. Game 11 is ready. Take it away.
Monster, I don't know if Curve and Veno will be contested off drop, but I don't think it's going to be a smart play, because something you notice first off is when they were the best team in some of these lobbies, it usually starts in the early
Face
game.
cam's
On day
missing?
one, it
Oh,
was the
really?
mid-end game where they lacked a
Should I
little
add
bit
it
of
back, or are you
preparation,
guys
but
gonna
now
keep
that
making
that's
fun of
solved,
me?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to get Sky and scrolled here in game number 11. So let's see if things are getting
I don't know,
hyped now.
man. Should I put it back? I don't know. I think you guys lost your face cam privileges, dude.
2 games.
I got
left,
roasted too many
Monster.
times. You gotta
2
wait. You're on
exciting
cooldown.
Chances
30
for
more
anybody
seconds and
to
no face
rise
cam.
up the leaderboards. And before this moment, we had a very, very close tournament. 6 points difference. But after
man.
Curve and Veno, just
Nah, I think I'm gonna leave it like this,
solo
guys.
play. They have almost a 50-point gap.
See, but that's the thing, you know, when you listen to Veno speak, he was
Wow, no one's landing
saying
on him either.
Curve
Wow,
was due for the
hold on.
pop-off. Curve is gonna have his moment.
Hold on.
Little did we know, the
Cinema.
wolf was in sheep's clothing. He has
The
been
wolf
playing
was in
so
sheep's clothing.
crazy. It's
Indeed,
looking
it
like,
was.
like young Veno. The Veno that we
Indeed,
knew to be
indeed.
one of the most dangerous fighters when he was up and coming. We're just seeing him just outperform like crazy right now. And you love to see it too, because it's well deserved. And the competition overall is extremely close. But okay, Jacob, let's get to some of
Ooh.
this action here. Paper and Resi are
Clean.
still fighting for a qualification spot for themselves. That was a great 2-piece alone.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That side of the map isn't necessarily my favorite.
Yeah.
Whether you're contested, uncontested, or simply just win the fight doesn't make it any easier at all. Blake and Preston still on this side of the map. Going gets the tick and Mafia on the south side of the Frigid Fortress. Good damage onto Preston, though, giving a huge advantage on over to the other side. But Mafia has a huge chunk of HP missing as well. And this is where the lurks are starting to come in. But the longer you lurk, the longer you fight, those third parties will become a huge factor. Empen and Jack already making their way on over.
Yeah, Empen and Jack have been all over these fights here. They've had success, they've had some failures. So has Mafia. Looking Blake's protected. Just kind of leaving this one out, trying to see. Misses the most important shot though. Any little touch there, he could have sneezed on the tick and it would have been a big up. And Preston didn't even see him run past him either, so they just seem to be a little out of it here for game number 11. And Pen and Jack not too content with the extra
everyone's
shots
starting to get
they're
nervous a
getting
little
inside of
bit,
there.
you know?
I think they learned a lesson last time. So they're off to disengage now.
Still got Scare and Osid at the actual Frigid Fortress just towards the north.
Chat,
They
my
were the
eyes
ones
are
that
actually like
essentially
kind
the
of
last
burning
one
from
standing
looking at a screen
after
so much today.
everything
I'm not even
settled.
gonna lie.
Just literally one room away. Preston,
Am I
but
cooked?
I have to imagine they know each other are here. Even the tick.
I might
as
be
a
cooked.
solo,
Am I
They
cooked?
only saw one elimination in the feed. It's about where is he at, and every single person in this scenario, Monster, is one shot away from going down or getting eliminated, and that's why you see the careful approach. But maybe
Yeah, this is a bit
Preston hears
awkward.
something on the other side of that wall. He's trying to tiptoe, take his time. There's a full
Dude, take a
window
left hand.
open, a clear shot.
Oh, they
double
knew.
attack from both
Nice.
sides.
Nice.
That was
Smart.
actually a smart way to approach
Well
that
played.
from Preston and Blake.
I'm thinking Preston was looking through the cracks in the brick.
I haven't taken my eyes off the
I
screen,
see
so
an
same
angle,
here.
Bro. He's in here.
No, bro.
Let's go for it. It ends up working out. Squibbly on lock, of course, by Peterbot and Pollo. Let's see if they end up doing a big surge base or rotating out early. Try to get a fight for some surge. Maybe even some points, of course. All in all, though, oh, they're going back to that strat where they just push Chris and Drew here, who are kind of based down right now.
That's back to the strat.
And honestly, unless
This is their favorite
you think
team
something
to
unordinary is
WP,
gonna happen
man.
with Venno going down
Every
early
game,
and
bro.
the lack of
Every game.
eliminations, one of the big ways to come back, especially for a team like Peterbot.
I'm starting to feel bad, man.
Here.
It's just every
Talk about
match.
yourself. They fought this one before against Chris and Drew. They got in eliminations, but they've also went down or down to low HP, making the surge not necessarily worth it. There goes another example. They're 100 damage gone just like that. Poyo having to slow things down, trying to heal up, but Peterbot's relentless pressure gets the
you
double
almost got that
towards the
piece.
top, forcing Drew to fall down yet
drinking God's
another
water.
layer. But we've seen this happen a few times throughout the weekend. Eventually, Peterbot and Poyo do disengage, but I'm not sure that's going to necessarily be the case. They trade shots again. Another 100 damage landing onto Pete.
Yeah, one thing Chris and Drew have done is play defense.
Customs after FNCS? I'm going to bed, bro.
Every
The
time
second
we watch
FNCS
this
is over,
cycle,
I'm
they
going to
actually
bed. I'm
haven't
tired.
Fully eliminated this team. They have managed to defend themselves more than
Wow.
well enough, and Peterbot and Poyo say,
That's not like
you know
Peter
what?
Poyo.
You got it, bro. Once again, and they just give it to
Interesting,
them
interesting.
because they know too that going back and forth is
Is there
not
YouTubers
worth
by-
it. They
besides
wait until
you?
they're
That
ahead and they
HaloBT
say,
guy,
"All right,
low-key."
We're gonna take the surge positive and did
And no,
that.
I'm sleeping after FNCS.
Times got to take the little bit.
Can you put on a playlist and keep streaming? I would, but tomorrow's Monday, so I figure most people are going to be at school. There's kind of no point, you know.
Inside of that top 13, they slowly
So, I'm
fizzled
just gonna go to
out,
bed,
but
get
as
up,
it stands now,
afternoon
14th
stream
place,
tomorrow, potentially.
264 points.
Dude, I really want to keep the stream streak going. I should be able to stream tomorrow, but I'm kind of worried like something's going to pop up and I'm not going to be able to.
You can kind of see what is on the line.
I don't know. I should be live tomorrow afternoon. If not, I'll be live on Tuesday.
Out there, and they leave no regrets left on the table. Carillion seems to be by
Dude,
himself. Not
what
sure
card?
That possibly eliminated by QK, but they break into the same box. QK almost goes down.
Someone
They've
keeps
not only
driving by
survived, but they've eliminated
repeatedly
Sean to Carillion and
with
basically tell him what he
the
really
most
feels.
rumbly,
I'm
like
trying
it's
to
shaking the
find
house,
Brilliant
bro.
On the standings, definitely is one of those teams on that bubble area. You haven't had
Isn't there a
enough
Div
time
Cup
to
tomorrow? I have no
focus on
idea. I don't watch Div
but
Cups though.
Either way, getting eliminated
I just watch Grands.
now in
Or, like,
game number 11 is
big
going to be a massive
events.
setback for any team here now. Jumping back with this right here, Peterbot. Boy, I don't think we've seen
Oh, yeah,
them
here we
actually
go.
fight Skittles team at all. So Skittles somewhat
Yeah,
caught
they want
out
the
of
surge and the
position here
points.
and into the drop. Okay, this is exactly where Peterbot
Nice.
wants to. They know they're not going to have teams here
Clean,
not
dude.
this early. Just like that, Skittles rotates out of one problem and into another one.
Ah, that's just unfortunate. Literally, Peterbot and Poyo went from fighting Chris and Drew. I don't know why they disengaged, but Chris and Drew went one way, Peterbot went the other, and basically attacked two different players on one team, sent them right back to the lobby. Another heartbreak moment here in Game 11, basically leaving it all to the 12th and final game for some of these teams that have been eliminated early on. And as you can see, 74 players up, Monster. This one looking to move at a little bit of an accelerated fashion than some of the other games we've seen so far.
Yeah, people are getting antsy.
I did find Carillion and Jargle on the standings. They're actually in 13th, holding the line with 270 points there, Jacob. Now, the jump above them is Rhea and Cooper, who have a 30-point cushion, it seems like, for 12th. But it is super close from basically that line up and down.
Really watching all the teams below you, probably even some of the teams above. Just hoping they go
Gotcha.
down
Oh my
early.
gosh.
Kind of ease the pain.
Ah, my
you can
eye,
see the
bro.
big difference here from Rapid and Cold and some of the other teams. Rapid literally buying
My
out the
eyes are
menu.
itchy and I'm so
And then
tired
they
and it's
kinda bring
not
all the
helping.
heals up towards
I'm
Cold.
actually, I'm 1
They
HP.
kinda
Anyone got
watch
Chug Jug?
them, kind of leaving scraps, essentially, for anybody else that tries to rotate.
I gotta chill with these long streams. It's actually like tearing me apart, man. I like doing them, but at the same time, it's like,
Nowhere
oof,
near his
you know?
teammate just yet, but he's trying to use those shockwaves.
I might just cap the streams at 24 hours instead of doing 30.
Points too. Overall today.
Get a med
having
kit? Dude, I need a
quite
Chug
the
Jug.
performance here. Obviously,
I need a
after
Chug
this
Jug.
last victory royale in a 5th place before that, they've
I need a Chug
propelled
Jug.
themselves right into a potential land qualification spot.
Maybe a
They still
Lawless
have
Slap
little bit of
Chug,
a ways
actually.
to go,
Those are a
but
little
if they
better.
Continue to play well. They will be up towards the top here in the next 2 rounds. Visuals and Braids slipping down the totem pole. They were holding that 3rd strong for so long. These last few rounds have just been a bit tough for them.
Yeah, they have a bit of a cushion, almost 100-point cushion going into these last 2 games, but almost leaves you scratching your head. They vastly changed up their strategy from day 1 going into day 2, where they would typically set up here for a long time, just getting little tags that adds up to a good amount of surge. By the time they rotated towards those moving zones, it made it a little more free to do what they want. But more and more teams rotating over, even to close the day out yesterday, lurking on them, getting those eliminations, forcing in the back of Visuals and Braid's minds different things to go out, but they're going to go ahead and get that drop early on, just at the edge of zone. And this could be a blessing here with the zone moving towards the north. They're already set up on one of these mountains, and every team south of that line has to rotate either through Visuals and Braids or to the left or the right.
And this is definitely the better spot to be in. And, you know, this is arguably the best spot to have a monster surge base, but they seem to have gone to keeping more of a low profile.
What's up, FaZe from YouTube stream?
And if I had to guess,
hi, hello, want to be in a YouTube video, not sure waste time, 10 years old, I want to show you my skills. Oh, I'm sorry, dude, I don't do,
having a bit of a harder time, whereas
like,
yesterday,
specific videos on people like that. I also don't do, like, pay to play or pay to add on for it. I sometimes play customs, so you could be on stream in that sense. But, yeah, it's not really my content, you know.
Just using a couple of resources that are
But keep it up, dude.
Taking that spicy
keep up them
fish,
skills, you know.
A movement boost that can help him try to break into some of these boxes. They
Oh,
pressure
wait.
us from two different angles. One shot from Pollo. Peterbot still holding it down, leading some of those Thunderbird
they definitely get this right.
through, getting him down to just HP. And with the zone here, might only
that's
be
gonna get them pretty
tick, but
stacked.
Increase the worry for Must. Liquid tries to go up and make a play onto Peterbot, but he gets cut short as well. He has no choice but to try and disengage. He basically gave up any hope of him and his duo either taking down Peterbot or surviving. So he moves towards the north, saying, "Hey, if you're gonna eliminate him, I probably already have the goal."
Wait, they're gonna disengage? They're not gonna bother?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that sucks, man. You're missing the points there.
On his teammates, so.
I don't think the surge was worth it either.
Around and finished it, but not worth the risk. Really showing you too that like.
Oh man.
Peterbot and Pollo are really trying to play.
When'd you do that? Customs? I did those earlier on stream. It was like
we just gotta keep winning.
3 hours ago, I think. What's up, Falcon?
Muzz and Sphinx, you know, Muzz at least, you know, in the last major 3 in trios qualifying in the last
Delo's making fun of
the day to make it to
bro, what are you doing?
Much better
you're in the wrong chat, friend.
430 points on the leaderboard. Just needs to be able to close it out strong in the last 2 games. Listen and Aloe.
Chat, you guys definitely gotta lock in when it comes to the channel point predictions, man. I feel like there's been a lot of selling going on, you know.
15 points. I want to say roughly like 56 points away from getting inside of that bubble. That's definitely going to help him tenfold. Raven does go down. Aloe already trying to shockwave over. CDZ realizing the shockwaves are coming in. He's going to try to disengage himself. Can't be the hero in a situation that started so fast.
An unfortunate turn of events here for CDZ and Raven. They find themselves at the bottom of the standings here. But hey, all of this is experience gathered and effort learned. So Aegis there find G Monster in the feed. So Aegis continuing to do what he needs to earn himself some points to continue to fight his way back into first. It's neck and neck up at the top. No teams can make a mistake now. If you're Acorn and Bolts, you're going to need to have those big game wins as well. Otherwise, the dream is out.
Yeah, which is surprising to start this day. We're talking about the phenomenal play from Bolt, solo impact. Him and Acorn's ability to remain consistent in each and every one of these games. It's just something went wrong today. You know, compared to yesterday, they had a 32nd place and 19th. They did make up for it in a moment with a 3rd place with 5 eliminations, but now they're 98 points away from first place. 2 games left. Almost have a little bit of control over their destiny. They really got to hope for Curve, Veno, Aegis, Ritual, Cold, and Rapid. A whole slew of players to have a much worse performance than they've had so far, even on average. Aegis and Ritual rotating back on over towards Sandy Strip. Another team, uncontested drop. They really have conditioned a good portion of this lobby to stay away from this mending machine.
You know, and I'm just thinking, Javi and Aminish actually jumped up a placement point last game as well. Their average placement so far in the tournament is 8.6. The best of all the teams right now inside of the top 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is a pretty impressive stat, just kind of taking a surface glance.
Effectively guaranteed a top 10 every match.
Everyone else, though, clearly, though, has way more elims. That's why they have the higher points overall. But still, Javi and Aminish playing exceptional right now. It's a great time to just start checking in with them. What's going well with them? Why can they keep making it work here? It seems like the Frigid Fortress is treating them very well.
Yeah, and honestly, an unlikely duo coming into this one. You know, at one point it was Reet and Javi, Aminish with a whole other player, and Reet goes ahead and says, hey, Cooper, you want a duo? We're not playing as well as we would hope. So he goes a separate way. Javi and Aminish, they form just in time to have a phenomenal performance in play-ins. They followed up with a good performance in heats and already continuing that trend here with a top 5 position on the leaderboard, 75 points away, what could be both of those players' first FNCS championship. But again, when you look at the leaderboard on the right, it's just so close, not only for the actual first place on the leaderboard, but the top 13 overall, where you see 13 and 14
this is
place
gonna get
have
intense,
already
chat.
been eliminated out of this
A lot of the
lobby.
guys in the top
honestly,
10
you
are
don't wanna
so
look back at
close
this
on
moment Monster
points,
saying, hey, I had the chance
where
and
this
I
game's
wasted
really
it.
going to matter going to the final game.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm
Either
actually
the guy
looking at
on
the
top is
standings
gonna
just for,
have
like Javi and Aminish's,
50-plus point lead, or it's going to be
They
a
actually have
couple of
2
point
second
difference,
places in
and
there,
it's going to come
last
down
game
to
obviously pulled that
some
third,
off-spawn
so they
griefing
have come
for Game 12.
close to a win multiple times.
We'll have to see, bro.
now.
I'm excited.
We will be keeping an eye on them. But with
Yeah, look at
Cold and
Chili's falling
Rapid here
asleep.
for
Nah,
the
I'm good,
Dark
I'm good.
Dominion now to this new
I do
top
feel like
spot.
falling asleep right
So
now,
far, it seems
but
to be playing off
stay awake.
relatively well. They
We
have
got 2 games
400
left,
damage
and then I'm
above,
going to bed.
plenty of material, and they actually pull zone. Okay, this is really good for Cold and Rapid right here. They actually needed a little bit of luck, and it seems like it's playing off.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, the only thing they're missing is a little bit of high ground, but it's Cold and Rapid. When do they ever
Want the
play
low
on the high ground? Exactly, they get what they want. Just like Peterbot and Boyo, relentless pressure throughout the entirety of this game. They're almost 1,000 above the threshold, but you wouldn't think that to be true. They only have 1 elimination so far, so they're going for it. They're going for these high elim games. It's just they're not finding any success on the actual eliminations up until then, where they take down both Jack and
they got 3
Pen
kills now. They're doing
before
good.
They got to rotate to the next zone, so that's going to replenish a lot of their
Making that
builds. They can
progress.
pick and choose what resource they want to take with them.
Why does the
before they
box fight
finally
map
make
have
their
so
way
much
on
delay?
out.
It doesn't have any
This is
delay. It's 0 delay,
crazy,
chat.
'cause they're
If
really
you're lagging on the
playing
map,
to their
that's
strengths
either
right now.
Fortnite's creative
Those are
servers
full
or
getting
your
this
internet is
version,
buns.
shockwaving their way all the way into
The map
zone.
has
Shoot, they might
almost
even end up on some high
nothing
ground
on
here,
it.
so
It
they have
is
to match the
so
point.
simple,
Peterbot
bro.
gets caught
It's
in a spider
practically a
trap right here.
1v1
Gotta be
map in
careful.
terms of
On the
delay.
other side.
It's like
We were watching
10,000
that,
creative
though. We
memory
missed what
or
was
something like
happening
that.
Over here.
It's
Flex,
very,
buddy, you're
very
looking
well
the wrong
optimized.
way. Veno knocks him upside the head, and then
What's up,
they get
Turbo?
the follow up in the finish.
Can you do a cash cup if your next video gets like 3K likes, please, Halo? Nah, sorry, man. I'm not doing comp anytime soon, guys. I don't want to play any tournaments or anything.
Quickly rotating in towards the zone, and they're using that as a quick
What
second
game is
here
this?
to look back. Seeing anybody that still has the journey to make, like Dolzier and Ishu outside of the zone, they're just pressuring,
Top right.
trying to make it harder for them to not
Oh,
only
one never
make
looks.
it in, but even if they do,
Please
they're
look.
not going to make it in
Please.
healthy. Another elimination towards the side.
I need
Selects
this,
Wages able to
bro.
pick up one. Maybe push
I
Paper and
need
Prezi back
this.
as Curve
No
looks
one
like he's trying to
looks.
approach in that direction. You see Benno peek
Please.
into the zone, gathering vital
Benno and Curve
information
are the
for their
only team who haven't
You
been
see
hit by
Benno Curve
Surge in
the
any
only
of the
team
10
who
games.
haven't been hit by any Surge so
I just read
far
that.
in each and every one of these games. It's
You
just going to
copying
show
me.
that early game presence
Ain't
by
no way.
Curve and Benno is paying off tenfold.
They've just been the most aggressive. They've, again, been clearly the most successful
playing
in the
really
early game.
good,
This
bro.
game's a little bit slower for them in the early game, but their mid game is just taking off right now. They are in another prime situation to play for high ground here in the end game, and we know what they do well. They play it late. They let people get their first, little taste of height, and then they come in and put their influence to the test. Rapid and Cold, though, much different strategy for them. We've seen them play low ground, time in, time out, front side, dead side, you name it. They'll be there. When it comes to rotates, though, this is still a difficult terrain to play with, right? They have to go up and over this mountain, which you have Peterbot and Boyo now completely positioned up, and then you have Clix and Higgs already basing on the opposite side.
So many times we've seen teams take it early. Clix and Higgs were able to hold it early on in day number 1, but since then, honestly, it's been changing hands for each and every one of these zones here in the end game as they position themselves above. Peterbot and Poyo have the luxury to stagger themselves back, look down, rain fire from above. Not necessarily getting eliminations
Oh, wait.
here, but they are just hurting
Clix and Higgs are
every
looking
single
around,
player
bro.
they connect shots with. As
Hang on, they
rotate
might go for height
over.
here.
Curve and Benno positioned down below. Hop gonna minish towards the side. Clix into Higgs. We've seen
Yeah,
in
extra
previous
choice,
games
too.
them try to go ahead and claim
And
high
they're looking
ground
for
as
it.
their own. They don't necessarily have that luxury up until now. They pull zone
What is
in their
this?
favor, and they immediately build up saying, hey, if you want high ground, come take it from us.
That's crazy.
Huh,
And
look at
that's
that.
so different than anything else we've seen from Clix and Higgs. They've been building single straight standing towers, but now Higgs is putting up this huge flex right now with a monstrous base. Benno and Curve here have no issues fighting their way to the
Wow.
new zone, though. That was
I think he was
almost
gonna
a
get
fresh
that.
Elim. Oh, actually, it is an Elim as things catch up there, Veno finds another one. And he was already in the lead, Jacob, with the most amount of
boy,
elims,
went
and he's
out.
continue to do so. But look at this, not looking good.
Oh, wait,
Goes down.
what?
Peterbot comes through the clutch.
Bro boxed both of them.
Can he get the follow-up
Oh
here?
my gosh.
He's doing so much
He's playing with his
damage,
food in there.
but he
Wait, he's gonna get the
can't
res
quite
too.
get the finish, but it's okay. He's
Wait.
bought Boyo enough time to get saved here.
Nah, it's a bit of a war. I'm not
they
gonna
have
lie.
the splashes. They're gonna have
That was
pizza
clean.
start to use those along with the pizza.
And they got
The
splashes and
zone
pizza.
Is moving in 10 ticks
team.
of damage instantly.
Yeah,
popping
they're
the big
good.
box.
They're back.
Really trusting Peterbot to get those splashes out in time. They have to be careful though. Right above
Where's the
them,
food? Still
Clix and
waiting.
Higgs, and even in front of zone, we got Curve and Veno. We got Muzz and Sphinx as well. Honestly, the storylines couldn't be any better here in this game because you got first place right now.
Yeah, that was a good
Curve and
clutch, bro.
Veno could be the
They're back
first
at it.
time a player has
Oh,
won
no.
in both
Oh,
EU
no.
and NA. Two of the hardest
Right into Veno's box.
regions, and they find a big elimination on the
Oh,
Peterbot,
gosh.
taking one of the hardest teams out of their path to the finish line.
Boyo's down and out. The fuck.
Yeah, that's not good.
The full elim comes through right there, Jacob. And he gets
Oh, and Clix is
the
on height. No
finish as well.
way.
And just like
Hold
that,
on.
they're up in the lead now.
This is an
Clix
interesting
and
match
Higgs,
so
though,
far.
on high ground, doing exactly what they need to do. They have solidified the positioning here.
Yeah, and they got the loot for it too. Oh my gosh. They're both cap mats.
Sacrificing a little bit of
They're
HP,
chilling.
so that way they can go deep into the zone.
There we go.
Reconnect on that high ground. It's going over towards Frigid Fortress. That gives them the luxury to look towards the backside of zone, seeing players late to shockwave in, but they think it's all smooth sailing. But Curve and Veno wait for these perfect moments.
Y'all think Venom's gonna try to take
elevate
high here?
themselves step by step, and they're
Ooh,
waiting to
nice.
at least suspect it. But Peterbot's still going on his rampage.
That's clean.
Big down onto Dragon, trying to pick up that elimination. But Curve and Veno, they're matching him blow for blow.
8 elims now. Veno is really starting to heat up here, and they're not even interested in jumping down for mats. Notice that. They want to maintain this positioning, and they're still trying to time for high ground here to try to play for another
Yeah, they're
win.
good on mats. They don't need
Higgs,
this.
though, is the only one up top. They
Oh,
send Clix down
Peterbot's
low.
out.
Clix finds Peterbot, finishes him up, sweeps him under the rug.
Wait, that
And
wasn't
now,
Clix that killed
Veno
Pete.
and
What?
Curve. Here comes the
Veno
setup.
killed Pete. Hello?
Off they go. Curve's got no mats, so they
I saw
have
them in
to
the death
continue
chat.
to
What?
go lower and lower here. And this terrain's not helping. Look at all these old builds as things are moving.
That was
back
Veno.
and
Yeah, that's what I'm
forth,
saying.
but
Veno killed him. He's like, Clix killed him.
are
Like,
still
what?
neck to neck with
I
Clix
guess it's
and
just the
Higgs
X.
right
I got confused
Yeah,
there.
Curve and Veno, I feel like they know they don't even necessarily need the high ground. They don't even necessarily need the win. They just
Oh, no.
need to remain consistent. That slows them down a little bit. Big shot is going to
Yeah,
land
they
on
need
the
to
Veno.
move and get the heals
Pressure
off.
coming from up above. Thank gosh that Curve is there to alleviate some of the pressure, holding on to
Oh,
the
wait, Higgs is
build.
dead.
But if you
Hold on.
blink, you might have missed it. Higgs has
No, he
went
gets the rest.
down. Clix trying to go
Oh,
for the
and then
revive.
Veno takes
Curve
height.
and
No.
Veno realize
Oh
nobody
my
else
gosh.
is up
No.
there to contest it. They use the fizz. They use the
That's dangerous.
shockwave. They instantly take away
Oh,
that
they know
high
they're in
ground.
there.
6 teams
Ooh,
left,
no,
Muncher,
they're gonna
and
grief him,
everybody
bro.
at least has to do it by their side unless it's cold. He
Oh,
goes
gosh.
down. Rapid is now left by himself.
But they have no
And he
mats
has
to take back.
awareness too. The awareness to keep shooting back at them. Veno tries to keep the pressure, but the shockwaves put Clix
Yeah,
and
they didn't
Higgs
have the
up
loot
on
for
high
it.
ground, and they know we don't have enough mats to hold this one down. Clix and Higgs managed to have just enough
Hang on,
HP,
chat.
though,
Potentially
to
a
go
Clix
ahead and
win
heal
here.
that
Hang on,
regime, but
hang
then
on.
you have Rapid. Look at this, just solo
Hang on.
surviving right now as a
Ooh, Muggs and
player here
Sphinx
in
are
the
still looking pretty good on
mid-ground
low ground,
right
though. A lot of
trying
top
to
teams in
evaluate
here.
What he wants to do
This is a
here, but
stacker
he's
van
got
game. It
pressure
really
coming
is
in from
anyone's game, but
potentially Veno and Curve here on the layer.
oh no.
Right behind, he comes and he actually finds Curve.
Nah, it might be
it's
Raps.
gonna be Muzz who jumps in and they get the full
Almost out of
finish.
mats too.
Yeah, but still, that's no worries to me. Veno's just taking this time to heal up. Quickly go and scurries outside of the zone. Still almost a
Ooh, he's
full
chasing
chunk
that,
jump
really?
left, but Higgs is quickly
Oh, that's
on
a good
the
play from
chase,
Higgs. I didn't think he was
gets
gonna
a
chase
good amount
that.
of damage until the zone does the rest. Clix and Higgs have finally woken
Look how many
up from
buildings
their
are in the game, by the way.
slumber. From day one to
This has
day
gotta be so
two, they
laggy.
finally found their form back. 5 eliminations here, but Rapid is still up, trying to close the gap. Pig down onto Sphinx, separates him
Little
from
max
us.
there.
But you see, he has no builds. He probably feels in the back
Yeah,
of his
no
mind. He
mats.
has to get this elimination, but underneath, Braids takes
Nah,
him down,
Clix and Higgs
gets
win.
the elimination, and moves one step closer to first.
They're chilling up there. Everyone else down here is like, oh, wait.
Down low. Now they're the sleeping
Oh,
giants
I didn't see
starting to
these
wake
guys.
up here, putting
They're
their
looking pretty
influence in
stacked.
the mix,
No,
but
it
you
might
have
not
a
be
lot
guaranteed.
more players to worry about. Braids and Visuals are here to mess around
Oh,
as
gosh, I
well.
don't know.
They also need the refresh too, as they're out of material, so they're going to be forced into this fight here, whether you like it or not.
All three of these teams
And
are really
then, of
good, but
course,
I think
Clix
Clix
and
wins.
Higgs have to come down and jump in this battle as well. Bolts uses the shockwave to go up. Someone gets eliminated in the sky.
What?
It's actually Clix. He couldn't touch down in time. And
Wait, they
Bolts
both
and
got killed by
Acorn
Braids?
all of a sudden now find find themselves in a winning position,
Wow.
and the shot goes
That was
through,
fast.
and just like that,
Oh my
Bolts
gosh.
manages to do it again here.
Dang, bro, that was
Bolts and Acorn pop off in the
Yeah, that was an
second to
Acorn win,
last
bro.
game of the day, becoming the second team to win 2
Dang.
different games this weekend.
No one
into
voted
the
Acorn,
leaderboard
though. Oh
roster.
my
In a
gosh.
world
Chat, y'all
that is so
please learn how to
stacked
use
and
predictions,
close, This one is surely
please.
going to move them one step
No,
closer
man.
to contending for another FNCS championship. Zeke,
Someone
one
would have
left
gotten a
game to
lot
go.
of
Let's do
channel
it.
points there. All right, game 12. Doing a prediction
I keep
right now.
thinking,
Go.
man, like I've got a handle on it.
I'm gonna give you
There's,
guys
like,
15 minutes to
Zeke,
vote.
Just follow the action. It's all cool. And no, man.
Go,
we
go, go,
literally
go.
just
Lock
talked
in,
about
Twitch
the
chat.
top
Y'all got it this time,
five
bro. I believe in
before
you.
this, right? And Acorn and Bolts
Lock
were that
in.
sixth
No
place
selling
team. They were the
anymore.
team on the outside, and they said, Zeke, I'm sorry. Did you forget about us? We can now be in the top
Yo,
5.
I'm gonna
Why
go
did
to
you forget
sleep.
about us? And now they are fighting for
appreciate
our
watching the stream. Have a good day. Yo, thank you,
I cannot
dude.
believe this.
You have a good one,
Game
man.
11 with
Appreciate
so
watching
many
today.
Titanic duos.
I'm going tomorrow as
all
well.
doing the same thing, thinking, bro, we can do it. This is our chance with 2 games left. We can fight for
Who you
an
got
axe.
winning?
Acorn and Bolts say,
Let me see what the leaderboard's looking like.
We'd like to toss our name
I'll
in the
try to
hat.
predict it.
Little name in the hat. There you go, Zeke. Go ahead. Shuffle it up. I don't know. Kelly, I'm losing it. I'm freaking out.
I mean, this really was the game
574.
for our
Wow, that
teams
launched
in
them.
that 6th to 10th place spot.
Wait.
Everyone that was in our top 5 having some issues, either
I
going down
launched
to a
them,
solo
chat.
situation or
They're
going
up there
down
now.
early. You know,
They're definitely
unless you're
first.
Venom.
I just don't know, like,
but
by how much.
This Acorn and Bolts that were
38
just right
elims, 2
outside
wins.
of that edge, making sure that they're just
This is a good
playing the
match.
low ground. They're playing what they do best. They don't need to be
Does Clix have a
disruptive. They don't need to
chance?
be getting all these eliminations. They just need to make it to the end game right there. And Bolts once again
I need to
goes
see how many
solo,
points they got
improving
this
that he is gonna make
last
sure
game.
That him and Acorn
I don't know
stay
how
at
much
the
they
top
got
of
from
our
that. They got like a third.
So
It depends
funny.
on that.
Game 11 there. I mean, we're just watching all the chaos kind of unfold on night. Oh my gosh, Peterbot's trying to hold it.
Bro was
Click
playing with
and
his
they
ads
go
there.
up for it. Venom and Curve, they start to get active. All this stuff's happening. Elim. And then we take a look at where everybody else is at. Acorn and Bolts on the low ground. 100, full, healthy duo. And they finish the game just like
Yeah.
that as a
Some
duo.
good low ground plays.
Incredible stuff for them to kind of re-enter the conversation, not only in that game
What's up, Shadow?
specifically, because they didn't even know they were alive in that game. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh,
We
they're
might
just
see an
chilling
off spawn
on the
fight.
low
Yeah,
ground.
we might,
But
we
now,
might.
I can only imagine how close they are to keep themselves
That'd be
back in the
sick, man.
competition for the
Oh my
win.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
That-
known
that
for it,
little
dude. I
that
wanna
little
see it.
Tiny little corner was the difference maker. 574 points. Fortnite fan, we have 1 game left to go. We're gonna go to a break. Okay. I need a moment to breathe. Okay, I need a moment to breathe. When we come back, we start setting up because this is a close run. Okay. Go find some popcorn, find a drink, use the bathroom. We'll be right back. Okay, we'll be right back.
This is good, bro. Some good Fortnite right here. I like that. All right, let me search up leaderboard real quick. Let's get a little breakdown action. See what we're looking like here. Wow. That didn't put them first. Dang, dude. Veno did that good that match. Yeah, Veno wins FNCS. That's such a point lead, man. It's not crazy. Like, if Veno dies off spawn and then Bolts wins the match, then Bolts and Acorn wins. But it's enough of a boost where if they play even decent, like I'm talking, they just make it endgame with a kill, they win FNCS. So that's what it looks like. P and Pollo, not too far off, but it's not possible. I mean, technically, like if these two teams died and then they killed Veno off spawn and then went on to get like a 12 kill win, then technically they could be first, but not really. And then Clix moving up to 9th, 430 now, beating out Tyler. So yeah, it's not possible for Clix. This is like a 200 point difference. That's rough. But yeah, it's looking like a Veno win. It's looking like a Veno win, which would be pretty crazy, man. Definitely deserved. They had a really bad day 1 and then just completely brought it back to the, I mean, look at this, 10 elims and 11, 8, 9. Holy bro. Yeah, if they win, they definitely deserve it. That's 100%.
Big build, no.
I'm gonna mute that actually. Curve was getting spam invited. Okay. Did he unadd the guy? What's your prediction? I think Venom's gonna win. I think he's gonna hold it. If I had to bet, I don't think anyone has the guts to land right on Veno. So I think he's gonna get unconned. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you. Nice. Yeah, it should be good. Thanks. I think Veno's going to get an unconned off spawn. I think they're going to make an end game. I think they're going to get to like 720, 730 points. Doesn't really matter how they perform in end game, but I think they'll make it and then they'll get the kills in it. And I think they're going to win FNCS. If I had to guess, that is my prediction. Also, look what's here now. Look at that. Oh yeah, I'm ready to be here all night. Let's go. Actually, I think I'm gonna eat it after the match, low-key. Low-key, bruv. I don't want to like distract myself munching, you know. I want to see the end games. Wait, W eats chat. W eats.
Crazier, because right now, Curve and Veno are in first place with 659 points.
Yeah, that was a good match for them, bro. Scary games today. No, I'm going to bed, guys. I'm going to bed, bro. I'm at 33 hours and 58 seconds of being live, man. I'm going to bed.
Have showed
I was joking. I'm not staying up all night. I'm eating this and I'm going to bed.
Those early eliminations, going into mid game, making sure that they don't have to worry about storm surge.
What is that? It's food.
Controlling the mid ground, either chopping people
It's
from above
falafel,
or
salad, rice.
people down below. They
All
do
their
it
healthy
time
things.
and time again. And you know what? Maybe day one wasn't their day, but it's better late than never. Veno showing everyone why he is not just moving states like we see a lot of these players do in North America. No,
Dude,
he's
yeah,
moving
Veno wins this,
countries
dude.
To claim this
He's
as
gonna
his own.
trash talk so
Manifesting
hard
destiny
on
is
Twitter.
all
I can
about
tell you that
American
much.
history, and he's showing why
He's
Britain
gonna be
did
like,
it first
NA's
over
bad.
here.
I told you so.
Please put an
But I mean, if he wins, he deserves to say
huge
it.
exclamation
That's
point
fair
on the
game.
fact that these guys
That's
were
fair
in
game.
10th place.
But I think that's the first thing he's gonna do.
Five
If I had to
games,
guess.
and they now have an 85-point lead over second place. I don't know what kind of crazy stat or how
Yeah, they're
this is
playing
gonna
some
look on
Fortnite today,
paper,
dude.
but this has to be one of the most incredible day two performances, day two comebacks, whatever you want to call it, that we
For
have
sure,
ever
yeah.
seen. I mean, look at 78. How in the heck? What's even going on? These guys, every single time we watch the game, it's just a highlight reel for them.
Dude, you know, we were
Kinda
talking
true, yeah.
about it during the break there, and it's like at a certain point, this is going to become mathematically impossible, right? Like at a certain point, we've tuned into them at like the early stages of the game, and they have 4 or 5 or, you know, even 3 elims, right? They just have to do what they've been doing all day long, and
Yeah,
they will
yeah,
walk away as the winners. Now, we only have a minute and a half.
$120,000. Actually, no, 100,000. My bad.
The top
Europe was
13,
120.
right?
They get a little extra.
Yes, we are absolutely playing for a first place and an Axe of Champions, right? But we also can't forget top 13 are right now playing for their spot at the summit. 298. Do not forget that number going into this game. 298 is the current cutoff. Seek and Taki are holding that.
All right, top 13, top 13.
One game left to go. Let's like even
Good
just look
to
at Scare
know.
and Osid, right? We saw Scare and Osid pop off earlier on, like not even just a few weeks ago. They could try and play for that spot. Look at Jargu as well, right? Even Zypto, we saw them get a Victory Royale. I mean, Kelly, there's so many players. This goes down on 20.
Oh, yeah, all you guys. I appreciate
Kelly.
that.
It's
I'm pretty good on horror games right now, but yeah, if you want help.
That separate 13th from 20th place, and
I'm always down
guessing
for a good
people
recommendation.
closer down below, so we could probably get to page 3.
Well, Clix qual, yeah. He quals 100%.
And if they have that pop
I don't
in,
think they'll
and
get
we
knocked
know
down
that
that
there is
much.
a possibility
Even if they
of
have a
some
bad
teams
off spawn or,
kinda
you know, whatever.
sliding by, making it into
Who do you
the
think's
top
gonna win,
5 and
Venno?
scrapping a handful of eliminations. That right there is 90 points and could be the difference maker of going to Dusseldorf.
That's my
or
bet.
not.
I think he's gonna hold it. I think he's gonna be
This is
unconned
what
off spawn.
NAC
I don't
is
think
all
anyone's
about.
gonna have the
We
guts
so
to land
many
on him.
Big names in the top. All the teams
I
that
think
we
he's
have
gonna
been
do well
talking
end
about
game.
are finally showing up right
It's gonna be
now.
like
and this
Bugo when
is
he
the
won World
final
Cup, where they're just sitting there cheesing the whole time, just popping off, and then they're gonna get
I
it.
mean, there's so much
That's my
stuff
bet.
going on in that.
And if they win,
leaderboard,
it's
so much we
deserved.
could break
100%.
down.
Any team that wins this year, I mean, this
There's
has been a
only
very good
one way
FNCS.
to find out who's gonna walk away. Not only champions, who's gonna get second, who's
Check
gonna get
Fortnite
third,
Com
who's
Twitter. What
gonna
am I checking?
qualify to the LAN event. And that's
Is
just
it
to play
worth
the game.
checking?
Vivid.
Yeah, check
the
Twitter.
last
Okay.
game of the day right now.
I
Fortnite
will
fans
check.
Lock in every single thing that
I'm
these players do.
checking.
Whether they get an elim or get eliminated, this is it. The last game to make the impossible possible. For the last time today, MDF, Jacob PR, take it away.
Honestly, Monster, I've never seen so many storylines go down the leaderboard so far. Curve could win his
Did
first
Fortnite
FNCS
tweet it? Because
champion.
Com didn't tweet
Could
it.
win 2
They just tweeted
titles
Curve
on the
domination. We have
hardest
one last
region,
game.
EU, NNA, and at his 4th overall. Acorn could win another
What do you guys want me
major
looking
one.
at?
Both could be a West and Central champion.
looking at Fortnite.
Cold back on top. Rapid wins his first. I could keep going all day, but it just goes to show the stories are endless today.
This is what makes NA one of the
no,
best
Fortnite didn't tweet
regions
anything.
to watch. It's what is really the pinnacle.
Y'all got me
of
checking
what
nothing on
Fortnite's
Twitter,
all
bro.
about, and we, of course, have the
Whole lot of
privilege calling
nothing.
all the action here. You've been watching it go down. Let's
There's
see.
another major one
Look,
qualifiers
it's on
tomorrow.
your
Did you not
side.
see it? No. Wait, so
Coming
there's
into
another,
game
so it's
12,
not grands, but it's a
honestly, the most
qualifier
recent
for the LAN
FNCS
tournament.
is almost a year now. People always have that same conversation.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that
Who
earlier with
will land on first place, and right
Gosh.
now it looks like we have an
Oh,
interesting
wait. No
situation
way.
breaking down. Peterbot and Poyo look to contest
No
Curve and
way.
Venno, but Curve and Venno already seen that one coming. They leave.
No
they go to Squiggly
way.
Shores, and
They
get
actually went for it?
another early game elimination. Zeke said it, Monster. Eventually,
Oh my gosh.
this will become mathematically impossible for anybody outside of Curve and Venno to win.
I called it.
Hey,
I
they
already
tried
knew this
that.
was going to happen. I knew that Venno was someone that.
Wait, so then where
Peterbot
did
and
Peterbot
Poyo,
land?
Like, respect at such a competitive
They
level.
landed on Peterbot, but
They would
Peterbot
be
wasn't
willing
there.
to
So where?
contest them. They would be willing
Where's
to
Pete?
try to throw their tournament off. But
I'm
Venno
confused.
is one of the smartest players.
Oh, wait, they're
we've
off the
ever had,
mountain.
and
Wait, did they
people
try to
see it
land on each
from a
other and got
mile away.
confused?
So even now, them
What
just
happened
mixing
there?
up, it's just a safety strat. It's to say, hey, who wants to battle us?
Interesting.
Come bring it. We're not afraid to mix it up. And we're not afraid to stay dynamic here in the last game.
Interesting.
It's like Peterbot and Poyo going into this
Yeah,
game.
they
though.
did,
With
bro.
that
That's actually
elimination,
funny.
Of course, with Venno and Curve, they are 90.
Oh, now they have nothing. Oh my gosh.
From an FNCS champion, and that's only playing.
Yeah, I
catch
just got
up
a
to Curve
key,
and Venno.
honestly.
They still got so many big names in their path that they're looking to take it. They probably noticed that Curve and Venno weren't at the Battlewood. They immediately turn around. They got a hint of what's going on. Maybe
Oh,
they
gosh.
think this is them, but it's Raven and CDZ, a whole nother team that gives a huge moment here for Curve and Venno to look on over, possibly engage, possibly disengage. The choice is definitely theirs, especially
Ooh.
since it's taken a little bit longer than we'd hope.
Wait,
Peterbot
Poyo's down.
lands a shot, but Poyo goes down. Raven is
No.
escaping back inside
No.
the building. That puts Peterbot
Wait.
in a 1v2.
Oh no, and the finish
Nah, I think
comes
Pete
through
wins
as
V2s.
well.
This-
And that is not the way you want this to start going down right here. If you're Peterbot or Poyo, you need so many more points. You cannot afford to be get set this far behind. Peterbot though.
Oh, gosh, wait, maybe not. Oh, no.
He's gonna have to back off. Shot through the wall.
No, they
as
got the
well.
heals now, too.
This is, of course, Raven and CDZ's one chance to go in and pounce on him. But Peterbot's back in the mix here, fully
No.
healthy. Misses an important shot here, and things are looking
I think they're out
pretty
here, bro.
south now for him.
That's gonna boot him into the top
Biggest thing
5.
here was Peterbot was able to get the materials from Poyo, but
Yeah, look, he has a
Raven
gold
lands
pump.
Another monster shot, getting the
Full
shield
HP?
gone
I don't
out
know.
from Peterbot. He has the minis still there, but he's running out of build. CDZ and Raven really don't have no materials.
Nah, I think it's over,
down
bro.
below.
Wait,
They
wait,
cannot
wait.
Fight upward, so he has
Maybe
to drop
not.
down low. Peterbot
Wait, maybe
again
not.
trying to take the fight
Wait,
to
it's
them,
Pete
but
him.
CDZ gets dropped to this. Less than 50 HP, but a third
What
party
an off-spawn
coming in,
fight, man.
Monster. A third party from the east, from Dark Dominion, looks to interrupt this play.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if it's you-know-who, but give it a second here. Raven, CD's even a
Oh, no.
little too passive now. They had an
And the Pete
opportunity
just
to finish
sneaks
up
away.
this Elam. They
Wait.
back off
Pete
instead.
just sneaks
Rapid
out of
and
that?
Cold show up,
No
and they
way.
are
Does he
cleaning
have
up
card?
house
I think he got
faster
card,
than
right?
Ever. They find
He
two
got
quick
mats.
elims. Even
Plays with the
shooting the
hydrate.
down body just to show and flex that they're here as well. And look at this. They are hunting for poor Peterbot.
Wait, how do they know that?
He's now
What?
hiding
They see him?
inside of the factory.
I feel like he's pretty sneaky there.
Unprecedented type of end game right now. You
No, I definitely
never
didn't see him.
this
They're just
level
they're just
of
guessing.
clash go down here. Definitely not for the likes of Peterbot. He's normally the one
Oh, man.
hunting. Now he's being hunted.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
saw in the
not a
lead
great
that
situation.
Oyo did go down, so they immediately left their drop spot to beeline it on over. This is a team that's on their tail. Cold is in 3rd place. You see it there. Peterbot and Foyle
Yeah, you
in
gotta be
4th
real sneaky
place.
here.
And
He got
really
Cardi,
was
I think he
asking the
did.
question, is anybody going to be brave enough with the point gap so close?
Nah, this would be
You
huge if he
risk your
rebooted
spot
him and
on
then
the
got stacked.
leaderboard. If you were looking to go
I
on
mean,
the
they got
chase, but
Surge.
Penno Curve, they not only left their drop spot at Battlewood, they left their 2nd drop spot at Squizzly.
Oh, nah, yeah, Venom wins
already
FNCS,
going
bro.
on the hunt
It's
for
not
these
gonna be
elims.
close, man.
They don't want to win.
They're off
after
spawn.
game
They got a
12
couple kills
Monster.
as
They
well.
want to win during
They got good
this game
loot.
so they could take a much-needed victory lap.
I think it's over, chat.
This is crazy. You know, if you just allow them to continue to get
What are y'all
runs
thinking?
like this, which they have done extremely successfully, way more successfully than any other team here on the weekend, they will be too far ahead. We would be asking so much of Cold and Rapid. We're talking upwards of 10, 15 elims and a victory royale.
Yeah.
Give this a second now. So from one team wipe onto another now, Dozier and Escher trying to fight. He fired up Veno and Curve here. Meanwhile,
Oh, wait,
Curve has
here we
been
go.
live this entire time, by the way. Do not sleep on him. This is, again, nothing like we've ever seen before.
Yeah, especially for Mom and Pop
Peterbot's down.
Curve. Imagine him. Oh, he is eliminated by Cold and Rapid. Peterbot goes down in 4th place, tied with Agers.
Nice.
Ridgewood could only get
Wow.
first from there, but Benno takes a big shot, but he is not.
Yeah, they're just getting fed
backing down.
elims now.
Ishu gets eliminated. The Siphon comes in. Much needed builds get replenished by Benno. Curve not slowing down, trying to alleviate the pressure. Lands a huge
Wow,
shot on
yeah.
the Zozier.
They're
and
winning
the
up at CS,
elimination
chat. They're
one
locked,
as well.
man.
5 elims.
5
Monster.
elims already.
5 eliminations here. This is domination at its finest in
They got a
Major
100-point
1 on NA
lead, dude.
Central.
Looking so
Oh
good
my
for them
gosh.
right now. Rapid and Cold right now on the hunt.
Oh, wait,
too,
Peterbot
trying to
died.
figure
They're
out
fully out now.
What is going on
They're
here?
probably going to place 5th today, if I had to guess.
They're already at
Still a
3
good
elims
placement.
as well. So Rapid and Cold are playing
terrible.
so aggressive too. You got to give them credit
But, I mean,
right
yeah,
here.
for,
we know what the task
them,
at
it's
hand
probably
is.
pretty
We
bad,
know
but
what needs to be done.
Top 5's not
And
bad.
It really does feel like the impossible. It's asking them to pop
What's up,
off
kid?
right now and go into the upper double-digit elimination territory and potentially win the game. Because for them, it's about the championship victory. Jumping over to Brilliant and Jargudo, playing a little bit of the storm fight right here, keeping us busy right now.
Essentially, 2 sides of the coin. We're watching the battle for
Oh,
first.
wait.
Oh, Venom's down.
Okay, no, they get the
Venom
rest.
is down, but Curve saves
Oh
the day.
my
Dang, I thought he was going to get finished there.
Witnessing. This is a montage performance. I don't want to call it too soon, Monster, but this is
No,
beginning to
they got
look
it.
like a victory lap for Curve and Veno.
The writing's on the wall. You just have to read it, brother. All
See what
right,
chat said.
it's whenever you're ready, just let us know. They're at 6 eliminations now. Acorn and Bolts.
Nah, they're just arguing with each other.
Trying to see if anyone's willing to kind of sneak on by to find a couple
Average
elims
Fortnite
right
chat.
now.
Yo,
And-
hello,
and
what's
let's
up,
just paint the
anime?
bigger picture.
I know, bro.
Obviously, Kurt and Veno off to the races right now. A 100-point gap separating them from the rest of the competition. And then you have so many other teams trying to fight for a land spot to the global summit. It's right around the corner. Who is
The Clix,
gonna
I know.
be
I
in
think Clix is still
Germany?
up.
Only the top 13 will make
Pete died.
it.
And as it stands right now, in order
Yeah, they're fully out.
for Cold and Rapid to win the tournament, and this is as it stands right now, they need Curve and Veno to go down outside of top 25 with not a single elimination more. And then they need to win the game with 10 or so eliminations in the double digits. So it's going to show how much of a runaway this is turning into. And that's where you see a lot of lurks going down, because it's not only the battle for first. If you look at Tyler and Chance here, 391 points on the overall leaderboard. They're in 10th place. If they go down early, they can kiss their summit spot goodbye.
It'd definitely be really close for them. They'll be holding on to a thin margin. Taki and Seek on
You
the
seem
other
tired,
side.
really?
Same can be said for these teams here.
I didn't even notice.
Another tournament day. So you
Oh,
are
I'm
seeing
exhausted, bro.
moments of greatness here coming out.
It's been a long
Some
few
of our
days, you know?
competitors here on the 2-day
But I'm very excited for this
format.
last match. Well, it all comes down to this, you know.
It's not gonna make a quick, clean glide here.
Stream for another 3 hours.
Just trying to dodge
You guys want me to hit
all the
37
noise
hours?
down below, having to worry about surge, having to worry about others rotating in your path. Be a good plan for C Kentucky here. 13th place. They just need to hold on to their current spot on that leaderboard. Clix and Eggs, though.
I don't think I'm gonna do 37, guys.
They picked up at least one more.
I know it's a meme, but
they too
37s are rough.
have a little bit more of a cushion than some of the other counterparts.
At that point, I might as well go 48. You know, like if I do 48, you know, I might as well just do 100. And if I do 100, like why not a whole month? I mean, let's be fair here. 37 is your number. That's true.
Had such exceptional moments.
We could do 37 minutes.
But in the end, everything has to come together. And then
hear me
how
out.
do you account for having
37 minutes.
curves, the cold,
Call it a day,
those
and I go to bed.
types of performances that we've seen.
Hear me out. Do you think anyone can pass Venno now?
All things have to come together. Cooper and Rito.
I think they have too big of a
still
lead,
fighting
man.
For their qualification.
Like they would have to go down right now,
Not fully
and second place
stitched
team would have to have the
That's how I
best match
feel.
of the
Let's take a
entire
look at the
tournament.
standings here.
There's no way.
This is gonna put them at 12.
I think they got it
place there,
guaranteed.
Jacob, so close.
I mean, never
I'd say they have
know.
a
Something could
22-point
happen, but
gap from 13th.
like I put it at
Actually, the line.
99.
And then about a
0.5
or so point gap between them and falling outside of the bubble, which means anything could be possible. If they go down, let's just say 15th place, and anybody else kind of is able to secure a top 8 or better.
Where's Clix at? He's 9th, I think.
On the leaderboard, but definitely
They
so
had a
many
pretty rough
different
day too so far.
possibilities here as the tournament continues on. Threats
I mean, they might be able to
here,
come
team
back
that
to a top
started
5
inside
with
of
this
the bubble
match.
on the day,
That'd be huge.
shortly fell out of it and was trying to work their way
possible.
back. Aviv and King, another similarity here, 17th place coming into this game, which means those eliminations, 8 more points is definitely going to boost them up the leaderboard just a little bit. I think that almost puts them on the line outside of that bubble around 14th place with those elims.
Yeah, Aviv and King, the last 2 games have played really well, actually making it to endgame, and this time they actually have 4 total elims, so just a monstrous performance so far, definitely stepping up and doing what they need to when it matters most. Enough and Saul kind of see what's going on here. They end up backing off. You have Osid and Scare, another team that's very much in the conversation right now. Looking at how they've played, we have a 4th place as far as their best performance so far in last game, roughly 15th for them with a single elim. So not too bad, definitely earning some placement points. If they can keep that up, they might just be doing enough to jump up. And in.
This is going to be an interesting lobby
Oh my gosh.
slash end game.
I'm getting comboed right
Because
now.
if you look at like day 1, we were getting what, fourth zone surge, sometimes even earlier because
Prime Venno, maybe, dude.
To start the day, we were getting 5th zone, maybe 6th zone surge. There's only 60 players up. There's only 30 teams.
Clix is losing by like 200. He doesn't have a chance. A chance at first, yes, but I'm saying like top 5, it's possible.
Much more accelerated pace.
A top 5 is a lot cooler than a top 10, you know.
Some of these rotations, so instead of being
Like,
able to
we gotta think about just the aura here, besides just winning.
them instead of you. Now, some of these rotations would be a little bit more bare, with you and maybe 1 or 2 other teams being the only one rotating in that direction.
I mean, when you have Cold, Rapid, Acorn, Bolts, Curvin, Venno looking for elims, right? Trying to either push the gap, close the gap, like this is what happens. The lobby will tend to thin out, and then everyone else, of course, trying to fight for their qualification spot. Look at this though, Venno Curve inside the storm right now. They surely know they've done enough, right? So now it's just time to chill out, hang out, enjoy the storm for a little bit.
They're just trying to get those placements, you know.
Have no reason
They're
to
vibing.
really put themselves in any danger here.
Will there be a day 3? No.
None at
This is
all,
the last
especially
match,
the
guys.
zone moving on
This
over
is it,
towards the
dude.
South. They know they can
In the next 20 minutes, we're gonna know that
essentially
FNCS
find the
winner.
shoreline, whether they try to make a little shortcut in, go on top of the mountains.
But I was
they
not
can
gonna
go
get to a million
all the
earnings.
way towards the south. They do got one zone
I think he
though,
already
that they really have
does.
to worry about. So going from zone 4
Does
to
he?
zone 5,
He's either gonna hit a million with this event, or he's already at a million.
From zone 5 to zone
Anyone
6,
know?
they move from a 5 or 2 tick damage into a 5.
Any
So even
fellow
though they do
Fortnite
have a
nerds
lot
in the
of time
chat?
on their side, they
I'm a fellow
don't
nerd
want to
myself
use all
for
their
Fortnite, but like
resources
I
just
don't
getting
got
into
memorized.
zones that you can kind of see on the map there on your
Yeah,
left
he
side
does
side,
hit
that
1
so many
mil with
other
this
teams
event.
are also outside of the zone
I think
and
he's at like
inside of their path
9
that can
something.
certainly cut them off.
Yeah, definitely. They're moving.
I don't
really
wanna get it
quickly.
wrong and look
Razor's
dumb.
asleep, though. Look at this. A little bit of a high ground position right here. Still,
What's your usual
though,
bedtime?
No surge warnings inside. This game is moving so
right
fast.
now.
Right now is a lot. And this is a
I'm
pretty
kidding.
congested
Joke.
north side of the Battlewood Boulevard. So
I'm kidding, bruv.
kind of a new site for us, if you will. Looking at the names that are in play
Nah,
here.
I'm so
Jack,
tired of that.
N Pen,
I
Acorn,
could.
Bolts, On the other
already
side,
has a mill?
boosted and scared though.
Dude, I don't know.
Fully
Either he's at like
finished right here. One of
900
our
and he's hitting a mill,
bubbles
or he's at like
Kentucky.
low mill, like mill
Super important.
50,000 or
Actually,
something.
wagers from up top.
I actually can't
Wasn't
remember.
Seeking
He's
Taki,
crazy
but
though.
right next to that collateral damage.
At 7, no. Dude, but like I'm tired enough. I could. I really could. I've yawned like
just one
20
posted by
times in the last
himself.
hour.
He's going to be in 14th place. He has a bit of a gap to overcome. Hey, anything is possible. 29 teams still up, so 4 more go down.
800,000, that's Venos.
Points, and they'll cascade in with
Is he
each
at
and every team that
exactly
does go
800?
down. Contrapt's going to fall, and
I
already
feel like he has
one less
more.
team to worry about here. 55 players left in this game, so there's only one solo running around, and that's
No,
gonna
he's
be
at like
OC.
950 if he wins this, he hits a mill. Alright, I'm getting very different information right now.
Really
I don't know.
close. It's so far
I mean,
down. It's
either
all gonna
way,
come
the
down
dude
to
got plenty of money
can you
playing
earn your way
Fortnite. He
towards
good, bro. He good.
Positioning placement points there.
Nothing but congratulations to him, dude.
Still see Reed and Cooper up in the
That
distance.
is-
Pagers and
that's
Ritual
crazy.
here sitting pretty. Box open, eyes on Acorn and Bolts. Little did they know.
He's at 850, 860.
Oh, look at this zone though.
All right, so then he'll be like
More.
just
Okay,
under
so
a
he's
mil
gonna
then.
be working against the likes of Curve and Venom, who obviously were wrapping far around the outskirts.
Just trying to get not necessarily damage for Surge as it does turn on.
No, he's at
14 players do need to go down,
670,000?
but you can see where they stand. 400
Bruh.
above the damage threshold. Since they're right next to the zone monster,
I
they don't
give
have
up.
to do much movement at all. Just kind of focus on getting that
I
damage
give
while
up.
not receiving much. Acorn and Bolts try to land some shots onto N.
I'm getting completely different numbers every second. I give
kind
up.
of alleviating some of the pressure. N and Jack could have looked to get aggressive. Acorn and Bolts.
Can you scare him today? Nah, tomorrow
132
or
above the
Tuesday.
damage
I
threshold.
don't
They
know.
sit in
One of the two.
third place on the leaderboard.
I'm
and
too
they're
tired, chat.
6 points out of second. Huge chunk of money differential. And I was talking about Bolts. If somehow, some way, a miracle can happen, Acorn and Bolts keeps the Major 1 magic alive. Bolts will become another player on that short list of 2 region champions. I know Veno is certainly in line to becoming another player on that list in 2 of the hardest regions in Fortnite, in NA Central and
Tomorrow's
EU.
Tuesday, tomorrow's Monday, bro.
Definitely looking to make history
US,
here now.
US. Not OC. I know we got some OC
Reed and
viewers in
Cooper.
here, but yeah.
Sitting pretty strong right now, guys. 340 damage above, safe in the zone, plenty to work with right now. That's the type of position you want to see Reed and Cooper in if they're going to land. Seek and Taki on the other side, same can be said for them. Still have a couple shockwaves to work with. Not too many.
Look
to
it up.
make
I'm not
it
gonna bother, chat. I give up.
But hey, enough to at least stay in the race here for quite some time. It's all gonna come down to a refresh for Seek and Taki though.
Low key eyeballing my food right now.
See if they could time to rotate. Looking at who's positioned.
It's
up,
looking
Clix and
yummy,
Higgs
dude.
Trying to end this one with the splash.
He's looking at me
Already you
funny.
can see them poison up for that high ground here, Jacob.
Yeah, just still, no matter what's been going good or bad in some of these games, they're just continuously one of the teams that, you know, if they make it this far into the game, they're going to contest for that high ground. King and Aviv just outside of that bubble sees 2 teams with a little bit of a scuffle going on. They try to land some shots before they go ahead and make their way on over. They're just trying to pressure them so that way they don't make any peaks, makes the rotation that much safer. That was Reed and Cooper in that distance. They're 193 above the damage threshold. Inside of that qualification ring, they just need to be able to hold on here, especially more so now with Avi and Aminish looking to walk them down.
Really close now to earning some positioning points here as well. 28 teams still standing. Curve
Ooh.
finds Kingling there in the feed. Veno super
Wait, Venom
hit
got
up
max there.
off the rotate here. That brings
Easy
him
though.
up to 7 eliminations. And Curve finding his moment, finding his footing now. These last couple games, I mean, it's been the Veno show, but Curve has stepped up when it mattered most. Even in this game, clutching Elim after Elim, and now finding the follow-up and the refresh that they
Ooh,
need
wait.
to succeed here.
Clix and Higgs looking
though,
for that high ground. Hold
just
on.
want to do what they can do best.
Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Not the best spot to be in for a team in second place, below the damage threshold. Boats
Nah, they're above now. They're good.
persistence there is able to lead some shots through underneath that cover, get them above the
Just
damage
did a little
threshold.
solid.
Near 5, but at least it's something. They're not taking active surge for the 25 damage every 7 seconds. Blake and Preston trying to put down some pressure, but only for a short moment. Bolts is going to be able to hold off. to get through the comb, though. Getting this information is going to be vital, but Muzz gets the down onto Clix. I see it in the feed. Sphinx even gets the cleanup here. High ground changing hands, but it's not Muzz and Sphinx. Right now, it looks like a Vive. It looks like Curve and Veno are all fighting for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
if you look at it, Curve, Veno come in out of nowhere, just trying to time that high ground, and up they go.
This is
Meanwhile,
a mess.
Freds and Beer still fighting to stay in the tournament. Life as
Higgs
well.
popping off,
Higgs
though.
on the left side clutches up a nice little elim for himself. That's going to drop G-Monster, send him back to the lobby. He might not have enough to make it to land. Meanwhile, high ground is solidified by Muzz and Sphinx, but Higgs gets swiped out this sky, hanging up for a little too long. Acorn and Bolts
It's that balloon battle, you know.
fighting for second at this point. If you can't take down Curve and Veno now, it'll just be too late.
Yep. Literally, this is the moment right here. As soon as they get into the top 15, I almost think it's a wrap.
Yo, the flick, though.
French drops down low outside
The
of the bubble. I'm
flick,
not sure he
though.
secured enough point before
Oh my
finally
gosh.
going down there. Muzz and Sphinx up above.
Bro hit a whole
Cooper
180 there.
sacrificing the HP, staying outside of the zone, so that way they can fizz, they can shockwave, and hopefully get to the front side. But they're just taking so much damage. They don't have the heals to get up to full HP and shield anymore.
Muzz and Sphinx still putting pressure from up top. Cooper trying to stay alive, seeking Taki, fighting their way towards a qualification, and teams are dropping faster than you can even realize. We're already up into the top 17 now. Curve and Veno
Everyone's just keying at this point.
stopping, though. Another team falls to their hands. It's a Minish and Javi. A top 5 performance was valiant for them on the
I think Veno wants to win on the final game for the for the tournament. They're really locked in.
Win now.
Oh, wait.
Jacob. I mean, they
Oh my
are
gosh.
breaking away with a huge lead.
Wait.
Yep, and even when it looks like
No,
it's
they're
weak,
good.
Veno
They got
just
it.
dropped down to a sliver of HP. They're surviving. Bolt's trying to do the same thing. 5 HP, loses Acorn though, so we need another big solo clutch performance. Almost runs into Curve and Veno all along the way, but he's able to slip past them. As Curve and
wait, Veno just got
find
maxed.
another elimination.
It's up to
before
Curve now.
Veno finally goes down. Curve is out of builds here, trying to use the shock to splash to keep himself as full of HP as possible. Even finding a fizz to utilize here on the side. Curve, I think, has done enough inside of the top 10. He finds another elimination onto Cooper.
Hey, they win, though. They win. GG, bro.
But they are
Well
your
played from
FNCS
Veno and Curve,
Major
man.
One champions.
They played some
They've done it.
Fortnite
They've
today.
done
They
enough
deserve
to
it.
Be up at the top, to sit on the throne now.
I think
Veno is the
Muzz and Sphinx win
conqueror
this
of
for the
2 regions
last match.
here. In Curve, his first time ever,
Looking like it.
gets to taste that victory here. But for now, Muzz and Sphinx are trying to find their victory lap. This is all a battle for money. This is all battles for seats at the LAN event where the story will continue.
Jargu needs this. Jargu needs this game here. They were 15th place to start it all, and now he's the only solo left in this game. The 2 teams that are left alive, Monster, both of them already have their spot secured, so this is everything for Jargu by himself. Tries the shockwave in. He gets tagged up left and right, down in 3rd place. Did he do enough to qualify for Dusseldorf?
Well, it's going to be really close for now, though. The action's on. Muzz here
Oh my
who finds
gosh.
elimination. Ritual gets tagged up.
Oh
big
my
time.
gosh,
Sphinx
beautiful.
looking for his moment.
I told
and
you.
He does it
I just
in
tell by
the
them being
end,
on high ground, they're going to win
That's
that.
going to be a nice,
Let's go.
wonderful way to end the
Did anyone vote
FNCS
Muzz?
here.
Oh, yeah, we had
That was more
4K
than
channel
just
points
a
on
wonderful
Muzz.
way. Curve
Dude,
and
sick.
Veno, complete and utter
All right, 44,000 channel points. There y'all go.
Region. Congratulations for Curve, his
W
first
prediction.
FNCS champion. We always remember our first, and Veno, probably the most important FNCS title, dominating a whole nother region. Muzz and Sphinx win that game.
I'll see it, guys.
But see, Kelly and
Let's see
Vivid,
it.
we have a new champion.
Show us that leaderboard.
Let's go, Muzz! Let's go, Muzz! That's right, baby. Let's go. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way. Sorry. Anyway, first off, really quickly, MDF, Jacob, thank you guys so much for the cast. Fantastic day. As
Let's
they
go.
called out, it is
Yeah,
true.
Wcasters, man.
Veno and Curve are your champions in NAC. A 4th title for Veno and a 1st for Curve. I mean, Kelly, Vivid, you know,
Four FNCS
Vivid
wins
called us
now?
out right last game.
Dang,
they came
dude.
today 10th place, and I think for most people, you probably look at the standings at that point. You're like, okay, yeah, like maybe they're probably not gonna get a 4th. They might could end like top 5 or something. But Kelly, Veno turned it on, and there was just game after game where he's solo clutching, getting, you know, at one point a 2nd place with 11 elims, a 2nd place with like 7 elims.
Yeah,
He's
they popped
just
off,
firing
man.
on all
Well
cylinders,
deserved,
and
dude.
no
Well
one can
deserved.
stop him. No one.
Like
And
they started at like
on
what,
the
top
back of
15
this
today?
carry right now,
Top 10?
Now we're looking
Like they
at
really
Venom and
locked it in
Curve
today.
being
I watched some good Fortnite,
FNCS
so.
champions.
W Venom. W
I mean, you're
Curve.
saying no one can stop them, but we saw at the start of this game that a few players did try to stop the run of
They tried.
Curve
Very
and
well played,
Venom.
dude.
They tried, but
Venom
they
deserves a
failed
cookie.
because Curve
Yeah, I
and
think you can
Venom
buy a lot of
worked
cookies
hand.
with
We were aware. Venom, he's not
$100,000.
just
So
an incredible fragger. He's also
I think you
incredibly
got it.
smart and aware when it comes to
Let's
Fortnite.
go.
When it comes to the mindset of other pro players, he has them downloaded, and so he knows what these
Are you
players are
watching
going
Wes?
to do,
No.
and he knows exactly how to
No.
respond to it. Curve and
No.
Venom showing
I'm going to bed,
everyone
chat.
that they deserve this spot. They
need to
deserve
eat
first
and I need to
place.
sleep.
And honestly, just watching them climb up the leaderboard, not necessarily through placements, Vivid, but to get Elam after Elam, to get so many. I honestly don't even know where they are at the end of the day. I'm excited to see our leaderboard.
yeah, let's see that leaderboard.
Socials are going crazy, talking about, oh my gosh, Veno has entered his second prime, his third prime, his fourth prime. I mean, whatever you want to call it, the guy is absolutely popping off, and I couldn't agree more. I once regarded Veno as literally the best player in the world, and so did a lot of people, right? This was back in like Chapter 3, Chapter 4, around that era, where I remember VOD reviewing this guy and being like, oh my gosh, everything he does is just so perfect. And
he
listen,
locked
I
it
don't know
back in,
what
dude.
He did
It's good to
between
see,
day
bro.
1 and day 2. I don't know
Very,
how
very good to
of
see.
sleep that he got overnight, but I gotta tell you, he looked like that Veno once again, unstoppable. And you know, we're giving a lot of credit towards Veno. Curve was right there with him up there statistically.
Yeah, they play good, bro.
Always by his side. I mean, this was a duo competition.
Let's see what
and
the chat's
they
in.
together just stomped everybody else.
I mean, it's
We were
crazy
talking
to
to
think.
Lev. Go ahead, Kelly. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say that it's crazy to think that a few weeks ago,
carries
this would have been a
NA in
very
another
different story, 'cause it was
esport.
going to be Veno and
Okay.
Cold for a while, and it wasn't until Cold ended up playing with Rapid that Veno
Here
ended
we
up
go.
beating
Here we
Curve.
go.
So the fact that that is how this came to fruition, and then they end up winning the major.
I
is just so
figured.
amazing.
I figured.
Yeah, I mean, if you're cold, you're thinking, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? But you know what? It is what it is. We were talking with Lev, and Lev was saying, you know, man, I'm so happy for Veno. You know, for a moment he forgot who he was, but today he remembers.
Let's go.
Congratulations,
W
and
Veno.
Curve,
W Curve,
FNCS
man.
Champions. We can take a look at those standings.
Yeah, that
'cause,
pickaxe
man,
is gonna look tough
they
too.
just put on an absolute clinic.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
let's
look
see.
at this. 727 points ahead of Agers.
All right, so Peterbot got
Ritual.
7th, and then Clix got
Man,
10th.
you know, again, congratulations. I do want to highlight this top
Pretty good
5 though,
leaderboard
as well.
overall, though.
Shout outs to Agers and Ritual, Acorn and Bolt, Cold and Rapid,
Oh, man.
and Muzz and Sphinx, who show up
Wow.
in that last
Clix just had, like,
Make their
that
way
day
into
1
that
again.
Top 5. That's why I'm freaking
Right, they had
out.
an unfortunate day
That's
too,
why
but
I'm freaking
yeah.
out, Kelly.
And then Peterbot and
it's
Poyo,
so
you know, they
funny,
were
too,
first,
because
but then they
they've
had a
kinda just
couple
been, like, hiding in the
rough
shadows a little
games,
bit.
and
They
yeah.
haven't necessarily been playing poorly,
but
it
pretty
was
good
these
leaderboard
last few
overall, though.
games where
And then,
I
yeah,
start to
Veno
see their
definitely deserves
names
that win.
just
That
a
was
little bit
crazy.
more. They're staying alive. They're getting eliminations, and they're just playing what they want
Let's
to play
go.
best. They didn't really worry about pop-off games. They didn't
Hey,
worry
I'd
about
take 10
making a
grand.
showing
Yeah,
for
me
high.
too, man.
No,
Me
Muzz
too.
and Sphinx played what they
It's
did
the whole prize
best.
pool is split between your teammate, by the way.
David,
So
this is just the top
first
10, though. We
place,
still have a
each
few more
person gets
teams to look
50.
at.
Second place, each person gets 25,
Absolutely,
and
that'll be
so
the
on.
big question, right? Who actually went ahead and clinched up that qualification?
But yeah, I mean,
Jacob was
hey,
screaming. He was
little
yelling,
extra, a
"Jargo
few
needed that
bands,
game. He
little
needed
100,
that
you know,
game
whatever."
For sure. Jargo and Carillion, the
Oh,
solo
wow.
clutch. To
Whoa,
sneak
they
into
qualled.
top 13
Dude,
by
let's
just
go.
2 points to knock Seek and Taki
Dang,
out.
that was
To go ahead
close.
and qualify
And
for
7,000 in earnings, too?
Dusseldorf.
Oh my
You can also see up there, Cole
gosh.
and Madden clutched up. They were hanging around 10th place
Oh my
throughout the entirety of the finals. It kind
gosh.
of felt like bumped down to 12th, but still qualifying
I
there.
would take
and then we
8 or
got
12K.
Reed
Yeah, me
and
too, me
Cooper,
too.
who I think needed that
That's good bread
game
right
as
there.
well to go ahead
Buy a
and
lot of
push up
V-Bucks with that.
372 points, so they did well. And there we have it, Zeke. That rounds up all of the NA teams that are going to be going to Dusseldorf from these grand finals.
Let's
And
go,
that's
bro.
why you can't give up, right, Viv? That's exactly why in those
Facts.
final moments, you know, just think about it. Being in that situation, it's just you, the last game to make something happen, and Jargu does, right?
Crazy.
And now he's
Gotta
gonna
make it
keep
count.
his FNCS Dream Alive. He's going to be going to the summit. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic day here in NA. And, you know, I just want to really quickly just double back to Curve and Veno. I think probably my favorite part of that game, Kelly and Vivid, was the fact that, like, in that last game, immediately Veno sniffed something out. He's like, you know what? this lobby is going to try and hunt me down. They're going to try and stop me from winning
Yeah,
here,
that
right
was a good
now.
play on their end, bro.
And they make a last-second pivot.
That was a really good play.
I mean, it feels very appropriate that Veno would be able to sniff out Peterbot. I feel like they kind of have the same mindset when it comes into competitive FNCS. But more importantly, I want to talk about
sniffing
the
going
numbers,
on here.
David, because we already looked at it. But to round things
Dang,
up,
dude,
almost
40,
50
49.
eliminations just for
Oh my
Veno.
gosh.
I mean, what was it? After game 10, we took a look at this, and
A
Veno was
lot.
on 37, Curve was on 31. So it's just still picked up so many eliminations, ended the day on 49. Had to go ahead and show this because just the individual performance. Obviously, Veno, standout player.
Yeah.
But usually when we see a duo that has so many eliminations, for whatever reason, it's kind of like one-sided. You know what I mean? One person will do is just finding all the eliminations that day, and the other one kind of, is a couple 10, 20 behind, whatever. But Curve is literally like right there next to him. I mean, on the individual leaderboard, first and second place. What an incredible way to win an FNCS.
Well, I
Yeah.
will say we have been hearing this discourse, especially when we shifted from trios to duos, that the setup, the makeup of a duo is a little different now. We don't really need an IGL and a fragger. We kind of need two fraggers and two players that understand the game
Yeah, with
at
the current
an
meta.
IGL level. And maybe that is Veno and Curve.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I love to see that from Curve because, I feel like I can already see now so many players can just be like, yeah, you got carried from Veno, but it's like, no, Curve actually
no.
put
Yeah,
in
yeah, Curve
work,
did a good job,
right?
bro.
They
He played well.
made this happen together. And yes, there was times where Veno was solo, but Veno having all that experience is like, hey, don't worry, man. Like, we're getting this win. We're getting it today. What a phenomenal day of Fortnite. We do also have a look at our qualified to the summit list. Let's take a look at some of this, right? We got to take a peek at this at the very beginning of the show, and now we can go ahead and add the names from NAC to that list as well. Guys, this is starting to give us a more complete picture of Summit. And as I start to just
Yeah, this is gonna be
and see
stacked.
some of these names, this is just a mini globals, right? Like, this is just going to
Yeah.
be some of the craziest
It's gonna
Fortnite
be
we're going to see. And given the
stacked.
context of the news we heard before NAC even started, now 3 days. I mean, guys, this is good. That's going to be crazy. I thought this was going to be crazy, Kelly, and it was.
It is.
That's going to be a whole different level.
Yeah, so
It's just gonna
Summit
be
is at the
crazy.
end of
Crazy
May,
now,
right?
Crazy before, crazy
Just double
later
checking.
on. It's Fortnite. That's what we loved about it. But most crazy of all, Zeke, is that we have not given Veno the proper accolade that he deserves, and I'm very proud to be the one to do this.
Yep.
The fourth
There it
star
is.
onto the Veno plane, everyone. Congratulations on the dream line.
Now you're gonna have to add a picture of Curve up there, get him a star up there as well. Conversation of Summer, man, it's gonna be crazy. You talked about, kind of filling out that picture.
What?
Dude, we are a month away. Like this has been a crazy week. We've had FNCS flying each just last week, and then all of a sudden, Dusseldorf is right around the corner. I'm sure
Not
those
the
drop maps are
stickers.
gonna start filling up, and we're gonna be getting a picture of what the story
Yeah, that's actually hilarious.
It's gonna have me excited.
You watching Summit? Yeah, I'll watch it.
Man, what a day.
Ah, that's
What a
hilarious,
day.
bro.
Fortnite fam, we're done. We're done until Dusseldorf. We hope
That
that
is
you guys
actually
have
so funny.
enjoyed all of the
Stickers,
action.
man.
If you have time,
Oh, I'm
go
dead.
give a massive congratulations to Curve and Veno, right? Your new FNCS
Yeah, they deserve that,
champions
man.
in
They deserve that.
NAC.
All the way from
Give
Europe.
a shout out to all of the teams in the
Veno
top
traveled
13.
halfway across the
And most
planet. He won
importantly,
it.
Do not
I
forget,
gotta respect it.
Tuesday starts the second chance lobby. Okay, so if you're thinking, man, I want that opportunity, I want to fight for my second chance, go check out socials, FN Comp on Twitter. They've got all the information you need.
Yep.
And then the next time we'll be seeing you guys is in Dusseldorf. I can't believe it. Kelly, Vivid, before we say goodbye,
Yeah, I'm
just wanna
excited
give you
for
guys the
LAN,
floor to-
man.
to
It's been a
kinda give your
while.
closing thoughts.
Been
As
a while
always, a
indeed.
big thank you to our players for making this one of the most entertaining majors ever. I feel like I say that every major, that they make it so much more entertaining, but you guys just write the story itself. As much as Zeke wants to say that he's writing the script, it's really
Sorry.
up to you guys. So thank you guys for making it so
I was
entertaining.
laughing at
every time.
I was laughing at chat.
Absolutely couldn't agree, Mark. Congratulations to Veno and Curve. Congratulations to everybody that qualified for the summit. I'm excited to jump back into the action when we see you guys next time. Thank you, everybody at home that tuned in and watched.
And of course, massive thank
Let's go,
you
bro.
to MDF and Jacob PR for casting all of that. And of course, our EU crew, right? There's so much different action happening, and now we get to come together on one bus to fight for our shot on the summit. Oh, man! Fortnite fam, as always, we love you. Keep yourself safe. and we'll see you on that battle bus.
Let's go, bro. WMNDS. That was so fun, actually. But I am wicked tired, which means it's sleepy time. I'm gonna eat my dinner and then low-key I'm actually going to bed. Like I'm serious. I am very tired. Can you guys just tell me what's going on Twitter, man? I'm very sick of checking Twitter every 5 seconds. Please just tell me what people are saying. I don't want to hunt it down, bro. That's a lot of effort. All right, but chat. Absolutely love y'all on YouTube. Absolutely love y'all on Twitch. We had an amazing stream today. I streamed 33 hours and 39 minutes. That is a long time. That is a very long time. So yeah, it's time for me to bounce. Yeah, I'm gonna eat, do my night routine, and sleep. I should be live again tomorrow. If I'm cooked, I already did custom steak, Carter. You missed it. If I'm absolutely cooked tomorrow and I'm tired, then I'll stream Tuesday. If not, I should be able to stream tomorrow and we'll do scary games and we'll do like variety and all that. But dude, W stream today. Love y'all so very much. Thank you to everyone that tuned in on YouTube, everyone that tuned in on Twitch, everyone that followed, everyone that watched, everyone that spammed a W in the chat. All the new subs today. Thank you for the primes. Thank you for the gifted. Huge stream for sure. But yeah, I love you guys so very much. W stream. I'll catch you guys either tomorrow afternoon with scary games, or if I'm really tired, Tuesday. But I should be able to do Monday. I don't know. I just in case. I don't know. Love you guys. See you later.